Unexplainable. The Stuff They Don't Want You to Know book. Available now. Order at stuffyoushouldreadbooks.com or wherever you buy your books.
Sunnyside Plumbing.
Yes, I've got a leak and...
To leave a message wishing us a happy holiday, press 1.
Leave a mess? No, I need help now.
To leave us a message wishing us Happy New Year, press 2.
No, I need someone to come out to my house and...
What, now?
Yes.
During the holidays?
But the water is...
Oh, just leave us a message and we'll get back to you mid-January at the latest.
No, I need help right away.
Oh, well, that would be terribly inconvenient. Perhaps you should call Frank Gay.
Of course, Frank Gay.
They come out at all hours, even during the holidays.
I'm calling Frank Gay.
When you need emergency service, you need it now. 24-hour help with your plumbing, heating, cooling, or electrical systems, even during the holidays. Helping you when you need it. That's the Frank Gay way.
That Frank Gay person, it's like he never takes a proper vacation.
That's the Frank Gay way.
FrankGayServices.com.
0% APR financing on new Nissans. 0% on new Nissans. Rush to Sutherland Nissan Orlando.
Portions of the following program were pre-recorded.
Broadcasting live from the injury law firm of Kaufman and Lind studio. Your accident, your future, your attorney. Contact them at whenyouneedus.com or call pound 546 from your cell. You're listening to WTKS FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Available everywhere on the iHeartRadio app. Now number 1 for podcasting. We are an iHeartRadio station. Someone's going to get offended. It's just the way the world works. So to hopefully save everyone a little time and or energy, here's this. The opinions that you hear are those of the host and callers, and not those of iHeartMedia, its management, or advertisers. You are now listening to the Jim Colbert Show on Real Radio 104.1.
That's right, guys. Here we go on a Friday edition of the Jim Colbert Show. Thanks so much for tuning in. We appreciate that. We do have a fun program for you today. Lots happening. Get you caught up on what's happening out there in the world. Deb's Woke News will do that for you. Embers Only with one of the most amazing Embers Onlys. This may be the best Christmas gift you could get a cigar lover, what we're featuring today, and Ross can also verify that as well. We'll tell you about that. Primetime Kitchen, Amy Drew Thompson in the 4 o'clock hour, 5 o'clock hour, Rich Tips with our friend Candace Rich. Plus, we'll do trivia, Ross Thoughts, and Last Call in the 6 o'clock hour. Of course, your calls, texts, and talkbacks all day long. Welcome to the program. I am Jim. To my left, my lovely and very dangerous co-host, Ms. Deb Roberts.
Hello there.
Straight ahead, producer Jack Bradshaw.
Oh.
Comedy alien Ross Padgett.
Good evening.
Jack not here today. Ross producing. Jack on a little trip.
That's right.
Is it a family reunion thing he's having up there?
I believe it is.
All 40 of them?
Yeah. That's just brothers and sisters.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Good Catholic family. Good Catholic.
If Jack's entire family got together, there may be 50 of them with just his sisters
their
and
husbands.
Their families.
Oh, yeah.
Got to be at least 50 of them because there's 7 total Bradshaws, right?
Exactly.
6 sisters and Jack. Jack's got 3 kids. I think all of his sisters have kids. There'd probably be about 50 of them.
Well, they have. He has 5 older sisters, or is it 4 older sisters than himself?
Yeah, and then a younger sister.
And then a younger sister because his parents didn't want everyone to think they just kept having babies to have a boy.
So that's when you have more kids just to defeat that?
I don't know
they
about
did.
that. You wouldn't believe. I will tell you something. Well, by the way, you find us on Facebook and Instagram easily. It's at The Jim Colbert Show. On Twitter, it's just at Jim Colbert Show. And, of course, the phone numbers are 407-916-1041. You can text us at 77031 and find us all day at JimColbertLive.com. I never did like a big family reunion thing. Like with on either side, I have some get-togethers that were like that, but nothing real big with a lot of extended family. With cousins and cousins and cousins kind of thing. Never in my life.
I have, but only when I was much younger.
Really?
Yeah.
What happened?
Well, we could all fly to Columbia to be with my grandmother and my grandfather. Many of my aunts and uncles live there, so my mom and my aunt and my cousin, her son, we would all trek down and cook and hang out for a week or two.
You think that's common anymore? People doing that?
I think it depends.
With social media and stuff, or people have the ability to keep up with what's going on. There are no letter writers anymore, really, and I don't think people really email for stuff like that.
Look at Scott Maxwell's family. He just talked about how,
doing it again,
and they're doing it again, renting big beach houses. I think Airbnb and other places like that have made those kinds of reunions a little bit more accessible. because you're not looking at renting a hotel room for 10 nights for 50 people.
Yeah, I would think the last time I did this is when Tori and I first got together. I think that first or second Christmas we got together, her extended family rented a big, just like you were saying,
right,
a big house up in the Carolinas, up there at like Ski Beach or one of those small mountain ski resorts up in the Carolinas. We rented like a little A-frame, and we all kind of hung out there. It must have been probably 20 or 25 of us.
You think it could be you?
Yeah, it probably is me. If I had to throw anything out there, it'd probably be like, yeah, is Colbert going? Nope. Can't make it. Cannot get a flight.
Oh, come on.
I can't travel when it's cold or hot out.
Right. All right, 407-916-1041. Of course, you can always text us at 77031. Yeah, the holiday season here. Do you guys send out Christmas cards?
No, I got your Christmas card today.
You did?
Yeah.
Do you send out Christmas cards?
We used to.
Why don't you anymore? Because I have to tell you, we used to as well. This is the first year we always make these grandiose plans. And you know who sets the tone for this for us? Is Daniel Dennis and his wife Andrea from Tom and Dan.
Yeah.
His wife is fake. Like she's so good at this stuff. Like it's so 50s wife, like good and efficient at making sure their family is like represented, in all holidays and stuff. And they always have the best like Christmas cards. And we were inspired to try to do something by those guys. And then we my wife, again, in her spare time, threw something together we could throw out. This is the first time in a while we've sent them.
Yeah, it's just...
There was something, I don't even know if I should say this.
Come on, man, not my Christmas card, buddy.
No,
is it really? You don't
think there's anything?
You gonna take a shot at my Christmas card, buddy?
No, it was a great Christmas card, and it made both me and my wife smile. But
okay.
there was something. There was a small chuckle with the Christmas card.
Yeah, and what is that?
God, man, do we really want to start a Friday show off like this?
Yeah, we do.
Do we?
Yeah, we do. Okay, Roscoe.
So,
did you get it yet?
No.
Oh, yeah.
I've hung out with one of your kids. I think it's safe to say more than the other three.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Good. Ye old Colbs.
Yeah. My son.
Yeah. Huge fan of him. Love that guy.
Yeah,
Every time I hang out with him, I'm like, of course this kid is cool. Of course Jim's kid is awesome. And then we got the Christmas card. And there's this beautiful couple. There they are, Jim and Tori Colbert, killing it. Then you got the three daughters, three stunning couples.
I think the photograph of us is from midget wrestling or excuse me, micro wrestling. I apologize.
And then there's your son just straight chilling by himself in a photo.
Right, yeah.
It was just couple, son.
Right. I knew that's what you were going to say, right? and like the kid that's in South Africa, her boyfriend is like, he looks very European.
Yeah.
He's got a very European look to him. My daughter that's in Denver, her husband is like a real, kind of a gruff, kind of a, out there worker kind of guy. My daughter that lives here in town, her boyfriend, she's known since she was 12, 14 years old. Whatever. They've been on and off dating forever. And they all are like that. And then there's Colby.
Yeah.
How you doing, man? Surprised he didn't have his fishing pole with him. He cares more about that than he does anything.
But first Christmas card that I have received from anybody was from you.
Really?
It's on the fridge.
That's wild. We love get them. My wife actually got a stand, like a special little stand she found at this little like tchotchke store, or maybe even at a thrift store, to be honest with you. And it's a porcelain thing, and you stand your cards up, because for us, like, one of the hardest things is to find places to put them, because we would get a few. And there's no flex or anything, but like your mantle would get so full of them, and you want everybody represented. Like, we keep them all. Do you guys?
Oh yeah,
you keep them all. I've had them. I have a container, like one of those storage vat containers full of just greeting cards from our lives.
Oh, wow.
There must be $3,000 worth of Christmas cards in this thing that you could barely lift up. Well, Christmas, birthday, anniversary, all the cards.
Have you looked at the price of a card?
Oh, they're horrible.
Okay, chances are you have 3,000 cards that are worth maybe a couple $100,000.
Yeah, how many do you get a year? And do you get them from like all family or just friends?
It's interesting. The number has dwindled over the years because people just don't have time.
Yeah.
Or the postage. And
or
everybody
the cost.
Or the cost. And everybody know, and I hate that because, getting a card, even in your email inbox, it's better than nothing, but it's not the same.
It's not the same.
You can't put it up on the mantle. You can't save it. You can't look at it the next year.
But I can't try to read what Jim wrote and fail.
Exactly.
Several
times. Pass it around the room and ask if other people can possibly decipher it.
Just looking at people going, yeah, dude, this is my boss. What is he doing, dude?
He's a doctor. Can you tell?
Yeah.
He writes like one.
Obviously, writing makes him have a stroke.
Right.
So, can you guys picture this happening to me in front of a mailbox? And this is, I may be the only person on planet Earth that is so dysfunctional that this is exactly what I think. I'll go to the mailbox and I'll drop the old mailbox and I'll reach in there. It's like, oh, look, a bevy of Christmas cards. Praying that every Christmas card I look at, that we've already sent them one. Because if not, you just see me in front of my mailbox yelling the F word.
Right.
Because, didn't send them one. Oh, God, them either. Next, getting Christmas cards from people who never should be sending me a Christmas card. Like, I don't know them all that well. They're just being courteous because they're good people. And me, I'm not that. I'm not very aware sometimes, and I don't send that many cards out for those people. Like, people who were in my life like 5-6 years ago who kind of aren't in my everyday life anymore continue to send me Christmas cards. I mean, I say me, my family, my wife and I. And I feel guilty.
Your wife.
I feel guilty. Yeah.
Because I'm over here laughing to myself thinking about you designing a Christmas card.
Listen, buddy, I approved all of those designs. Thank you very much.
You did what?
I approved all those designs.
You did
every damn one of them. You know it's true.
Oh, no, he absolutely approved it.
Yeah.
That's easy.
And the approving is, Jimmy, look at this.
Yeah, all
Yeah,
right,
it's great,
good.
honey.
Then I glance at it and go, everybody looks great. Let's send it out. I don't put a lot of thought into stuff like this. I probably should more. Is that bad, though? Because I'm a male. Guys aren't supposed to do that, right? Guys aren't supposed to be, like, overly
conscientious of others' feelings?
No, not that.
You ace that.
I hate it when you fill me in and then it's close. No. Like, that's...
Why are you attaching gender to something?
I'm about to, and you know it. That's not my house job. Is that a bad thing to say? That's not my house job. My house job is not Christmas cards. I have other house jobs, and one of them is not Christmas cards. Is that okay to say?
Well, you just said it. Don't you think it's something you should have thought about before you said?
That's not how I do it here. So I just need to...
Yeah.
Is that bad, though, to think that, like, that's my wife's job is to send out the Christmas cards?
No.
I don't think there's anything wrong with that.
Now, to go ahead and expect, like, that's... You saying you saying that it's your wife's job
is the same as saying it's a woman's job.
No, I disagree with that.
That's not true. That's not true.
I disagree with that. If you say it's my wife's job, ding ding ding, you're good. If you say that's a wife's job,
no.
A wife's job,
no, I'm not saying that.
Then it gets a little murky.
I'm not
real
saying
quick.
that. I didn't even come close to saying that.
It's one letter away.
Exactly.
Deborah, you can stop looking at me like that because I did not say that. I did not say it's a woman's job. I said it's my woman's job. You damn right. Get over there. Make me meatloaf. Send those out.
I can't wait for her to kick your ass.
She's listening right now.
I know she is. I'm literally, Tori, I will hold him down.
Listen, it's the best thing because here's the thing. She has great handwriting.
The first hit.
Look, if I sent them out, people would think something's wrong. If I wrote the addresses on the cards and sent them out, I mean, she did the labels, she would think, somebody would think it was wrong, like something's wrong.
Well, no, because they wouldn't be able to read it, and they would assume that you had a stroke.
Yeah.
And then
I'm proud of them, though.
You using any software to make an image.
Let me tell you something, buddy. I figured out the label template this morning on on Word. Thank you.
You just
on Face Word.
You. Listen,
I just figured. Listen,
you sent me an email today.
I figured. Okay, stop it. But that's not. But that's not. That's something different. That's something different. Because you had access to that page and I do not. I do not have access to the gym members page to put posts up.
There's no chance you don't.
I don't think I do. I don't know the password.
Like, if we got a Christmas card that was from Jim and only Jim, I'm expecting, like, half crayon.
Yeah.
You know, like a hammer hold, like a fist hold on a Tickle Me Pink.
And where my hand rests, it's a drywall handprint.
Yeah.
From drywall mud.
I'm going to expect it to be those free cards you get in the mail, you know, when you don't really make a donation, but they send them anyway.
Uh-huh.
Little stick man. This is me and my family.
Exactly.
Well, you should send them out. Both of you should send them out.
Oh, okay.
Well, you should.
I'll just check.
Just to your family. Just to, you
is that my house job?
It would be, probably.
Yeah.
Is that something your fiance would do?
I don't know. That's something that we would like to do together generally. I know you like to, distribute the chores.
I don't distribute the chores. She actually took it upon herself, and that's like a job that she likes to do.
Oh,
and
yeah.
I have allowed her to do that.
There's no way you distribute the chores.
Exactly. That's why we just let him talk, man. This is the only place he can do this. Just let him do it.
I don't think any man really distributes chores.
They don't. Not really. Yeah. All right, 407-916-1041. Text us 77031. Wise ass, what's coming up for news?
Oh, we've got so much to cover today.
Really?
Sadly, Orlando says goodbye to legend Colonel Joe Kittinger.
Oh, no way, really?
Yeah, exactly.
He must have been 100.
Not, but he was close.
Yeah.
And then we've got a convicted cartel leader who is not on the prison database. All right. All of a sudden, you're no longer at the maximum security facility in Coleman, Florida, which is located in Sumter County. And when I give you the details of this guy's background, it's like, what?
I think Coleman's one of the highest.
It is.
One of the highest levels in Florida, is it not?
And when I tell you about La Barbie, you'll understand why.
Oh, God.
And then finally, South Koreans are about to become a whole year younger.
Wow, how are we going to do that?
It's going to blow your mind, but we'll talk about all of that and more coming up next during Woke News.
All right, 407-916-1041. Text us 77031. Back with Deb's News. More of the Jim Colbert Show right after this.
Be like the smart kids, like the summa cum laude of your workplace. What? Tell your smart device to play Real Radio 104.1 on iHeartRadio.
From the Goldsmith Jewelry Shop Traffic Center, shop the best quality and lowest price.
Normal afternoon delays continue today in the Orlando area as you travel east and westbound along I-4 near the major attractions areas. Be on the lookout for slow traffic northbound on the Turnpike due to a crash reported between the 408 and the 429. Another crash causing some slow traffic on Goldenrod with at least 2 lanes blocked on the roadway as you drive northbound towards the beach line. A third crash is blocking at least 3 lanes on Narcoossee near the beach line, also northbound. If you see traffic problems, call the SafeTouchSecurity.com traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm Samantha Canning.
This report is sponsored by WaltDisneyWorld.jobs/job fair.
We are hiring. Come be a part of the magic at Walt Disney World Resort. Discover full-time and part-time roles, including custodial, food and beverage, culinary, and more. Learn about upcoming events at WaltDisneyWorld.jobs/job fair.
Man, oh man, when it comes to your bathroom in your house, specifically that guest bathroom, you got to get that thing looking good. Namely for this time of year, Christmas, Thanksgiving, New Year's, you want to have those parties at your house. The problem is that guest bath is an absolute nightmare. The rest of your house looks good. You've done everything else. Paint outside looks good. Landscaping's awesome. You've got all the decor perfect. But that problem is the bathroom, because all you hear is it's going to cost thousands of dollars. It's going to take months to get done. It's never going to get ripped off. And all of those things can be true if you don't use Rebath. With Rebath, you don't have to worry about any of that. These guys have amazing products and an incredible installation team that do this so fast. 4 to 6 days is all it takes to get your brand new bathroom in. And here's how they do that. Everything is planned beforehand. You go to the showroom, 436 up in Altamont across from Kobe, and then you meet with their design team. You design your bathroom virtually, and then they build it and install it. It's unreal. And these are great products that you've known forever. Moen, Kohler, Toto, Birch Cabinetry, and they do it all. So once you go and you see those before and afters, you're certainly going to want to make an appointment. Do that now. It's rebathmidfla.com.
Divorce? Call Trenley and Kramer, TK Law, onefirmforlife.com.
Thank you for calling Navy Federal Credit Union. How can I help you?
Hi, if I'm in the Army, not in the Navy, am I still eligible for membership?
Yes, you are.
What about my sister in the Air Force?
Her too.
And my dad's a Marine.
We serve all branches of the military, veterans, and their families.
My dog is a retired military working dog.
I'll see what I can do.
Find out if you're eligible at NavyFederal.org. Navy Federal Credit Union. Our members are the mission. Insured by NCUA.
Boxing returns to Orlando. The World Boxing Association's KO Drugs Night of Champions card is coming to Carib Royale Resort on Sunday, December 11th. This historic night of boxing, part of the WBA's 100th annual convention, features top boxing talent from around the world. Europe, South America, Cuba, Puerto Rico, Africa, and the U.S. vying for 8 title belts. 8 title belts in one incredible night of boxing. Don't miss this action-packed night of live boxing. Tickets available at Ticketmaster and at CaribRoyale.com/boxing.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm. These are tough times for everyone, so dealing with your timeshare may not be your biggest concern. But when this passes, do you still want a lifetime of payments, fees, and commitments for a timeshare you were misled into buying?
Hi, I'm Chuck McDowell, CEO and founder of Wesley Financial Group. 10 years ago, I started the timeshare cancellation industry by exposing the ugly truth about timeshares and giving folks the straight facts. I've been fighting the timeshare giants ever since, so no one knows this industry better than me and my team. Today, we have saved our clients an average of $65,000 in lifetime payments. Imagine putting those timeshare dollars back in your pocket. Give my office a call today. I guarantee if we take you as a client, we will cancel your timeshare or you'll pay nothing.
Call Wesley Financial now for your free information kit. 800-627-1212. That's 800-627-1212. 800-627-1212.
Right now at Old Navy, get up to 60% off store-wide. Styles start at just $7. Grab gifts for everyone on your list and get up to 60% off now, only at Old Navy and OldNavy.com. Valid 11/29 to 12/11, select styles only.
You've got advanced prostate cancer, but you're not waiting around. You want straight talk, the facts about Orgovix.
Orgovix Relagolix 120 milligram prescription tablets is a treatment for adults with advanced prostate cancer. Fact: Orgovix is a different kind of androgen deprivation therapy treatment, a pill, not an injection. Orgovix may cause serious side effects, including a heart condition called QT prolongation. Tell your doctor right away if you feel dizzy, faint, have a racing or pounding heart, or chest pain. Orgovix can cause harm to an unborn baby or miscarriage. Use birth control during treatment and for 2 weeks after Orgovix treatment. The most common side effects include hot flushes, increased blood sugar and blood fat levels, muscle and joint pain, decreased blood hemoglobin levels, increased liver enzymes, tiredness, constipation, and diarrhea. Other side effects include weight gain, decreased sex drive, and erectile function problems. Orgovix may cause infertility. Talk to your doctor if infertility is a concern for you.
Go with Orgovix. Ask your doctor. For more facts, visit gowiththefacts.com.
Experience the thrill of Broadway as Wicked flies back to Orlando. Don't miss the untold true story of the Witches of Oz from January 25th through February 12th at Dr. Phillips Center. Tickets are on sale now. Wicked, it's the only musical with the power to defy gravity. Visit drphillipscenter.org to get Wicked.
We're ready for you at Village Medical, now accepting new Medicare patients right in your neighborhood. Experience personalized primary care from a care team you can rely on, with convenient same-day appointments, virtual visits, plus weekend and evening hours at select locations. Schedule your Medicare annual wellness visit today. Go to villagemedical.com/getcare. That's villagemedical.com/getcare.
It's the free iHeartRadio app, and it's loaded up with holiday cheer. From Mariah's Christmas anthem to classic crooners, iHeart has your Christmas playlist. Just tap playlists and then tap holiday for a huge selection.
Run, run, Rudolph.
The only app that gives you everything you love for free. Some might call it a Christmas miracle. Download the free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts this holiday season.
Best price the first time. OrangeBuickGMC.com. We are professional grade. This is The Jim Colbert Show. Also available on YouTube, Twitch, and Facebook. Just search The Jim Colbert Show.
Mega underrated band.
I listen to Chevelle so much.
They smash it up, man. They're really good. I was on a run with these guys at the beginning of this year where every trip here and back to the house, I was listening to it like for an entire week. Just a playlist of Chevelle.
I love this noise.
Only 3 people, too, right?
I don't even know.
They're 2 of our brothers, I believe.
I thought vitamin R was a legit vitamin for like the majority of my life.
All right, 407-916-1041. Text us 77031. Welcome back. I am Jim. Ross is right over there, and Deb has your news.
It's time time for woke news.
It seems like kind of a misuse of the whole world.
On the Jim Colbert Show.
All right, let's jump in with both feet. Woke news, as you know, brought to you by Home Loans Radio with that mortgage guy, Don. Give him a listen tomorrow morning when he's host of the Home Loans Radio Show. U.S. Air Force Colonel Joseph Kittinger has passed away at the age of 94.
Yeah.
If you did not know, Kittinger was an internationally renowned pilot and balloonist. In fact, he set the record for the highest parachute jump and free fall back on August 16th, 1960, as part of Project Excelsior. Kittinger jumped from a high-altitude balloon at 102,800 feet and fell for 4 minutes and 36 seconds. It would be 53 years before that record was broken, but he was a part of that. In 2012, he participated in the Red Bull Stratos project as capsule communicator at age 84, directing Felix Baumgartner on his 24-mile free fall from the Earth's stratosphere. If you did not know as well, Orlando is home to the Colonel Joe Kittinger Park at South Crystal Lake Drive and East South Street. You'll see the fighter jet over
That's
there,
right.
and it's a great place to visit.
It's that exit right there by Herndon Airport.
Exactly.
Right off of the 408. You can't miss it. And a sweet guy. I actually live right around the corner from where we broadcast here, and we had him on the air before. Of course, you know, he could communicate at a certain level because of his age, but man, what a great guy. Man, you talk about a humble dude considering what he's done in his life.
I thought we had him on this show at the very beginning, like when we first started.
We may have, but I know we talked to him with the Monsters years ago as well, because in 2012, when he did the whole thing with Felix Baumgartner, we talked to him at that point, and he told us about what it was like to be up there that high and how his hands swole up so much he thought they were going to burst. Like,
wow!
Talks about he told us what this guy's going to expect, you know, and he had much better equipment. This Baumgartner guy had like a pressure suit and everything, but he was taking us through it and laughing about it. You know, I don't know what was that 20 miles in the air?
24 miles.
24 miles up in the air.
I know the craziest thing is that afterwards he had said about the big jump is that when you jump out at that altitude, there's no wind resistance.
Exactly. You're kind of wondering if you're falling.
And that's exactly what he thought. He thought maybe he went too far up.
Oh, wow.
And he didn't know if he was falling.
Wow.
So he thought for about like the first 2 seconds of the jump, he thought he was done for because, I'm just floating in space.
Oh, man.
And then wind starts being felt, and then he's like, all right, that's a good sign.
Right, there you go.
And if you've never seen the video of that stuff, those both Colonel Kittinger's jump,
bananas,
and Felix Baumgartner's jump, they're just truly unbelievable. All right, a nearly decades long, I can't believe it, missing persons case out of Orlando is now in the hands of the FDLE. Jennifer Kessie disappeared back in 2006, and her family says the state's cold case unit is now going to take over, and that essentially means they're restarting the investigation from square one.
Fresh eyes, fresh everything.
Exactly. The agency is going to interview people who have already been identified as possible suspects, and then they're also going to retest evidence. The family says they've been trying to get the state to get a hold of the case for the past 6 months by trying to convince the Attorney General's office, and they believe this is their very last resort for bringing her home or at least some answers.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Orange County Police are expanding their resources to better find missing people. Sheriff John Mina said his department is working with Senior Resource Alliance and Scent Evidence K9. That new partnership helped them get K9 Roscoe and Wyatt to join their search team. Not only that, the sheriff's office will also get about 1,500 scent preservation kits.
Wow.
That will allow them to store evidence for about a decade.
Wow, really?
Yeah.
Crazy.
The partnership comes after at least 3 people went missing over the last few weeks in Central Florida.
Wow.
And to that end, the FBI is offering a $10,000 reward for information in the case of a 9-year-old girl from Homestead who disappeared 40 years ago. In December 1982, 9-year-old Maribel Oquendo Carrero left her home in Homestead to run an errand at a local store. Family members say they believe she made it to the store and bought several items, but she was never seen again. The FBI asks anyone with information on her whereabouts and the person responsible for her disappearance to contact them. Keep in mind, Philadelphia police just yesterday finally gave a name to a little boy who'd been found in a box back in 1957. And there have been several cold cases this old, if not older, in Florida that have been solved. It just takes that one person with that little bit of information. All right, parents and those who didn't have kids, there's stories like this that just make you go, what in the hell? A woman is facing kidnapping
Okay.
false imprisonment,
Okay.
and exploitation of the elderly charges after she's accused of forcing her 88-year-old mother into assisted living 2 times and then stealing $250,000 from her.
Oh, really?
The Miami-Dade state
Sweet.
attorney says Catherine Aru Jones used a revoked power of attorney to, in one case, physically drag her mother from her home and take her to a facility. Investigators allege Aru Jones also took the funds from her mother's reverse mortgage, opened credit cards in her name, and made numerous withdrawals from her bank accounts.
Partay.
Exactly. Oh, hope you get her a good Mother's Day card.
You know, and those charges get
Enhanced.
magnified because
Yes.
of doing that to somebody in that position.
Exactly.
And then her own mother, man.
Her own mother.
Am I like a terrible person?
If you don't think it's that bad?
No,
Yeah.
no.
Yes, you are.
I think it's really bad.
Okay.
What I think that makes me a terrible person is that I'm like, she was 86.
Yeah. What
She
you're
was
saying
88.
is she's on her way out anyway, so who cares?
Just wait it out.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
sure you're going to get something
Now,
in
here's
the
the thing.
will.
Maybe that's the case. Maybe she was such a jackass that she was written out of the will, and she thought it
Yeah.
was the only way she could get her hands on that dough.
I have a feeling she wasn't a really nice
Right.
daughter.
Yeah, that seems real black sheepy.
Yeah, exactly.
A very black sheepy move.
Okay, our next story is not just a mystery here in Florida or in Texas, but it's actually an international mystery. And that's because a Texas-born man who became a Mexican drug cartel leader has vanished. Just vanished.
That's pretty easy out of super max lockup prisons, right?
Yeah, always, right?
Yeah, they just walk right out.
Edgar Valdez Villarreal was serving a 5-decade federal prison sentence, but his name has been removed from the U.S. Bureau of Prisons website without any explanation. It's even caught the eye of Mexico's president, who told reporters it's, quote, very strange what's going on there in America, where they can't locate this guy.
Right.
Valdez Villarreal went by La Barbie.
Okay.
That was what his football coach had given him in Laredo, Texas,
Get it,
because of his fair skin and his
Okay.
light-colored eyes.
Yep, not very menacing, though.
Oh, well, the first thing they called him was Ken, but then
Oh,
they
yeah.
upped it to Barbie, and
Got
that
it.
took wildfire. Now, he was born in Laredo, Texas, but worked his way up the cartel ladder by becoming one of the most vicious hitmen. He was fond of videotaping torture sessions, and he decapitated several dozen of his enemies.
Wow, really?
This was
He's a monster.
He was a monster. He absolutely tried to get his way. A cartel leader was killed. He was trying to gain power. You gain it by becoming the most ruthless. Remember back when the 4 bodies were hung over the bridge?
Yeah. I remember all that. Yeah.
Yeah, that was a message to La Barbie.
Oh, wow, really?
Yeah, exactly. So we'll keep our eye on that international interesting story. Back here closer to home, Florida Representative Joe Harding has resigned his seat in the House of Representatives.
What happened?
Rather, the move comes just days after he was formally charged with defrauding a federal COVID-19 relief loan program. Harding released a statement to his constituents this week. We had talked about this yesterday in Woke News, saying he paid back.
Yeah, you knew this was coming.
He paid back all $150,000 of the loan and that he's fully cooperating with the investigation. Harding gained national attention after sponsoring the state's controversial parental rights in education. We, of course, all know the bill better as its Don't Say Gay moniker.
Right. Yeah, it's weird, though, that he paid it all back and that he still resigned. So that leads me to believe that there's something even squirrelier in there, too. Because, I mean, if he paid the money back and it was an honest mistake, well, obviously it was not.
Exactly. And I think that's the problem. It really wasn't an honest mistake.
Just because he paid it back doesn't mean a crime wasn't committed.
Exactly. It's not like you can go, hey, my bad.
Sounds a whole lot
Sorry.
like he doesn't want anybody digging.
Speaking of money, man, there's a lot of people out there that can commiserate with this next story, but Maxwell Alejandro Frost, the first Gen Z congressman-elect from our state of Florida, says he was denied an apartment in Washington, D.C. because of his, quote, really bad, end quote, credit.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
The 25-year-old will represent Florida's 10th congressional district when the new Congress convenes next month. Frost says he told his potential landlord his credit was poor, and he was initially told, nah, it's going to be fine. Must be bad because Frost said his application was denied and he lost the apartment and the application fee.
Wow, man, his credit must have been awful.
The Democrat said his credit was bad because he, quote, ran up a lot of debt running for Congress, end quote.
Wow, man. What an irony there.
I know.
Can you put a lot of campaign funds, though, on credit? I guess.
I don't know how campaign laws work. They're very tricky.
Yeah, you can borrow money from yourself. We've seen people loan their campaigns money for sure. But man, I don't know about that.
I don't know. I don't know enough about campaign laws when it comes to what monies and where. Hell, I learned enough of a lesson just buying a house. I mean, the rich sure can hand over gobs of money without having to answer questions, but don't let anything pop up in your checking account.
Right, yeah. That's wild, man. Like, what does your credit score have to be to not get an apartment? Does it have to be that bad, right? Probably what's bad? Like anything in the low sixes is bad? Is that what it is?
I don't know, but while you guys ponder that, I'm going to keep going.
All right, go ahead.
No more Tiger Kings like Joe Exotic, as a bill outlawing private ownership of big cats and cub petting zoos is on its way to the White House. Carol Baskin of Big Cat Rescue in Tampa says the campaign overcame, quote, narcissistic and abusive, end quote, private collectors. The Netflix documentary, of course, Tiger King, drew attention to Baskin and the exploitation of big cats, a big thing here in Florida, right?
Yeah,
I
for
never
sure.
saw it. So is here, Texas, and California as well?
Well, I think that one guy, Doc Adel, had his place was up in like Virginia or somewhere in that area, like Carolinas, Virginia, or something like that.
Yeah, well, luckily,
Doc Antle, that was his name.
Luckily, that's not going to happen anymore.
Yeah.
So, Deb, would this change your mind about Tiger King now?
About watching it?
Well, not watching it, but I think you've always looked at it with some, like, I don't know, embarrassment, disdain.
Disdain, not embarrassment. Yeah, because, I mean, when the scene opens and there's a snow leopard that's inside of a crate in the back of a locked-up van and they're bartering over the price of an animal that shouldn't even be in this environment, why are these people having these animals? There is no benefit to the animal or to conservation.
Absolutely.
For these turds to be walking around with these big cats.
But I guess the point that I'm trying to make is that bill doesn't get passed if it wasn't for Tiger King.
Oh, yeah. That's
absolutely.
The irony of the entire thing with that show is it made that guy real famous and also put him in jail for the rest of his life.
And it also got rid of the big cat rescue.
Right.
So, yeah, it's just like Don't F with Cats. You know, when that show came out and it showed the power of social media. So I think, yeah, if that light hadn't been shown on the big cat, you know, that whole seedy underbelly, we wouldn't have known about it. So that's the good that came from the show.
And that's also the ending of the show.
Yeah, it is.
Is that when they talk to, I believe, the person who lost their arm from an incident and talking about how the big loser in all of this isn't Joe Exotic, it's the cats.
Always, always. Always.
So look at that. Tiger King ended up being
it did a good thing.
Somewhat positive end result.
It did a good thing. And speaking of animals, one animal shelter here in Central Florida is dropping its adoption fees ahead of the holidays. So if you've got kids at home squealing for a puppy or a kitten or an older dog, they make great pets, or older cat, Orange County Animal Services is hosting an Empty the Shelters event tomorrow in hopes of finding hundreds of dogs and cats new forever homes before Christmas. The shelter says it's currently taking care of 180 dogs and 121 cats. And thanks to a partnership with the Bissell Pet Foundation, those are the folks behind the vacuum cleaners, officials are able to lower adoption fees for all animals to just $5.
Saw that, yeah.
And that $5 cost includes all of their vaccines and a spay or neuter surgery, which can be very, very expensive. All right, if you're going to be heading out to the beach this weekend, we are going to have probably our last weekend, at least for a while, of beautiful weather. Got a strong cold front coming in next weekend. Swimmers are still being asked to watch out for dangerous conditions along Florida's east coast. Brevard County Ocean Rescue says the surf is going to reach about 6 to 10 feet this weekend. As a low-pressure system out in the Atlantic, that was that system they were watching to potentially turn into Owen.
Right, yeah.
That subtropical system. The offshore disturbance is expected to enhance the already existing rip current risk. So officials are asking visitors, just please don't go to the beach alone, but definitely don't get into the water. And if you are going to swim, get near a lifeguard. Local ocean rescue teams have made more than 400 rescues so far this year.
Did you see that 400 miles of Florida beaches were affected or destroyed by the? I saw that today because of the project that's going to take to restore the beaches in Florida is going to be monumental. You'll hear more about it soon, but I read
miles?
that 400 miles affected by Hurricane Ian. Some of it more drastically than others, but that's how much. I mean, they're looking at a monumental.
They really are.
It was like a worst case scenario for what it did.
And it brings a whole new set of questions to beachfront living.
Yeah.
See, and
some of the most sought after property in the world.
I'm not denying that. I just didn't know that you could break a beach.
Yeah, you can. You can take it away. It'll wash right away.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, speaking of things happening on beachside, SpaceX launched dozens of internet satellites into orbit for a Starlink competitor.
Yeah.
Yeah, Falcon 9 rocket blasted off from NASA's Kennedy Space Center last night carrying 40 OneWeb satellites. Maybe you heard the sonic booms. OneWeb is building its own broadband satellite constellation that will compete with the SpaceX Starlink satellites. Meanwhile, a Japanese billionaire entrepreneur now has a full crew of artists who will join him on a 6-day trip around the moon next year. Yusaka Miyazawa.
Good job.
Thank you.
Good job.
Thank
Man.
you.
Get out of here.
Get a dong for that, gentleman.
Coming your way.
Oh, that's so little and tiny and
Oh,
unimpressive.
come on. It wasn't that
Oh,
good.
because he's Asian? Good job, Dad.
Way to minimalize him. Good job, Deborah. We thought you were a team player.
Announced the passengers who will ride with him on his privately funded mission he's calling Dear Moon.
Okay.
The group includes American DJ Steve Aoki.
Oh, wow, really?
Yes, and space YouTuber Tim Dodd, better known as the Everyday Astronaut. Looking at you, Sam Bowen. Filling out the crew are Czech artist Yemi A.D., Irish photographer Rhiannon, photographer Kareem Elia, Indian actor Dev Joshi, documentary filmmaker Brendan Hall, and the South Korean rapper known by the stage name T.O.P.
Oh, there you go.
And finally, speaking of South Korea, I did not know that this is what happened, but South Koreans are about to get a whole year younger.
Yeah, that's okay.
Yesterday, a new set of bills was launched. Hang on a second. For some reason, computer just decided to.
That's okay. Don't worry about it.
Oh, man. South Korea, man. They're everywhere.
Oh, yeah, they are.
You start talking mess, they shut you down.
Yeah.
Best internet out there.
5G.
Uh-huh.
Well, all right. A new set of bills was passed requiring the country to change to the international age counting system, where age is based on birth date.
Okay.
What were they doing before?
Currently, most of South Korea abides by the Korean age system, where a person is 1 year old as soon as they are born, and then everyone gains 1 year on New Year's Day. So technically, that means babies born on December 31st would be considered 2 years old the next day.
Get out of here. Really?
Yes. More than 80% of citizens support the upcoming change, which will go into effect this June. Never heard of that. Ever in my life.
So they're giving them. Okay.
So they're going to the way. They're reverting to the way we count our ages. So your birth date means you are 0. Your next birth date after you were born, you turn 1. In South Korea,
they're giving them time in the womb.
You're getting time and a half.
You get good womb time.
Yeah.
You're getting time and a half.
We know how they feel about the big debate. Also, when you're describing this, I saw Jim's face of confusion. I felt confused.
I felt confused.
It sounded like a riddle that you have to answer to cross a bridge.
Right, exactly. I got to tell you guys, we're never getting out of this escape room.
Yeah.
We're never going to be able to do that math.
Well, either way, now you all are officially woke, and Woke News is brought to you by Home Loans Radio with that mortgage guy, Don. Hey, listen, tomorrow morning while you're out running errands, enjoying this gorgeous weather, listen to the Home Loans Radio Show where you can listen to that mortgage guy, Don, give great advice on all things having to do with buying and owning a home. But the best part is you don't have to wait until tomorrow morning. You can go to homeloansradio.com right now and ask Don any mortgage question, even get a written quote, and that is so easy just by hitting apply now. Again, that's homeloansradio.com or thatmortgageguyDon.com.
Thanks, Deb. 407-916-1041. That's how you call us. You can text us easily, 77031. Back in a sec with Embers only here on the Jim Colbert Show.
Something on your mind? Text us at 77031. Standard data and message rates apply. Real Mobile is powered by Orange Buick GMC and OrangeBuickGMC.com. We are professional grade.
From the Rude Air Conditioning Weather Center, powered locally by Ferguson HVAC.
I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Brooks Garner with your Fox 35 Central Florida forecast. What a forecast it is, and it's easy to remember. Every day, highs around 80, morning lows around 60. There will be some patchy morning fog around, but the sun comes out mid-morning, and it'll just be beautiful during the afternoons. This pattern will hold until this time next week when a big cold front comes through. That'll change everything. We're looking at morning lows in the 40s with highs only in the 60s for a couple of days by next weekend. For the Fox 35 Storm Team, I'm meteorologist Brooks Garner.
This report is sponsored by Kin Insurance. Today's weather calls for sun and a 100% chance of better home insurance. Seriously, check out Kin Insurance and get the right coverage at a great price in minutes. Get a quote at kin.com, where you're not just family, you're kin.
Tools Ace Hardware has the perfect gifts for that backyard entertainer for Christmas and beyond. A huge selection of grill accessories, barbecue rubs, and sauces that are awesome for putting right there under the tree. Plus, you get a brand new Big Green Egg, Traeger, Weber, maybe a Napoleon grill for that gift that blows them away. And you can get a grill assembled and delivered to your home by Christmas for free when you spend $3.99 or more on grills or accessories. Visit one of their 12 Central Florida locations, including the brand new one right there in South Claremont on the corner of Highway 27 and Hartwood Marsh. Or you can shop online right there at acehardware.com. It's Tools Ace, the backyard place.
This holiday season, it's more important than ever to make sure you make your money go farther. And while interest rates are on the rise everywhere else, at International Diamond Center, we're lowering rates all the way down to 0%. That's right. Now through December 12th, International Diamond Center is offering 0% financing for 5 years. This is in addition to IDC's amazing unbeatable value prices, so you can make their Christmas dreams come true. How about an $8,000 diamond tennis bracelet for just $133 a month? Or check out a special collection of affordable and timeless classics like diamond studs, gold fashion and diamond fashion jewelry with instant savings of 20% and some hand-picked specials even marked down to 40%. Don't let anything keep you from getting that headliner gift this year. International Diamond Center has the price relief and the interest rate relief you deserve. Merry Christmas from International Diamond Center. 4 Orlando area locations. On approved credit.
Year-end deals are at Sutherland Nissan Orlando with 0% financing on new Nissans. Yes, 0% on new Nissans. No payments for 6 months. $5,000 over book value for your trade. Click SutherlandBuysCars.com. Then rush to Sutherland Nissan Orlando by January 3rd. See dealer for details.
The huge end-of-year blowout sale is going on right now down at Nation's Trucks. Every truck in stock has been reduced in price, and with approved credit, you won't make any payments for 120 days. Plus, you'll get $1,000 in Christmas cash with any purchase. Visit nationstrucks.com and start driving the truck that you deserve today.
The bicycles. The toy fire trucks. Instead of giving gifts that kids will outgrow, invite grandparents and friends to contribute to your child's future with the UNest app. UNest allows parents to create an investment account for their kids that makes it easy to gift funds that can be used for college tuition, a first car, and more, just by sharing a link. To get started, download the UNest app from the App Store or Google Play. See terms and conditions at unest.co. That's UNEST.co.
They say a good craftsman never blames their tool, and the best always choose the right one for the job. For the builders and makers of this world, nothing beats knowing you've got what you need to get the project done. Northern Tool is a problem solver's paradise. And with savings of up to 50% off and great new deals dropping every week, we've got the perfect gift for all the solvers on your list. We're made for this. Come see us in store or shop online at northerntool.com.
You've got advanced prostate cancer, but you're not waiting around. You want straight talk, the facts about a Govix.
Orgovix Relagolix 120 milligram prescription tablets is a treatment for adults with advanced prostate cancer. Fact: Orgovix is a different kind of androgen deprivation therapy treatment, a pill, not an injection. Orgovix may cause serious side effects, including a heart condition called QT prolongation. Tell your doctor right away if you feel dizzy, faint, have a racing or pounding heart, or chest pain. Orgovix can cause harm to an unborn baby or miscarriage. Use birth control during treatment and for 2 weeks after Orgovix treatment. The most common side effects include hot flushes, increased blood sugar and blood fat levels, muscle and joint pain, decreased blood hemoglobin levels, increased liver enzymes, tiredness, constipation, and diarrhea. Other side effects include weight gain, decreased sex drive, and erectile function problems. Orgovix may cause infertility. Talk to your doctor if infertility is a concern for you.
Go with Orgovix. Ask your doctor. For more facts, visit gowiththefacts.com.
Car crash? Call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
The Jim Colbert Show returns now on Real Radio 104.1.
Is this thing on?
Welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show, Real Radio 104.1. Thanks for tuning in today on this gorgeous, perfect Friday. Really, it is absolutely stunning. Weather's been really nice the last 3 days going into this weekend where it's going to be perfect. Again, if you missed anything Brendan O'Connor had yesterday when it comes to things to do in Central Florida, just go to bungalower.com. He went over all of that, and we'll get to Embers Only here in a few seconds as well, yeah.
You can watch me sled tomorrow.
What are you doing?
I'm going sledding.
Where?
In Mount Dora.
What are they doing?
Snow in the park.
Oh, they really?
Yeah.
Who are you sledding with?
I'm sledding against Mayor Chrissy Stiles.
Against the mayor? It's like a race?
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
There's
really?
5 lanes set up.
It's like everybody can do this, or just you?
Oh, yeah.
doing it?
Yeah, no, it's open to, well, I've always wanted to do this, but who wants to be the POS adult who jumps in front of a kid who's been waiting?
Yeah, I was going to say.
He would not. Not
Jim.
even Jim would do that.
That may be the fastest I've ever raised my hand.
Yeah.
You would not do that.
It's the only time I ever felt comfortable interrupting you.
Right.
I'll take Jim. Jim?
Yeah,
You
well,
know
it's Snow in the Park. It kicks off tomorrow afternoon at 3, goes until 7. Sledding, if you bring a new unwrapped toy, you get a snow slope fast pass.
Damn, that's cool.
Yeah, it is really cool. So we're going to kick everything off at 2:30 and see which older adult can get to the hospital first.
Yeah, no joke.
Because I haven't gone sledding since.
Oh, man, the sledding. Oh.
So much fun, but I'm kind of, it's like.
About the only thing I remember nice from West Virginia was going sledding. We lived in this trailer park.
Right.
And the trailer park was at the bottom of this hill. Oh. And we would walk to the top and sled down. And, man, it was all on bedrock. So it'd get ice and you would just haul ass.
Did you use a proper. I mean, I have sled on everything from a food tray, from a cafeteria.
The disc, you mean the disc thing? Everybody started using the disc, and I was like, "Why would you want a disc? You can't drive it." I had one of those old school, like the real
you had
deal.
a toboggan.
Oh yeah, real old school sled that had the rails, and you could.
Oh yeah,
those things were the best.
Yeah, I love sledding. Have you ever gone sledding?
I think
Ross?
like once, but
Really?
it wasn't great.
Oh man, if you got you can go when you go to the mountains. I mean, they have sled runs for the kids, but let me tell you straight up, it ain't just for kids.
No, exactly.
Because it's fun.
Now,
I mean, it's real fun.
Just because I'm still pissed after finding out that you can get a DUI on a bike, which should be like half a DUI. It should be like a DU. That's what whatever. Could you get a DUI sledding?
A duh.
You can't get a DUI sledding. I don't think you can do that.
I don't know though. That's
I don't know because you probably could get a DUI skiing because man, if you're
oh my god, why does that piss me off?
If you're hauling ass down that mountain and you're out of control and you run into the people waiting for the lift, I mean it could be.
Yeah, I would imagine. I don't
you
even
can
know
see that online, by the way.
If you'd have to go fast, right? Because I mean, on a bike, you don't necessarily have to be going fast.
No, you don't. But I mean, even with a sled, I remember sledding as a kid.
Oh, you could get some good speed.
Oh, we built jumps. We were dumb. Like we built jumps, like snow jumps, and we would jump them and just rack ourselves all the time.
Hit cars that people parked in the street. Hear your head smack the ground.
How about the best one was a stump that got snowed over.
Oh no!
My buddy Richard hit that thing and it ejected him like a fighter jet. It was great, and he was fat. He'd blubber flying through the air and crying. It was great. He was like, they were like 8 or 9. Oh, we were like the worst kids in the neighborhood. We were trailer park worst.
And then you run back up the hill and you do it again.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. So hope to see you out there tomorrow.
All right, good.
Should be a good time.
What time does it start?
It starts at 3 p.m. I'll start. We'll be kicking off the sledding at 2:30. Race time begins.
So you're the inaugural race.
We are the inaugural.
And you're kicking
yep,
it off.
That's the only time you get to see 5 old people on the sledge, trails. After that, the kids take
win.
over.
You better win. Don't you come back here as a loser.
No doubt.
You got to strap some weights to you.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, weights, and I need some wax for the bottom of my sled.
And light a smoke so it looks like you're steam powered.
Yeah.
That's the best idea of all.
All right, 407-916-1041. Let's do Embers Only. Hey, hop online, by the way, JimCulverLive.com.
Explore the world of cigars, spirits, and other things that make life worth living. This is Embers Only.
Embers Only brought to you by friends over at Corona Cigar Company. 3 locations to serve you. And these are they're not just cigar stores. It's impossible to explain unless you've been into one.
They're lounges.
What these places are like. They are really nice lounges. It's not just like a lounge. These are really, really nice. The downtown location is my favorite. That giant front porch overlooking downtown Orlando. You could just people watch out there in front. This time of year, could not be better for what we're going to talk about today, and that is sipping on fine spirits and enjoying a premium cigar. There is something very special about it this time of year. Ross and I did it a number of times last year. Probably do it once before we get out of this year. Just to sit there and sip some tequila or bourbon, maybe a nice scotch or port wine, and have a great cigar chosen for you by the guys there at Corona, or maybe something yourself. So,
I learned something about myself today.
Oh, yeah. Every single year we feature something from these guys that turns out being one of the best Christmas gifts you can get, right? And a lot of people are like, well, you know, with the whiskey packages, sometimes when you get in that $150, $170 range, kind of puts me out of the game. I will tell you, what we're featuring today may be one of the best things we've ever featured on Embers Only. If you go to JimColbertLive.com and check out the feed that we have, I'm going to put this up for you. That's a little dirty now because I was messing with it earlier, but this is a CAO Champions Sampler Kit.
Here, give it to the show, girl.
Yeah, there you go. And what this is, it is a leather-bound case. It looks like an old cassette box is what it looks like. Leather-coated, and it's a humidor. And inside are 10 unbelievable cigars. Ross and I took 2 of them out today.
Yeah.
I had the Nicaraguan Manjalpa Corona, which was absolutely delicious. Which one did you have again?
I had the Cameroon CAO.
Yeah, the El Adversarial Cameroon Robusto. I'm not going to be able to pronounce any of this.
Wow.
This is just 2 of the beautiful 10 cigars that you get, along with this case that turns out being a travel humidor, which is amazing.
And the case itself looks so cool. And just the whole experience, when you open it up, it really reminded me of like getting, great chocolates.
Yeah.
Then you look at the little map and you find out which each chocolate is.
Like an advent calendar thing.
Yeah.
And it has all of these are 90 plus rated by Cigar Aficionado. Really wonderful CAO cigars from the Pilon Robusto, the American Potomac, Brazilian Samba, the Flathead V66. Look, they're just wonderful choices up and down. $72.95.
What?
Yeah.
$72 for that. That's it. $72.
Damn.
When I saw the price, I thought it was a misprint.
Wow.
You're getting those cigars for less than $7 a piece, and you're getting the humidor basically for free.
Yeah, I just chose a random cigar, and it was immediately a top 3 cigar that I've had from this segment.
Could you imagine ripping that open on Christmas morning if you're a cigar lover and seeing that and then having that? That would be like, you can't lose with that.
Because if you're getting that gift for Christmas, you go, oh, cool, I got this awesome travel humidor.
Right.
And then you open it up. You're like, and all the goods are in there.
Yeah, so check it out, man. It is the CAO Champion Sampler 3. It's the 3rd edition of this popular collection, and the cigars are amazing. I could never get through all 10 of the names, but you get 10 beautiful smokes, and you get this leather CAO humidor that comes with it, and what a wonderful package for only $72.95. By the way, they'll ship this thing for you as well. So if you're out of the area and you love this segment and you want some of these cigars and you live in an area that doesn't have premium cigars, grab one of these packages now and have it shipped. You are going to love it. You can't lose with this one. God almighty, it's so good. It's the CAO Champion Sampler 3, the 3rd edition, and it is your cigar of the week. Thanks so much for joining us for Embers Only. You can find these cigars at all 3 locations, Heathrow, downtown, Sand Lake Road, and of course, always online at coronacigar.com. And if you want to see it, by the way, if you go to my Twitter account, at Jim Colbert Show on Twitter, I have a picture up there of it as well. So check it out there, and we'll be back in a second with more of the Jim Colbert Show.
You're listening to the Jim Colbert Show.
Real radio.
From the Goldsmith Jewelry Shop Traffic Center, shop the best quality and lowest price.
Still looking at slow traffic eastbound westbound on I-4 this afternoon in the Orlando area by the major attractions exits. A crash still causing some slow traffic northbound on the Turnpike between the 408 and 429. Another crash still causing some heavy slow traffic northbound on Narcoossee, where at least 3 lanes are blocked near the beach line. If you see any traffic problems, call the SafeTouchSecurity.com traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm Samantha Canning.
This report is sponsored by Blindster.com.
Hi, I'm Kyle. My company is Blindster.com. I started Blindster in 2010 to provide custom blinds, shades, and shutters at affordable prices. Our blinds are easy to install and shipping is free. Don't hire an expensive professional. Do it yourself and save big at Blindster.com.
Guys, let me tell you something. If you are battling your eyesight, you got to get over to my friends, Filatowski Eye Institute. Get rid of those glasses or contacts for the new year. And if you have a Flex spending account, man, now is the time to schedule a LASIK consultation with the Filatowski Eye Institute. Flex spending account funds can be used for LASIK procedures. How awesome is that? All you have to do is text 1041 to 868686 and schedule that consultation with the Filatowski Eye Institute today. And look, man, don't trust your eyes to just anyone. I didn't. My father and my son-in-law went to Dr. Filatowski and he changed their life overnight. That's what the surgeons do over there. They use the latest state-of-the-art LASIK technology and performed over 65,000 procedures. They've got it down, and it can help you out a lot. Don't delay. Text 1041 to 868686 and schedule your LASIK consultation today.
Ad paid for by the Sentinel Group. Attention Marines, military personnel, families, and contractors who were stationed at Camp Lejeune. Were you present at Camp Lejeune between August 1953 and December of 1987? You may be entitled to significant compensation. For nearly 34 years, those in the Marine Corps' base Camp Lejeune were exposed to contaminated drinking water, resulting in devastating injuries, including several forms of cancer, adverse birth outcomes, Parkinson's disease, and more. North Carolina's procedural laws have prevented victims from getting the justice they deserve, but passage of the Camp Lejeune Justice Act of 2022 would allow you or a loved one to file lawsuit seeking compensation for illnesses and injuries linked to the toxic water. Call today for your free consultation. 800-561-1201. Let our experienced attorneys fight to get you the compensation you deserve, and you pay nothing unless there's a recovery in your favor. Call 800-561-1201. That's 800-561-1201. Again, 800-561-1201.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
This story is called The Ugly Truth About Timeshare. If you think you've done your family a favor by buying a timeshare, you need my help. Hello, I'm Chuck McDowell, CEO and founder of Wesley Financial Group. 10 years ago, I started helping folks cancel their timeshare. And in the process, started what's now called the timeshare cancellation industry. Timeshare is the only thing that you can buy that you can't tell me how much it's going to cost or when it's going to end. When you buy a timeshare, you give them a blank check to fill out any amount they want for annual maintenance and assessment fees. The crazy thing is, this never ends. Even when you die, your family's now going to be stuck with this burden. Stop the insanity today. Call my office now. If we take you as a client, I guarantee we'll cancel your timeshare or you'll pay nothing.
Call for your free information kit. 800-809-7171. That's 800-809-7171. 800-809-7171.
Just come out. The man when you're in trouble. Car accidents, slips and falls, he's the only one that you should call. Just come out. When you're injured on the go.
Orlando attorney Mo DeWitt, sung by a non-attorney spokesperson.
Right now at Old Navy, get up to 60% off store-wide. Styles start at just $7. Grab gifts for everyone on your list and get up to 60% off now. Only at Old Navy and OldNavy.com. Valid 11/29 to 12/11. Select styles only.
They're big, and they're coming for you. Tax refund advance loans at Jackson Hewitt, up to $4,500. That's big. Like our tax refund advance can beat up their tax refund advance kind of big. Up to $4,500 at Jackson Hewitt. Book your appointment today and get details at jacksonhewitt.com. You're going to need a bigger wallet. Eligible clients can get up to $1,000 in December and up to $3,500 in January. Loans by Republic Bank and Trust Company. Finance charge may apply.
Join Jim Colbert on The Jim Colbert Show for his Cigar of the Week segment every Friday afternoon at 3:45. You can pick up these featured cigars at all 3 Corona Cigar Company locations, Dr. Phillips, Heathrow, and downtown. Learn more at coronacigar.com.
When storms hit, we're here for you. With new grid technology that can reroute power to avoid outages and better communication to keep you in the know. And as we transition to a cleaner energy future, we'll still be here for you, keeping your costs down even as we work to expand renewables and explore new energy sources. We're Duke Energy, and we're building a smarter energy future for you. Paid for by Duke Energy shareholders.
December 9th, entertainers from the world of country music are coming together at the World Equestrian Center in Ocala, Florida, for a concert in support of our nation's recalibrated veterans. Jimmy Allen, Colt Ford, and Kid G are taking the stage for the Never Give Up on Country benefit concert for the Travis Mills Foundation. This patriotic event kicks off with a block party featuring food, drinks, and more. Get your tickets at never-give-up-on-country.eventbrite.com. All proceeds benefit our nation's heroes.
Hi, welcome to IKEA and our winter celebration event.
Yeah, hi. It's been a while since I've had the whole family over, so I need a table set for 12. I need decor to impress Aunt Lucille. Oh, I need gifts for the kids.
No worries. As an IKEA family member, you can save with hundreds of offers throughout the store, from home decor to table lamps and even gaming accessories.
Gaming? Wait, did you say hundreds?
Yes. This holiday season, visit us in-store or at IKEA-USA.com/winter celebrations to start saving. The IKEA Winter Celebration event begins 12/7 and ends 12/24/22, U.S. only.
This hour of programming brought to you in part by FAS Windows and Doors.
Broadcasting live from the injury law firm of Kaufman and Lind studio. Your accident, your future, your attorney. Contact them at whenyouneedus.com or call pound 546 from your cell. You're listening to WTJS FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Available everywhere on the iHeartRadio app. Now #1 for podcasting. We are an iHeartRadio station. You're listening to The Jim Colbert Show. Also available to watch, if you're into that kind of thing, at The Jim Colbert Show on Twitch.
Welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show, Real Radio 104.1, right here in Maitland, Florida. I hope you have a big old weekend planned out there. I hope you had a good week. You know, everybody needs to have a good week. It feels so good going into a good week if you've had a good productive weekend, and if you've had a good productive week.
Yeah,
you would
no
agree with
stress
that?
with the holidays, no nail biting.
Ross got a long ass drive in front of him tomorrow.
Really? Why?
I'm going to a wedding in the Keys.
Oh,
but it's Largo, so it's not that far, thank God.
Yeah.
I thought
that'll be fun.
I thought he had like a 9-hour drive in front of him tomorrow. It's like driving to Atlanta.
Yeah, I am looking forward to it.
Who's getting married?
One of my wife's best friends.
Oh, there you go, yeah.
And also one of my good friends. I've really enjoyed hanging out with both of them.
407-916-1041. Text us 77031. I am Jim, Deb, and Ross are here. Jack will be back with us on. Is he in Monday? Tuesday. There you go. He's up in Memphis. In Memphis.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, up there. Good barbecue up there. That's about it. Yeah, that's about it. Memphis is a weird city, man.
I remember you talking about it.
It's an
Yeah.
odd city.
It's a whole bunch of, we used to be cool.
Yeah.
Remember us?
Yeah. Amy Drew coming up in about 15 minutes or so with Primetime Kitchen. Got a lot to talk about with her. Oh, and by the way, if you are interested in getting a spice set mix here from the Jim Colbert Show, we have them up and available. We added the link to the Gym Members page. If you remember the Gym Members page, you can get the link there. It's a simple Venmo thing. Just send $25. We'll mail them anywhere in the U.S. for $25. We drop the price down to $5 a bottle is what it is. It costs about $8 to $10 to ship them, depending on where you are. So we're just blowing them out. So if you want to get one for Christmas, we have about 50 sets left. You can order it right through Venmo, through the Jim or through my Facebook page, or if you go to Gym Members, we have the link up there, and you can do that. And we're sending out another order on Monday. The latest we can get your order and guarantee it by Christmas is next Friday.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And we're sending out the last order next Friday. The first order went out yesterday, so people should be getting those tomorrow or maybe even today. Cool.
That is cool. And we've all used them before.
Yeah, they're good.
They're very good.
Look, for $25, and if somebody listens to the show, it's a great gift that they can actually use. It's practical. It's not like a gag or a novelty.
I was going to say, and the reason why I bring that up is because, a lot of times, promotional stuff like lip balm or whatever, it's just with the label slapped on it.
Right.
This is not an product. This is really good stuff. I mean, you curated it or put it together personally.
This is the stuff I use for years at the house, just just kind of tuning in to the way that my family like to eat stuff. And like the pork thing is not a savory, or it's not a barbecue-y kind of pork rub the way you get a lot of pork rubs are. It's more of a savory, herby pork rub. And the chicken is, just a good, it's all just basic good stuff, man. Just get the good stuff in there, makes all the proteins taste good.
Yeah.
All right. Jim Colbert on Facebook or the Gym Members page. Grab that now if you like.
If only I cooked.
I wanted to know where we were going to go here because that's one I want to talk about a little bit later. Let's talk about this Jennifer Kessie thing. I mean, I know you brought it up in news, but
yeah.
So this is an interesting case, and the reason why is we've talked to their parents a lot. Actually, her father more than any. I think he was the one we did most of the interviews with. I wish I could remember his name. I never can, but
Mark.
I don't believe it is, but we've talked to him for Drew Kessie.
Drew Kessie, there we go.
So we've talked to them so much, and for when that case was hot, it was like every other month we had a conversation with them based on the evidence that was kind of leaking out. And now, like you were saying, it looks like the cold case area and the FDLE. And here's my question though, and you guys, is there a protocol for that? Like, this case has been going on for 16 years, and it's just now getting over to the FDLE. What is the protocol on that? Like, why did it take so long? Because if I remember right, the Kessies were trying to get the information from the Orlando Police Department, and they were putting up a fight for it, saying, hey, it cost us this much money to get it all pulled, or, and they were really kind of stalling him. And then I think eventually they did wind up getting all the information, all the investigatory information from the officers. But why is it just now FDLE is getting involved?
Well, I believe at one point they had wanted to give the information to a private investigator. Because, they're desperate to find answers to the situation. And again, even in the context of the story during Woke News, we had talked about the fact that the Kessies had been trying for the better part of the last 6 months, if not longer, to try and, get the state attorney's office to say, get this to FDLE, get it to FDLE. So obviously what I think probably has to happen is the original agency that has jurisdiction, right? The Orlando Police Department,
right? Yeah,
would have to exhaust all of their investigative possibilities before they would say, okay, now we'll put it into the hands of the FDLE.
Let me ask though, and this is me asking a question.
And that's an educated guess.
Like, I'm not taking any shots at anybody, but we know this has happened before with police departments and investigative wings of police departments. They have big pride.
Oh yeah,
right. So they have a lot of pride. So and we kind of contemplated this for a little while. Like, do you think there was any of that involved with turning this information over? Like, if you were a chief of police in Orlando and you had an investigative team there in Orlando, and after 16 years, or even after 12 years, let's say, they hadn't really produced any more new information, no leads had been generated, they pounded all the payment that was available. Why not just turn it over to a private investigator? Is that a thing where you turn it over and like somebody cracks it in 5 days? You look like you don't look like you're doing your job. Is that what it is?
I don't know if it's that, but if you think of all of the true crime stories that we've heard about from the 70s all the way up to 9/11, where a lack of cooperation between law enforcement agencies allows a killer like a
Ted Bundy, that's exactly
or
what
BTK.
Yes.
They just aren't talking to each other, and then that pride aspect comes in, right? You want to be the agency that's going to crack the biggest case in the country right now. So let's keep it to ourselves, boys. Let's check our facts and everything. Maybe there's some of that because we've seen this repeatedly, where when there is cooperation and there's kind of like that dragnet,
right?
So many more answers to questions can be found when they cooperate versus this. I'm going to stand in my corner,
right, yeah,
and you're going to stand in yours, and we'll see who solves it first.
And look, after about after a decade or so, I think we can kind of understand that, and we get this. You get this story. And when we try to get information from police departments, you'll get the story, well, the investigation's continuing. We can't give you any information that could, give information to the person who perpetrated the crime and really cause us major issues. Well, I mean, I think after maybe 10 years, it's safe to say that maybe you're not on anything and let somebody else look at it. I mean, that whole, 4 eyes are better than one, or, 3 heads are better than one.
And you can imagine how frustrating it is for the family who's been, and this case is particularly frustrating because there's so little evidence to go on. I mean, literally there's a grainy video where you can't see the person clearly. Obviously her vehicle was moved, and I'm sure there's evidence that we aren't aware of.
Right, and that's
because
the thing.
Because they always have to keep some cards close to the chest.
Right, but again, after how long is that valid, though? Like, if you're keeping all that to your chest and nothing's panning out, maybe it's time to, not keep that on to your chest and let everything out there. I read a story the other day about the thing, it's the new trend of, home or internet investigators.
Oh.
These internet sleuths. And police departments saying how they can really screw things up and really cause issues. But, in some cases,
we've been hearing that every time there's a story.
We've seen that these guys really can actually help. I mean, even in the Gabby Petito case, when people are going out there to the desert and those other missing people, they were finding other bodies and other crimes had been committed. So I don't understand how they can say that more people looking at it is bad. I don't get that. If that's what the case is, I don't know.
I don't know if it's necessarily bad or people get in the way, but my thought is still, these amateur drone operators who have managed to go over bodies of water all over the country, found teenagers who were missing since the 70s who drove off a bridge only to find out their families had driven over that location for the last 30, 40 years and had no idea their car was underneath the surface. So my hope is that these internet sleuths and the drone operators, the amateurs who are really giving families answers, I'm not saying screw whatever the legal end of it is, but if you're helping and you're not getting in the way, you're not hampering law enforcement, why is it hurting? If it brings the Kessie family any answers, let them help.
Because here's the thing, if you get people out there who aren't officers asking questions and it just seems like maybe they're just interested, when the minute you flash a badge or identify yourself as a police officer, a lot of people simply have a trust issue with officers and they don't want to they don't want to talk at all. But if you have people out there that are just regular people who have maybe a little bit of an investigatory, just a little eye for that kind of thing.
Right.
An investigative kind of little, a tinge to their psyche.
A Batman bone.
Yeah, exactly. A Batman bone. There you go. And I think, especially if maybe they don't individually question, suspects or witnesses in it, but maybe someone goes over that grainy video and just happens to notice the slightest detail that for some reason was missed in all the years with law enforcement. How could that not help?
And that's, that fresh eyes theory does work.
It does.
If you're looking at, if you gave me a puzzle to solve and I looked at this thing for a day straight, and I do this with my crosswords, by the way. I know that doesn't sound like much of but I will do a crossword. If I get stuck, I'll just set it down for half an hour and I'll come back at it. And when I look at it again, it's just a different perspective. And I just can't imagine how that could hurt.
And I know for some writers, like an Amy Drew Thompson, although I'm not sure she does this, but I know for myself, if I'm writing something, you can only edit it for so long before you stop seeing the mistakes.
Right, yeah.
So it's important to put a fresh set of eyes on it who haven't been staring at it so they can go over and see the things that you missed.
Well, we wish them the best because I tell you, that family is just aces.
They've suffered
just
since
aces.
2006.
Man, could you imagine not knowing where your kid is all those
16 years.
All right, 407-916-1041. Text us 77031. Our friend Amy Drew Thompson from the Orlando Sentinel is up next with Primetime Kitchen.
Staying one step ahead of the algorithms. Real Radio 1041 on Facebook. Find it and like it. Powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
Still looking at slow traffic eastbound westbound on I-4 this afternoon in the Orlando area by the major attractions exits. A crash still causing some slow traffic northbound on the turnpike between the 408 and 429. Another crash still causing some heavy slow traffic northbound on Narcoossee where at least 3 lanes are blocked near the beach line. If you see any traffic problems, call the SafeTouchSecurity.com traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm Samantha Canning.
This report is sponsored by Northern Tool and Equipment. Northern Tool and Equipment is a problem solver's paradise. This holiday season, they have the perfect gift for every solver on your list, with great gifts under $50 and from the best names like Milwaukee, Ironton, and Power Horse. Northern Tool and Equipment, made for gift giving.
It's the holiday season at Wawa, and they have you covered with gift cards for everyone on your shopping list. You can find gift cards for the Wawa fans in your life or other popular gift cards like Xbox or Apple and so much more. Whether it's for your boss or your best friend, maybe it's your letter carrier, maybe it's your kid's teacher. Whoever it is, make their season bright in one Wawa run. Happy holidays from Wawa, your one-stop gift card shop. Gotta have a Wawa. See store for details.
Divorce? Call Trinley and Kramer, TK Law, onefirmforlife.com.
Right now at Old Navy, get up to 60% off store-wide. Styles start at just $7. Grab gifts for everyone on your list and get up to 60% off now, only at Old Navy and OldNavy.com. Valid 11/29 to 12/11, select styles only.
Everyone could use a little help with their bills, especially these days. At Duke Energy, we're offering easy ways to help keep your energy bills more manageable. With programs that allow you to pay the same amount each month or pay in installments over several months. Plus, special financial assistance from the Share the Light Fund for those facing hardships. We're Duke Energy, and we're here to help you. Paid for by Duke Energy shareholders.
Sunnyside Plumbing.
Yes, I've got a leak and...
To leave a message wishing us a happy holiday, press 1.
Leave a mess? No, I need help now.
To leave us a message wishing us Happy New Year, press 2.
No, I need someone to come out to my house and...
What, now?
Yes.
During the holidays?
But the water is...
Oh, just leave us a message and we'll get back to you mid-January at the latest.
No, I need help right away.
Oh, well, that would be terribly inconvenient. Perhaps you should call Frank Gay.
Of course, Frank Gay.
They come out at all hours, even during the holidays.
I'm calling Frank Gay.
When you need emergency service, you need it now. 24-hour help with your plumbing, heating, cooling, or electrical systems, even during the holidays. Helping you when you need it. That's the Frank Gay way.
That Frank Gay person, it's like he never takes a proper vacation. That's the Frank Gay way.
FrankGayServices.com.
The IRS has just received $80 billion in funding to hire 86,000 IRS agents. If you owe the IRS, now is the time to take action before the IRS comes after you or your business. There's no time to waste. Call J. David Tax Law for a no-cost consultation at 407-603-3962. That's 407-603-3962. Or visit jdavidtaxlaw.com. Peace of mind is only a click or phone call away.
Don't let talk of higher prices and higher interest rates put a damper on your holiday. At International Diamond Center, we've got the price relief you deserve and 0% interest financing for 5 whole years. That's right. Now through December 12th, you can spread your payments over 5 years with 0 finance charges. It's our gift to you, so you can make the most of this special time this year. How about a $5,000 pair of diamond stud earrings for just $85 a month? You can even finance the sales tax. Or you can take advantage of special discounts on cases of diamond and gold fashion jewelry. 20% instant savings. Or for the ultimate in value, check out owner Keith LeClaire's signature specials. Exquisite jewelry marked down an amazing 40%. Rings, earrings, bands, and bracelets. Make it a Christmas to remember with something special, something timeless, and something meaningful from International Diamond Center. Get instant savings or 5 years 0 interest financing now through December 12th. International Diamond Center. 4 Orlando area locations on approved credit.
Introducing Spectrum One. Get Spectrum Internet with speeds of 300 megabits per second, advanced Wi-Fi with best-in-class security and privacy, Spectrum Mobile with unlimited talk, text, and data plus nationwide 5G. Get it all with Spectrum One. Spectrum Internet, advanced Wi-Fi, and 1 line of Spectrum Mobile Unlimited for only $49.99 a month. Visit Spectrum.com or a Spectrum store today. Valid for qualified residential customers only. Service not available in all areas. Restrictions apply.
The podcast, The Bible in a Year with Jack Graham, is a moving and inspiring biblical audio experience that will help you master wisdom from the world's greatest book. In each episode, you'll learn to apply biblical principles to everyday life.
Each cinematic episode is a journey through the Bible's most profound stories that will strengthen your appreciation of the Word and inspire you to keep learning.
Listen to The Bible in a Year with Jack Graham on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
This hour of programming brought to you in part by FAS Windows and Doors.
This is the Jim Colbert Show. Also available on YouTube, Twitch, and Facebook. Just search The Jim Colbert Show.
All right, guys, time for another Primetime Kitchen here on Real Radio 104.1 with our good friend Amy Drew Thompson from the Orlando Sentinel. We'll get to Amy Drew here in 1 second. First things first, Ace Hardware, Tools Ace Hardware, just absolutely destroying it for you guys for Christmas, man. Turning it up, everything you need for that backdoor champion outside. Weber, Napoleon, Traeger, Big Green Egg, Uni Pizza ovens, all the cool stuff, rubs, spices, marinade, it's all right there. Plus those great smoking woods that are hard to find. They have them all. Peach, cherry, hickory, mesquite, they're all there. It's Tools Ace Hardware for that hard to shop for person. Everything you could want to cook outside, they have, and it is It's damn good. They'll even deliver it. If you spend more than $3.99, they'll put it together and deliver it to your house before Christmas for free.
Sold.
How do you lose? It's toolsacehardware.com. 12 locations here in Central Florida, including that new one right there in South Claremont. Get there and get yourself something nice for Christmas for sure. You guys give it up, Amy Drew Thompson.
Yay!
Oh, yeah! We got to clap for you guys always.
What's up, kiddo? How you doing?
All right, how are you guys?
Good,
Friday?
good. Big week.
Big week.
Was it?
That sounds like a woman who's waiting for 5 o'clock and a cocktail.
She emailed me this morning at 5:25, I believe it was, is when I got my first email.
Oh, wow.
Specific.
I think I responded within the 15 minutes. I think it was one of the first emails I got this morning, and then we got at it. I knew she had a busy schedule this week.
I did. I had a crazy one, but it's true. I send these things out, but he's right there.
Right,
he's
exactly.
right there responding. So
yeah,
perfectly fine.
You know, the funny thing is I have a sleep pattern issue that finally broke. I'm able to sleep till like 6 o'clock now.
Wow.
This was the first day this week I actually woke up in the 5 o'clock hour and was out. I told my wife, she called me lazy. No, I'm joking.
Oh, okay.
She goes, "What are you laying in bed for? Lazy? 6 o'clock?"
Right, exactly.
Yeah, getting better sleep. It's good.
I think that's because you gave that sleep pattern to me.
Yeah, maybe
because now I'm waking up at 5. Thanks.
Well, Amy Drew, of course, covers all the cool stuff to eat and drink here in Central Florida, and then writes it in the Sentinel so you can read about it and then go try it. She does. She takes the hit for you.
Yeah, tough job.
I do. I'm full right now.
Yeah. Let's talk about
I had Mexican for lunch.
Really? Where'd you go?
I did. I'll tell you later.
Okay, good. I love that.
I'm working on that.
The funny thing is your review this week is something that I don't eat very often. Usually you have to be in a certain place to eat this food, but it's one of my favorite snack. Is it appetizer?
You must have had it recently.
Why?
Because you were on a cruise.
Oh, yeah. Well, I think I had 2 or 3, and that was about it because the ones on the boat weren't that good, and we didn't leave the boat that much. But tell me about Eat My Conch.
I know, it's fun to say, isn't it?
I have to be very careful.
I love conch with coconut rice.
Listen, man.
And then you graduated college.
I believe that conch fritters are one of the most perfect little appetizers that have ever been created. And a good conch fritter is hard to beat.
It's true. And conch is one of those things that it has very specific cooking methods. You have to tenderize it just the right way. You have to fry it just the right way for it to come out perfect. And this place, they know what they're doing because the lady in the kitchen, her family is from the Bahamas. She grew up here, but every summer spent back at home. And all of her cousins were teaching her how to cook, and she just brought all that technique here, and now we get to eat it.
And it looks amazing. Even just a simple fried conch plate down to this wonderful little salad that you have here that looks amazing, man.
I love conch salad because when you go to these places, everything's fried. It's like mac and cheese and fried conch and fried chicken and French fries and everything. And when you get the conch salad, it's like this bright... she has the fruit underneath it and like the peppers and the onions and the vinegar, and it's just bright and perfect for the beach. It's cold and it's fortifying and it's wonderful.
It looks absolutely delicious. Can I tell you, the restaurant looks kind of funky.
It is. It's this weird little, like if you blink, you'll miss it. It's basically like a fire door that opens into like a hallway or an exterior hallway, like an alleyway. And then you go in. And just as you're like, wow, this place is, and all of a sudden this guy starts hitting a cowbell and scares the crap out of you.
Will Ferrell's there?
Basically. And it's really cool. It's just funky and beachy and friendly. And they cook everything fresh, so it can be a little island timey.
Yeah.
So maybe don't go if you need to get out of there fast.
Yeah.
But go when you want to hang out.
Well, it's interesting, too, because you have snow crab here, but I don't know that I've ever seen anybody like powder or deep fry a snow crab, but yet that's what they're doing.
It's so funny. One of the owners, it's a mother and daughter team there, and the daughter, her name is Naisha. Hey, Naisha. She was saying how we love our crab, and that was her mother's idea. And they fry up these. They basically just chop the thing in half, fry it, and throw it on the plate.
Yeah.
So it's like this giant sea spider on your plate, and you just kind of have to get it.
And giant is the word because I'm telling you, man, I don't even know why they put it in a container. It is bursting from everywhere. I don't think you can put the top of it in there.
Yo, Jim, you are a snow crab.
I'm not a snow crab.
You're a snow crab.
I'm not a snow crab.
You got a white coat tee and you have some strong opinions about Christmas. You got some snow crab vibes.
It's called Eat My Conch. If you want to visit 409 North Highway 1792 right there in Longwood, eatmyconch.com.
That's a soundbite right there.
Yeah, it is. Mark
Deborah.
that.
Easy, Deborah. Let's keep it right here in seafood, man, because I've had this place up at Henry's Depot in Sanford. I was up there actually to get a beer and meet somebody for a meeting, and went by the counter. I was like, well, damn, that looks good. Let's get something from these guys. Tell me about Current Seafood, what they're doing.
Well, the Current is hugely popular at Henry's Depot. In fact, a couple months ago, they moved from the stall they were originally at to a bigger stall, which has been really convenient because it's allowed them to play more with the menu. Now they have a walk-in, they've got more storage. And so they've been playing around largely to be able to expand the menu at their new location in College Park. So College Park is getting a brick and mortar Current Seafood real soon, and it's very exciting. If I lived in College Park, I'd be stoked.
Well, I don't know that there's a seafood brand on Edgewater in College Park, or is it Par Edgewater in College Park? I don't even in that little row of restaurants. Is there a seafood restaurant there?
Not that I know of. You can get some seafood at the Italian place, but it's not this kind of seafood. This is like a New England seafood shack. You're getting lobster rolls. You're getting, I would say it meets Florida because you get that blackened mahi and those kind of Floridian flavors too. He mixes it up, but oh man, is it so good.
And you said that isn't there a blackened shrimp dish there that is not to be missed, or a blackened fish?
I love the blackened mahi, and I usually never go for blackened because people always just cover it and they destroy it and you don't taste the fish anymore. But I don't know, Mike Smith, his team, they've got the touch, and this sandwich is devastatingly good. And I should mention this to Deb. Occasionally they fly in lobsters. So you got to look for those lobster boil weekends when they do that, because that's good stuff right there, right on the tray.
He says he goes to Maine a few times a year to kind of scope it out. That's the best lobster I've ever had, and I had it at basically what was a gas station.
Well, I have to thank Amy Drew because I reached out to her earlier today. My mom says that the only thing she wants for her birthday, and again, she's a December birthday, 2 days after Christmas, is a lobster dinner. She said, I haven't had lobster in years, and I want a really good lobster dinner. So I thought, I know who would know that. Let's check with Amy Drew Thompson, and thank you. She gave me a couple of suggestions.
Well, when do they open up in College Park?
I'm waiting to hear that.
Are they open already?
They are not open. They're going to be open very soon. There's going to be a beer list. There's going to be a wine list. He's not ruling out liquor, but you're going to get like a New England heavy craft beer list, because that's where he sort of fell in love with the whole Maine seafood shack. So you're going to be able to crush it like Quint, get some seafood pasta, hang out. Deb knows what I'm talking about.
So that's it's at Henry's Depot in Sanford right now, but soon to come to College Park.
Right. So if you want to try them out, head up to Henry's, go give them a visit, and then you can anticipate the opening in College Park.
An interesting thing about the food scene here in Central Florida and Orlando specifically, man, we have had a lot of people, namely Trina, over at 7 Bites, who has become like almost synonymous with Food Network broadcasts. She's had Guy Fieri basically lives there twice a year, and she's been on a number of their shows. And I think we've had a pretty good representation in Central Florida on Food Network and these reality shows. And another one now is stepping up to make their footprint on this, aren't they?
Which is super fun, because this is somebody, we've seen Trina on all the shows, and we love to. She, by the way, was up at 5:30 this morning. I was talking to her too. Bakers, you gotta love them.
Yeah, loop me in. Is that the baker you were talking about? I was wondering who it was.
It was a few. It was more than one. Swine and Sons has been on the Food Network.
Right.
Elliot Hillis has been on the Food Network. So many people. Well, this pastry chef is not as well known, but she does have her own home business, Celestial Sweets by Kia. Her name is Zakia Newton, and she is currently competing in the super popular Holiday Baking Championship competition show on the Food Network, which is, I used to watch these with my kids all the time, and I kind of fell off doing that. And I went and I watched one episode, and I was like, oh no.
I'm back.
And I'm telling you this.
The
cooking shows, the Great British Baking Show has me. The holiday version of that thing has me. The cooking shows for the holiday season. My wife is she's a complete P1 for those things. She loves them. And can I tell you, they do a really good job putting you in the spirit too, because the sets are decorated so well.
Right.
They have so much fun doing it. It's always a good time. But she's killing it, huh? 31. She's from Gotha there, right?
Yep, she is killing it. And her pie flight, she did a team competition with another competitor. And in episode 3, their little pie flight won. And I'm telling you, you watch these shows and you don't know who these people are for the most part. And they just come up with technique and ideas. And they throw like 3 things at you that you have to like require. And then in the middle of the challenge, they'll be like, oh, one more thing.
Right.
And like you have to rise to that challenge, and the talent and the creativity, it's just amazing. It's so amazing to watch.
Or the other team can win a challenge and then make you sit for like 30 minutes so you can't work on your project for like 15 minutes or something. It's some crazy rules like that. And she made this citrusy orange curd pie. Was a tip to Central Florida. And you know, the crazy thing is that she's a CIA grad. I mean, it's not, when you say home baker, I think a lot of people are like, well, she made grandma's biscuits real good for a long time. So people push her into it. I mean, she is formally trained.
Absolutely. No, she spent a lot of time working down in Miami and some resorts and boutique restaurants. And then she moved to Central Florida and she became a mom.
Okay, so real quick, it's CIA is Culinary Institute of America.
Yes.
We're not saying she's a spy and a home baker.
Well, you never know. She's so good.
She might be.
Yeah, right.
Could happen.
Now, where would you get her stuff if you were going to order something from her, Amy Drew? What would you do?
You would DM her probably on Instagram, Celestial Sweets by Kia. I bet you she's busy now between the holidays and being thrust into the TV spotlight. But I'm sure she'll get back to you soon.
Yeah.
So give her a shout out.
But you can check her out on the Food Network. She's competing in the Holiday Baking Championship, and it's a Zakiya Newton.
Correct.
There you go. Have you met her? Is she sweet?
We spoke on the phone, and she's very sweet. She knows a lot about what she's doing. And of course, it's sort of like they can't tell you.
Right. Yeah, they can't say anything.
Can't talk about.
Yeah.
So I wasn't, but she's not going to give away any
Right,
secrets.
yeah.
But I was excited to know that I missed this week's episode, but she's still in it. So get in there and watch her.
Well, speaking of sweets, I think earlier this week, was it yesterday or the day before, was National Brownie Day?
Yes, it's right around now. I don't know. They don't always time out exactly on the holiday, but it's in the vicinity.
Yeah, I thought it was this week sometime because when I write trivia, I go to National Days and try to write trivia sometimes based on that. I remember seeing National Brownie Day, but is it pronounced Ubi?
Ube.
Ube.
Oh,
Ube.
yeah.
So tell me about Ube and why would you make
maybe Ross can.
Maybe
he knows what we're talking about.
Maybe explain to me why you would make a brownie out of it.
Well, I've never had an ube brownie, but correct me if I'm wrong, but it's very taro, correct? Or isn't it?
It has a purplish color, but it is a starch. It's a purple yam, primarily known as a Filipino starch.
Yeah.
And you see it everywhere these days. It's like a craze. You see ube boba, ube milkshakes, ube everything, right? These beautiful purple desserts largely, but you might see them in chips, potato chips. Ube has this really nutty vanilla flavor.
Really?
And it's very rich. And actually, the folks at Kaya that I visited this week, they're having some grown here locally at Ever Oak Farm because it's kind of challenging to cook it fresh. These ube brownies use an extract, which is the best extract on the market, I believe. And there's no chocolate. They put the chocolate on the outside, but it is just a fudgy explosion texturally speaking. It's just, it's that I don't like cakey brownies. I like those fudgy, right?
If you hand me a cakey brownie, I will wad it up in a ball and overhand throw it at your head.
Except you can't because it'll crumble.
Right, it'll crumble. Yeah, you're right. I'm already mad about it. I'm so angry already. I want it fudgy in the middle with crispy edges.
Yes,
that's perfect. And ice cold milk. Ice cold.
Ice cold.
Ice cold.
And that's what you're getting here. So, but it's not a fudge flavor. It's this wonderful, like vanilla-y, dense, really unique flavor. And most people who try it really, really love it. And it's just a gorgeous, unique thing. It's like, it's purple.
How can you call it a brownie if it doesn't have like chocolate and brownie stuff inside?
Well, it's a brownie. I mean, I guess
I feel like
brownie, but it is like a brownie. I don't know. It's a brownie. They put chocolate on it. Whatever, Jim.
I feel like I'm being scammed here a little bit. I mean, I see chocolate on the outside and stuff, but I mean, no chocolate on the inside.
Oh, see, brownies are on a spectrum. It's
Exactly.
Are they?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, you can go ahead with that joke.
No, I'm just saying.
I'll wait here.
I think there's there's tons of different types of brownies.
Okay.
The point is that it's very fudgy. It has the absolute brownie texture.
She's trying to save it for me.
Right.
Come on, Jim, work with me.
That's what I do. Okay.
Well, where do you get this?
You get them at Sugar Dough Bakehouse, which is basically right across the street from East End Market, more or less.
Yeah.
Down in the Audubon Park Garden District. They are the same owners as Light on the Sugar, which has 2 Winter Park locations. And you won't find the ube brownie at Light on the Sugar, but at Light on the Sugar, you can get the ube crepe cake.
Oh.
You can get the ube cheesecake.
Cheesecake?
Really? And you can get the ube cream puff, which is filled with an ube cheesecake pastry cream.
Yeah.
And it's all like real bright purple or purple?
Yeah, it's beautiful. It's more lilac in those pale desserts. Like it's like a lavender color. Really beautiful, really striking. Much more striking in the brownie and definitely much more fudgy.
Yeah, the brownies look total pro. I mean, when you look at the brownies, there's a photograph you have on the Sentinel's website where it's, them like little Hershey kisses of the ube has been pumped onto the brownie, and they look amazing.
I had ube froyo or ice cream off of Mills, and that's what got me right back into it. Because I used to have it all the time. Taro, I feel like Taro just got like a rebranding when it comes to this whole thing, and now it's exploded all over again. But I used to have Taro milk tea, twice, 3 times a week, and that's where I really fell in with it. It's a really cool looking drink.
Can you get ube at any of the markets in town?
You can buy ube, and most of the Asian markets will sell it fresh frozen. And then you can order. So if you want to try it out, you're probably not gonna find it in the produce section, but you can find it in the freezer, fresh frozen.
All right.
And then you can order. I don't know who has the extract, but you can get that on Amazon like that. It is not cheap.
Oh yeah, I bet it's not. Let's finish it up with this with some chocolate. I know you're a big chocolate and beef fan.
Wait, what?
No. I mean, we talk about things we can't like do without.
Oh.
You can't do without beef for about a week, and you can't do without chocolate for about a week. You can throw pizza in with her as well.
Oh my gosh, yeah, I ate it yesterday.
Okay, yeah, it's good. Well, let's talk about this chocolate thing going on at Caribe Royale.
Oh, this thing is crazy. Now, you're not going to be allowed to eat this because it's art, but they do have other chocolate on hand that you can eat. The pastry team, led by Joshua Kane, the executive pastry chef, they brought back the Caribe Royale North Pole Express. It is a 32-foot train, which is longer than last year because they added a new car, all chocolate.
It's all chocolate.
Huge chocolate train.
It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable.
And then this year they added a Santa in his sleigh with all 9 reindeer, all chocolate.
And they're
thousands of pounds of chocolate.
Yeah, it's huge. You can't imagine what it would have taken to make even just one of these reindeer, much like a team of them.
Right. No, this is no joke. And they use it's amazing. I can't believe that they use this expensive, high quality chocolate to make this stuff, but they actually do.
So do they break it off and sell it when it's all said and done? Or do they just store it and bring it back next year or put it on tour? Or what do they do with it?
I wouldn't recommend eating display chocolate just as a rule.
Yeah.
That's probably something I wouldn't do, but they have amazing stuff there. They have chocolate drinks and cocktails and other things like that. And they have tons of family events going on. They have like a little Find the Gnome scavenger hunt and other different fun things. And because this has created so much excitement, people who are into the chocolate can look toward the new year for them to be doing chocolate classes.
Really?
So that they can learn to do chocolate artistry at home.
There was a place in downtown Baldwin that used to do that had chocolate classes. You could go down there and make like bonbons and,
Paris and Foster.
Yeah. And it was, every night it was like they were never open, but they were always doing a class and you could always smell it. Mine smelled amazing.
Oh, I bet.
Well, Amy Drew, thank you. By the way, if you want to visit the Caribe Royale, it's 8101 World Center Drive down there in Orlando, CaribeRoyale.com if you want to make plans to go down there and see the wonderful chocolate display.
It's gorgeous. It's seasonal. Go.
Have yourself a wonderful weekend, and thank you for everything. If you want to find all the things out about Amy Drew, just go to JimColbertLive.com. We have all the connections there for Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, TikTok. It's all there. If you want to follow her, that's what you want to do.
Come on, join the party.
There you go.
All right, thanks, Amy Drew. Give it
Have
up.
a great weekend. Yay!
All right, we'll see you next week. Have a good weekend. All right, 407-916-1041. Text us 77031. Back in a sec with more of the Jim Colbert Show. Thanks for joining us for Primetime Kitchen, brought to you by our friends over at Tools Ace Hardware. Look, guys, when you're dialing in your backyard for those special days, Tools has you covered with the best grills out there, Weber, Traeger, and of course, Big Green Egg. All the accessories you need, all the smoking wood you need, rubs, marinades, everything to make that outdoor experience amazing. You know, those family experiences are extremely special. Make sure you're doing it right with one of these great grills from our friends over at Tools Ace Hardware. With 11 locations in Central Florida, chances are you're right around the corner from your next dream grill. Find yours today at toolsacehardware.com.
You know you're going to waste part of your day on social media, so why not waste it with us? Real Radio 1041 on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. Powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Brooks Garner with your Fox 35 Central Florida forecast. Beautiful weather continues through this weekend. Some morning patchy fog possible, otherwise afternoon sunshine. The high temperature close to 80 degrees each day. Morning lows hovering around 60. Now, late next week, a cold front arrives Thursday, and that's going to change everything. We'll have a gusty wind by this time next week, and high temperatures only reaching the low 60s, with lows in the 40s by next weekend. For the Fox 35 Storm Team, I'm meteorologist Brooks Garner.
This report is sponsored by Dell Technologies.
Dell's Days of Deals start now with savings on select XPS laptops and Alienware PCs powered by 12th Gen Intel Core processors, plus savings on accessories and free shipping. Call 877-ASK-DELL. That's 877-ASK-DELL.
Hey, Tools Ace Hardware has the perfect grills for that backyard entertainer for Christmas and beyond. A giant selection of grill accessories, barbecue rubs, and sauces that are awesome for putting under the tree. Brand new Big Green Eggs, Traeger, Weber, Napoleon grills for that gift that blows them away. And even better, you can get that grill assembled and delivered to your home by Christmas for free when you spend $3.99 or more on grills and accessories. All you have to do is visit one of their 12 Central Florida locations. That new location now open in South Claremont, right there on the corner of Highway 27 and Heartwood Marsh. Or you can shop online at acehardware.com. It's Tools Ace, the backyard place.
Can you believe the year's almost over? Hey, this is RC Hill from RC Hill Mitsubishi. Most businesses count on strong fourth quarter sales. We sure do, and I got a big problem, and I need to catch up. Right now, I'm paying over appraised value for any car. Even if it's really old, I want it. If you owe $2,000, $4,000, or even $6,000 more than it's worth, I still want it. Save big and get more. Like brand new Mirage's 43 miles per gallon lifetime warranty. And introducing the all-new 2022 Outlander in stock and ready for delivery. Plus, check out our certified used cars. And all RCO Mitsubishis come with a lifetime limited warranty. Plus, my Love It or Exchange It program will keep you happy. I believe everyone deserves to drive a nicer, newer car. So even if you've heard no in the past, my dealer next door credit approval process can help you get approved with lower rates and smaller payments. So come into my fourth quarter catch-up sale today. I'm RC Hill and I'm your car dealer next door. Visit us at rchill.com. That's rchill.com.
Credit requires bank approval. Negative equity may be refinanced. New car pricing plus tax tag $8.99 admin fee. Dealer retains all rebates.
The huge end-of-year blowout sale is going on right now down at Nation's Trucks. Every truck in stock has been reduced in price, and with approved credit, you won't make any payments for 120 days. Plus, you'll get $1,000 in Christmas cash with any truck purchase. So start driving the truck that you deserve today. Ford, Chevy, Dodge, Ram, GMC, Nation's Trucks has got them all. So go see them. Check out their amazing inventory of trucks in Sanford on 1792, just 1 mile south of Lake Murray Boulevard, or find them online at nationstrucks.com.
Tobacco-Free Florida has many free ways to help you quit nicotine. From free 2-week starter kits of quit aids to free cessation services like Phone Quit and Group Quit. We're even trying out new motivational tactics, like 80s rock anthems.
The time is now, and I'm so proud. You're the greatest quitter of all. Tobacco-free, won't you believe? You're right there where you wanted to be. You're staying strong, you're standing tall. You're a quitter on a mission to be. You're the greatest quitter. He's tobacco's greatest quitter. You're the greatest quitter. He's tobacco's greatest quitter of all.
Ah, cool. Lasers. Yeah, that's awesome. Maybe we'll just stick to the ways we know work. Visit tobaccofreeflorida.com or call 1-877-YOU-CAN-NOW for free nicotine patches.
All smashed up, don't know what to do. Just call Mo so you won't be singing the blues. Injured on the go, just call Mo. 866-CALL-MO.
Orlando Attorney Mo DeWitt, sung by a non-attorney spokesperson.
We put all your music, radio stations, and podcasts in one easy-to-use app, and we made it completely free because, well, let's face it, you have other things to do with your money. Download the free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts.
We conquer cancer. For the mom-to-be who is out of treatment options. For the doctor who has a brilliant idea but needs research funding. For the people who faced cancer head-on and climbed incredible heights while they were with us. For the children who celebrate the end of chemo. We conquer cancer for all who have been touched by it. Conquer Cancer accelerates breakthroughs in research and care for every cancer, every patient, everywhere. Join us at conquer.org.
You're the one who protects the flock, and that requires an eye for detail. Because when safety and well-being are on the line, it's the details that can save lives. Even when no one else is watching, you see everything. Grainger gets you, and we're here for you, and all the ones who get it done with a wide range of safety products and solutions, plus board-certified safety consultants here to answer your questions. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
You're listening to The Jim Colbert Show on Real Radio 104.1.
Welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show, Real Radio 104.1, 407-916-1041. Text us 77031.
Have you watched this one yet?
I haven't watched any Christmas shows at all yet. This weekend I plan on catching up. I know that Charlie Brown's Christmas aired either last night or the night before. I will always watch Rudolph. I always watch Charlie Brown.
A Year Without Santa Claus, where you...
I tried to watch that one as well.
Heat Miser.
Santa Claus is Coming to Town is another one.
Snow Miser.
That's with Burgermeister Meisterburger.
Oh, that's right.
Right. Got to watch that one. And then I don't care about the others. And then Rudolph.
Got to watch Rudolph.
God, that's 4.
I love knowing that, like, what was it, last year or 2 years ago, that your Christmas spirit just got demolished by your kids?
Yeah, by my kids, because I made a plan. I was going to surprise them. I was like, gather around, guys, I'm making dinner. We're going to watch these shows
that Dad grew up on.
And they're like, we are not going to watch those shows. We're going to go hang out with our friends and do stuff that you don't want us to do.
Hey, yay, kids.
Sons of bitches.
Yeah, damn right.
All right, welcome back. I'm Jim, Deb, and Ross are here as well.
Yay.
I'm not going to watch It's a Wonderful Life this year. I think I'm burned out on that one.
I haven't seen that one in years.
Yeah,
I've seen Sisters. We're sisters.
No, It's a Wonderful Life is I'll rope the moon for you. I'll rope the moon for you. I'll pull it down here.
Jimmy Stewart.
Jimmy Stewart.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of what was the Sisters movie, because I watched that one last year.
The It's a Wonderful Life is when they're dancing in the gym and they open up the gym floor and they fall into the pool and stuff. That's an iconic one.
Miracle on 34th Street, I don't think you get to see often enough.
That's the one I'm probably going, and Scrooged.
I love
Scrooged. With Bill Murray, which is one of the best. It is one of the best renditions of that story. It really is.
Although I got to say, I'm a sucker for any rendition of that story. I will watch.
Yeah, there are a number of them made. Jim Phillips used to talk about the one he liked because of who played Scrooge. I can never remember. It's Alistair Crane or something like that. There's an old actor.
Aleister Crowley.
Yeah, no, that's he wrote the Satan Bible.
Yeah, exactly.
But
wrong guy.
But man, I like that version of it. Do you have a favorite Christmas one? Or do you watch any of the old school ones, like the black and white ones?
The Sisters one. I think it's White Christmas.
Oh, Bing
We're
Crosby.
Sisters. Yeah. And then it's got like a heavy military theme.
I've never seen that one.
You haven't?
I've never seen White Christmas.
And man, that when she's in that yellow dress, dog.
Easy, buddy. What's up? It's Christmas.
Yeah, I know. But
which actress?
I don't remember. Everyone's so talented in that film, and it was my wife that really got me into some old school Christmas movies. That's one of them.
And the modern ones are good too. I told you guys that 4 Christmases with Vince Vaughn, and I think it's is it Jennifer Aniston or somebody? I don't know. That's a good one. Elf is a modern classic. I don't watch Elf anymore though. I'm done with that one.
Any reason why?
Watch it with the kids a bunch.
Yeah.
You just get burned out on it. Miracle is the one I'm going to watch this year because I haven't seen it in probably 3 or 4 or 5 years. and I don't like Christmas Story, so I won't watch that either.
I don't think I have ever seen
Christmas Story,
the whole movie.
Yeah, I don't like anything about it. Like, I don't like anything about it. It's not. I don't like the way it looks because it was shot like in the 70s or 80s or something, and I just don't like the way it looks. And it's just got a weird look to it altogether.
I think it's like a layup of a movie. I think that's why it's so beloved, is because it's so simple and so it's extremely real.
Also, that's what I was going to say.
Exactly.
It doesn't really delve into that Christmas magic thing. Really, it's a real family with a real dad's kind of a moron.
Right.
Real kids, a real mom who's really concerned you're going to shoot your eye out kind of thing. So you're right. I mean, it's the most relatable of all the Christmas movies to an actual movie. That one in Christmas Vacation.
And I might be
Love
wrong.
that one.
I might be wrong, but I don't think it did well in the theaters.
I think it became a cult classic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was years after.
What about Santa Claus? Are you into any of the Tim Allen Santa Claus movies?
I have to tell you, those were my kids' favorites. Of all of the Christmas movies, my kids loved the Tim Allen Christmas movies. Even, I think they made 3 of them. They liked every one of them.
Well, now there's a show, I believe.
Yeah,
I believe there's 5 now.
Is there 5?
This is the last one. This is the one where he's retiring.
Yeah, the evil Santa was the last one I saw when they made the evil version, like
that
the robot
was the
version.
Third one,
Okay.
But I believe there's 2 more after that.
Really?
In fact, a lot of people got upset at the newest. Is it a show or a movie? I know it just came out on Disney Plus. I want to say it's a show.
It is a show. I think it's a show, buddy.
But there's a joke in one of the episodes that made a lot of people go crazy because Disney, how could you do this? It's a bunch of elves walking out, and they have a sign.
Let me guess.
Yeah, and it says, "We love Satan." And then Santa goes, letters, you're standing wrong. And they go, they all get scared. And then they move the letter.
Yeah,
and
you're right. I remember that.
We love Santa.
Oh, that's a bit much to do.
Yeah.
Yeah. So a lot of people got upset about that, which is, that's such an
obvious joke.
Yeah, obvious joke, and that joke's been around for, so long.
Yeah. Obviously.
Obviously.
Yeah,
obviously joking. Everybody knows that, Jimmy.
Everybody knows it. That's right.
Everybody knows it. It's not a mystery.
Yeah.
Not a mystery.
Except that very uptight mom in Idaho with a letter writing arm. She didn't get it.
I always try to incorporate. You know what's one of the best Christmas movies is Klaus, I believe it's called, the animated film that dropped on Netflix either last year or the year before.
Yeah.
Whew.
Really?
Yeah.
See, I heard that about Polar Express, but I can't watch that either because I don't like the animation of it. It's a weird-looking movie.
It is a weird-looking movie, and I can never get away from the fact that it's Tom Hanks because it looks like Tom Hanks, it sounds like Tom Hanks, and the animation and the children's facial expressions kind of weirds me out.
It's odd.
One of my other favorites is Arthur Christmas.
I haven't seen that one. I don't know what that is.
Arthur Christmas is a kind of how Santa gets chosen animated movie.
Really?
Very cute.
Really?
And then for those who like a biblical perspective, I love the one called The Star.
Oh, really? For me, it was Little Drummer Boy.
Oh.
Yeah, you can't even...
They don't show that anymore.
They don't even play it anymore.
Why?
That was the only one my grandmother really even cared about.
It would make me cry.
It was the only one that followed the story of Jesus and stuff. So
I have no gift to bring.
Right, yeah.
Rum-pa-pum-pum. That one would always make me cry. When he goes to play the manger... And he's just poor little boy, and all he has to do is play his song for Jesus with his drum.
Oh, Deb, yeah. Now when I think about it, you would love Klaus.
All right, 407-916-1041. Candace with Rich Tips is up next. Hang loose.
Real radio. Real radio. Radio. 104.1.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
Slow traffic continues today on I-4, both east and westbound, down by the major attractions areas and through downtown Orlando. Looking at a crash causing some delays on Narcoossee. Still 3 lanes are blocked northbound near the beach line. Another crash causing some slowdowns on Colonial Drive at Bumby Avenue. And a third crash is causing some heavy traffic on Dixie Belle Drive at Gatlin Avenue. If you see traffic problems, call the SafeTouchSecurity.com traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm Samantha Canning.
This report is sponsored by Orlando Science Center.
Real racing, real fast, real fun. Hot Wheels. Race to win at Orlando Science Center. Explore the science of super fast cars and build, test, and play with the most iconic race cars ever. Now open. Learn more at osc.org.
Here comes your new bathroom, courtesy of Rebath of Mid-Florida, and it is going to get there in no time at all. Let me tell you, these guys are very good at what they do. They've been doing it a long time here in Central Florida, and of all the years I've endorsed this company, I've never received one negative comment, not one ever. And here's why: because they kill it for every single customer. You can actually see that on their website. The before and afters are right there at rebathmidfla.com. And guys, here's how they do it, right? So they have incredible products they put together with their design team and then install in your house. It's that simple, right? If you have a terrible master bath or guest bath, you go to these guys in their showroom, 436 up in Altamont, right across from Kobe. You'll see those products. They're like, oh man, I love that. Let's make the walls that. Oh, I love that toilet. I love that sink. I love that lighting. And then boom, they put it all together, and then their installers install it in 4 to 6 days. They do it with their employees, no subcontractors, and they give you a lifetime guarantee on the products and the installation. You can't lose. And the products are amazing. Natural stone, travertine, and marble, all those beautiful colors, no grout lines. They kill it for you. Check them out online, rebathmidfla.com. Make your appointment. Your new bathroom's right there in Altamont at rebathmidfla.com.
Sunnyside Plumbing.
Yes, I've got a leak and...
To leave a message wishing us a happy holiday, press 1.
Leave a mess? No, I need help now.
To leave us a message wishing us Happy New Year, press 2.
No, I need someone to come out to my house and...
What, now?
Yes.
During the holidays?
But the water is...
Oh, just leave us a message and we'll get back to you mid-January at the latest.
No, I need help right away.
Oh, well, that would be terribly inconvenient. Perhaps you should call Frank Gay.
Of course, Frank Gay.
They come out at all hours, even during the holidays.
I'm calling Frank Gay.
When you need emergency service, you need it now. 24-hour help with your plumbing, heating, cooling, or electrical systems, even during the holidays. Helping you when you need it. That's the Frank Gay way.
That Frank Gay person, it's like he never takes a proper vacation. That's the Frank Gay way.
FrankGayServices.com.
Year-end deals are at Sutherland Nissan Orlando with 0% financing on new Nissans. Yes, 0% on new Nissans. No payments for 6 months. $5,000 over book value for your trade. Click SutherlandBuysCars.com. Then rush to Sutherland Nissan Orlando by January 3rd. See dealer for details.
Hi, welcome to IKEA and our winter celebration event.
Yeah, hi. It's been a while since I've had the whole family over, so I need a table set for 12. I need decor to impress Aunt Lucille. Oh, I need gifts for the kids.
No worries. As an IKEA family member, you can save with hundreds of offers throughout the store, from home decor to table lamps and even gaming accessories.
Gaming? Wait, did you say hundreds?
Yes. This holiday season, visit us in-store or at IKEA-USA.com/winter celebrations to start saving. The IKEA Winter Celebration event begins 12/7 and ends 12/24/22, U.S. only.
Daytona Beach and Orange City Racing and Kart Clubs are celebrating 31 days of poker this December with $450,000 in holiday high-hand cash all month. It's a great way to get a holiday payday by playing one of your favorite games like Texas Hold'em, Omaha, or 7-Card Stud with $450,000 in holiday high-hand cash during 31 days of poker at the Orange City Racing and Kart Club, just off I-4, exit 111B on Saxon Boulevard.
Mills Air in business since 1992. That's over 30 years here in Central Florida. They're not going anywhere. Carrier Factory Authorized Dealer. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier. Equipment change-outs and upgrades right now with up to $1,275 in rebates. Visit millsair.com.
Dunkin's new pancake wake-up wrap is a savory and sweet combo of crisp bacon, melty cheese, and fluffy eggs wrapped in a warm pancake. Hold it in one hand with a holiday blend coffee in the other. Perfect for holiday makers on the go. America runs on Dunkin'. Price and participation may vary. Limited time offer. Terms apply.
They're big, and they're coming for you. Tax refund advance loans at Jackson Hewitt, up to $4,500. That's big. Like our tax refund advance can beat up their tax refund advance kind of big. Up to $4,500 at Jackson Hewitt. Book your appointment today and get details at jacksonhewitt.com. You're going to need a bigger wallet. Eligible clients can get up to $1,000 in December and up to $3,500 in January. Loans by Republic Bank and Trust Company. Finance charge may apply.
I'm Mark
Anajar.
I'm Glenn Levine.
I'm Ellie Anajar.
Together, we're Anajar and Levine.
If you've been hurt in a car crash, we'll fight to get you the maximum compensation you deserve. Call Anajar and Levine for your free consultation. 1-800-747-FREE.
In Office Orlando.
Right now at Old Navy, get up to 60% off store-wide. Styles start at just $7. Grab gifts for everyone on your list and get up to 60% off now. Only at Old Navy and OldNavy.com. Valid 11/29 to 12/11. Select styles only.
This hour of programming brought to you in part by FAS Windows and Doors.
Broadcasting live from the injury law firm of Kaufman and Lind studio. Your accident, your future, your attorney. Contact them at whenyouneedus.com or call pound 546 from your cell. You're listening to WTKS FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Available everywhere on the iHeartRadio app. Now #1 for podcasting. We are an iHeartRadio station. You're listening to The Jim Colbert Show. Also available to watch. Yeah. We like it when you watch. At The Jim Colbert Show on YouTube.
You don't want zero problems, big fella. Yup. If one more label try to stop me, it's gonna be some dreadhead. It's in your lobby.
Welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show, Real Radio 104.1. Thanks again for tuning in on this beautiful Friday. I hope you had a really good, productive week, and I hope you have a gigantic weekend planned. Lots of Christmas shopping, hanging out. That's what it's all about. When you work hard for a week, you want to just blow it out on the weekend.
Absolutely.
Welcome back. I am Jim. Deb is here.
Hello.
And Ross is as well.
Let's get it.
And every Friday around this time, we do Rich Tips. And Candace Rich is dropping by for us. And remember, he can't find your intro.
Well,
we don't know where it is.
Yeah.
It's in the closet. Jack
Yeah.
puts it on a certain shelf. We never know where it is.
Now, Candace is formerly in the banking industry, not in there now. She's not a licensed financial advisor or anything like this. But what she has found throughout the years are little tips and tricks to help you save some money or make your money go a little bit longer, or maybe even use these just techniques to get free stuff through credit cards and debit cards. How you doing, man? Good to see you.
Great. How are you?
Good. How's your week been, by the way?
It's been good.
Thanks for driving all the way up here. You don't have to do that. You know that, right? We have technology now.
I know. But when you're not here and you're not in the studio, there's just that
It's
little bit
different.
of delay, and just like you feel like you're talking over.
It's way different. And it's so funny. Most people believe that it would be like really cool to work from home. I guess it is, but there's nothing like being in the studio and it's just nothing like it.
You can't get the sound at home either.
And the interactions are different too. So
I'm lonely when I'm here by myself.
God, stop.
I'm right here.
But there's that glass.
So what's going on? What do you have for us this week?
You've been talking about that experience of going back into the store and the retail part of it. And I don't know if you've encountered it, but I don't go into the store as much either. I Amazon a whole lot in life. But when I do go, especially some of the bigger chain stores, when you get to the cash register and you're going through everything, and at the end they say, you get to save that extra 20% if you sign up for this credit card right now.
Macy's is so notorious
They're
for
so
it.
good at that.
Macy's is great
That's
at it.
how I got my platinum.
Yeah. Well, and so that's the thing is, for the most part, those cards aren't advantageous, but they're so good at getting you right when you're at the end, especially this time of year. You've been shopping all day and it's like, hey, I can save another $100. And so I just want to implore to everyone to stop and think about it. Yes, maybe I can save $100 on this one transaction today, but am I going to shop this often at this store anymore? But I do find an exception to that. There are a couple of store cards that I keep.
I love this because here's the thing. This is during this season, this is a real deal because if you go in there, you spend $500, they say, hey, 20% if you sign up for this card right now, you start looking at that. Like, it's $100.
Right.
Yeah, but then you have to look at the percentage that you're going to be paying every year. And more importantly, the other credit cards that Candace has pointed out, if you put those purchases on that credit card, you may get more benefits than that $100 that you're going to save. And then you're going to be paying, 26%.
Oh, that's the thing is those cards are brutal.
I'm just curious. Do any of you have any store cards?
Yeah, I do. I have a Macy's card. We have the Macy's and we have a Nordstrom card, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
And we have, I know there's another one.
And I would guess that your wife uses one of those and probably gets great coupons for it.
She uses all of them. And, of course, and during Christmas time, almost all only, and for whatever. I mean,
so they can be beneficial for that if you get a great coupon. I know Kohl's is a big one.
Kohl's, we had that. And we had an Express card for a while as well.
Kohl's is good for that.
Ross, do you have any?
Nah.
No? Okay, so I have another one that you didn't mention, but you might have this.
Victoria's Secret.
Oh.
Is that it? Seriously?
Yeah. That one's
Get
mine.
that free panty coupon.
That one's
Yeah,
mine.
but their clothes are terrible quality.
You should see Jim on the weekend.
I bet. He's
So,
definitely a C cup.
Yeah.
Oh, that's not nice.
I'm a vision in pink, I'll tell you.
Target. I like Target's card because
We
if
have
you-
that.
You do, okay.
yeah.
So a lot of people don't think that one, especially it's a little dangerous for me. I mean, we have a Target that's very dangerously close to my house.
Ooh.
Oh, it's really bad. It's
Yeah.
Who doesn't love Target?
yeah, oh.
Target for white women has become a meme.
Yeah.
Like that whole thing. I don't know. It's like I say white women on
Women.
on
I was-
Tik-
yeah,
but
just
on
women.
TikTok I see a lot of like that whole the woman porn thing is the husband on the phone and he's saying the stuff to his friend that the wife is overhearing. It's like, yeah, you just want to go to Target and walk around for a little while and see what's going on. Maybe they have some sales.
Right.
Yeah, like that's a woman's dream.
Oh,
I just think so. I give exception to Target because we do use Target enough to justify that having its own card and making its payment. But also, they give 5% back on all of your Target
They
purchases.
do.
That's as good as the Amazon card I've talked about,
Yeah.
and you get that right away at the register. Like you see as soon as you put your Target card in, you see your total go down.
Right, and then you get to and again, if you're paying that off at the end of the month, you don't. All you do
Right,
is
you
get the
don't owe
percentage. You
anything.
don't. You just get that 5% back.
Right. And I believe they also have the same available as a Target debit card. I'm not so friendly with that because you're running that through your checking account again. and I think we should avoid that.
Right.
But it's also a good starter card for people that maybe don't have a ton of credit. It's a great card to look at is Target because there's no annual fee. They're not going to give you this giant credit limit. They might start you at $1,000 or $2,000, but if
use
you
it to
go
build
there
credit.
enough.
And I'll tell you something else with their electronics department, and because they have a lot of stuff. The cool thing is, I wonder if they do the insurance or the not the
I do
insurance,
believe
but-
that they double the warranty.
Yeah, they double the
And
warranty.
Don't
if
quote me,
you-
but I do believe that was one of their benefits.
yeah, that's cool.
So I do think that that's also, and they will tell you if you don't have a Target card that first purchase, I believe you get like 20% or something. You get an extra on that first one. So this time of year, when you are being hit with those offers, that might be one to consider. I know Kohl's does some good offers that are specific to them. The ones that I hate to see people get into are those smaller stores, like an Ultra card, or I don't
Or
even know if they have
Ulta.
one.
You mean
Or
Ulta?
yeah.
Yeah, my
Card,
wife is a big Ulta fan.
Or like an Abercrombie and Fitch card, or
Really?
something that's very store specific. And
Is it because now? Why is that?
because they do have those higher interest rates. They tend to be with the smaller banks. And so they are good starter cards, which they get a lot of the younger audience for that. But they have terrible interest rates. They have terrible benefits. And the only person that's really benefiting is that cashier that has sold you the card at the point of sale.
And don't they target younger people? I remember Sears did this for years, and people my age are smiling right now because the minute you turned 18,
Oh, yeah. That credit application,
within 24 hours of turning 18, you would get a Sears card with a $300 balance on it.
Oh, yeah, I'm
Right.
guilty of it. I went to FSU, and I was a freshman. I was 18 and 2 months old, and I think I got a free T-shirt with Renegade on the back for signing up for a credit card. So, I mean, we all...
Yeah, it's that rotating credit that just blows your face off. You'll never, ever pay it off. And they just get you stuck in that. So even with young people who get these Abercrombie or any of these cards
Oh, they
for the
can
stores
ruin
like
you.
that, Hollister.
They
or-
can.
yeah, you just got to be very careful because, again, you're 18, you think it's free money.
Right.
Someone texted us, actually, speaking of store credit cards, sorry, Ross, at 77031, asking if you can find out how bad it affects my credit if I close a store credit card.
So I don't recommend closing it unless you just absolutely aren't using it. Especially, a lot of people do need to understand if you close your credit card and still have a balance on it, that is not a great thing to do. You should pay that card off before you close it. But also, it's your length of credit that you have. So if that was, say, your first card, that Target card or whatever, and I recommend using it at least once every 12 months, maybe every 6 months to make it a habit. I just had that
Buy a
come
birthday
through.
gift with it or something like that.
Yeah,
Just make
and pay
that
it
card
off.
specific for that. Buy that, yeah.
But hold on to it if it's a card you've had a long time. If it's not something you've had for a very long time and it's not a huge, credit limit that's going to take away, say, $10,000 suddenly in your available credit, then don't do it.
You make a very good point here because I've heard for years when it comes to establishing good credit and then maintaining good credit, the amount of credit you have out there is very, very important, to the balance. Of course, that makes a big difference. But, like you were saying about closing accounts, I know a lot of people, and I'm one of these people, by the way, even with my computer, if I have like more than 3 or 4 windows open on my computer, I'm like, I got to shut all those down because I need this one I can focus on. So the same thing I think kind of applies, right?
Right.
I mean, yeah, I just think the same thing applies.
Well, when it comes to credit, it's really not a good idea to make sudden and drastic changes anytime on your credit all at once. So don't be taking an inventory and saying, I'm going to close these 3 cards. No, don't do that. Don't make that big, huge hit. They're going to look at, depending on what you're applying for and what the purpose of the credit pool is, how much credit is extended to you and how much of that credit you're using.
So if you have like 4 or 5 cards and they all have like a $2,000 or $3,000 limit,
right?
The bank looks at that and says, "Wow, man, this guy has $15,000 of available credit. That has 0 balance, and that looks good."
Right.
Which is so weird because
you would always think it would be the worst.
Well,
one.
what I think what's happening is that, we think differently, obviously, as consumers think differently than the bank industry, because I can imagine that person texting about closing the store credit card thinks that it looks responsible to close cards that you're not using. Of course, you've paid the balance. You don't want to have this willy-nilly credit floating around.
Right.
So I'm going to do my due diligence and be a responsible consumer of credit, and I'm going to close these 3 cards, not knowing that your idea of responsibility is a red flag on the other side.
Right, yeah.
Something else to consider when we're talking about not maybe wanting to reduce our credit line is something that we hated to hear as a retention agent because it was not great for us. But if you have more than one credit card with a bank, let's say Chase, like you have a Chase Rewards card and you have a Chase Cashback card, and you're only using one of them, you can ask to consolidate those cards. Ask them to please consolidate my credit limit. So I have 10,000 on this one, 5,000 on this one. I'd still like to have my 15,000 with Chase, and I just want to have this one card. Do that. At least keep that credit limit that they've already extended to you out there.
Right. And I think it goes back a lot of times, since we've been talking, I think this goes the same thing with attorneys. I think that people are so terrified when it comes to talking to their bank, or that they don't want to make a mistake that they think the bank is going to charge them an extra thing for, or give information that the bank's going to maybe change the way that you bank or something like that. So I think just you telling people, hey, look, go to your bank manager and ask them for that's what they're there for.
Right.
Because a lot of people, and look, I would be in that world.
I'm one of them.
Years back, I would have been like, I'm not talking to those people. Everything's going fine. I don't want to ruffle any feathers or whatever.
Well, and sometimes people make an innocent mistake. Like you make that, gosh, you forgot to make that payment before you went on vacation and it was 2 days late. And, depending on your relationship with the bank, they might throw you right into a default interest rate and throw you into a late fee and then interest charges on top of that. Call the bank. Call the bank. What's the worst they're going to do? Tell you, sorry, there's nothing we can do.
Right, yeah.
No, just call. And even if call twice, you get a no today, call again tomorrow and get a different agent. It's a lot of that is dependent on who you talk to. Now, if you do this every month, no, not so much. But one time a year, most banks will usually forgive you.
Yeah, and I think that intimidation just comes down to a lot of times we speak different languages, you know, and we don't understand. Because like you said, there's that fear that if I say that wrong thing, they're going to mark it down on my account.
Right. Well, and you also want to call the bank because you don't want that late payment to reflect on your credit. So if you can call them and get that forgiveness, then you can have that so it doesn't, because that's one of the worst things on your credit is late payments.
And then get it in writing.
Yes.
Yeah, make sure they send you an email or something, confirmation that confirm that that's happened for sure.
Write down their name.
I just read this year that more people are going to go in debt for Christmas than ever before. They're going to charge more, and they're expecting to be in debt for at least 3, 4, 5, or 6 months going into 2023 just for Christmas shopping.
Yeah.
I mean, all my friends are getting towels.
I was going to say Vanguard said that the hardship withdrawals from 401ks is even beyond what they saw during the Great Recession. This year, it's just been unbelievable the amount of families that have had to dip into retirement savings or regular savings just to pay for a holiday.
And credit cards can be so dangerous.
They
That's the
can.
thing. But they also could be a wonderful tool. It's just how you look at it and how you use it. I've been more cognizant lately of following up on small things that were like, $10 or $15 here and there that I haven't paid attention to, like little charges or things that we don't really use anymore, or things I don't need that I haven't taken back to the store that I've always put off. And it's amazing how much that adds up to if you do it 2 or 3 or 4 times a month, just kind of looking at what you're looking at. And look, I was just looking at just the services I get monthly, like subscription services. Again, you go look at those things, and it's just you forget something you did 2 years ago.
A lot of times that's a reason to consider switching banks.
Right.
Because, maybe it's not a monthly charge, but it's a quarterly charge. And so it slips in there. It's that $9.99. You don't even happen to notice it because it's only 4 times a year or whatever. Right. But switching your account, it's great to get those emails that say, your account information was declined or whatever. It's like, oh, yeah, I meant to tell you, you've been fired.
Right.
Because credit card companies are banking on their customers to be flawed creatures.
For sure. And they're going to benefit from it.
Yeah, they don't want you to pay the entire thing off at once.
No.
I mean, that would be, I think, the worst scenario for them. They want you to carry $1,000 for a year at 22% interest.
Somebody just texted, is it true that old adage of it's better to have bad credit than no credit at all?
I have not heard that. That sounds awful.
Let me just, the record reflect, the face says no.
And so, you know what? Actually, I'll be honest with you. Somebody that is part of our YouTube chat that I talk to regularly reached out, and he was letting me know that he wanted to do this. And I don't want to say his name, but you guys know him, and I'll tell you. But he had no credit. He went to Credit Karma. I said, why don't you check out what you need to know? You need to know what your score is. If it's low, you need to know. If it's medium, let's figure it out and know where to start from.
Right.
And he had no score. And I said, that's crazy. And so he just got in the mail today his Amazon Prime card and, has already used it and whatever. And I said, well, hey, did you go back on Credit Karma? Do you have a score now? And he still doesn't have a score. And so I'm following up because I'm curious. I've never heard that. And he's not super young. I mean, he's in his 30s. He has 2 children. He's married. But he just hasn't done anything.
Look, there are a lot of people who culturally grew up only using cash. Matter of fact, can I tell you something? My wife, I'm trying to remember, my wife knows somebody who does very well for themselves and has for a really long time and has never had a bank account.
Well, there are religious restrictions, like Muslims are not allowed. That's the worst thing, from what I understand, is to owe money.
Well,
so you live at home rather than have a mortgage.
Well,
Until you can pay for it in cash, you don't have. There is no such thing as credit.
Just a good old boy who didn't trust the banks.
Yep.
He's just a guy who did not trust the banks.
I just don't know how you can live in this world nowadays.
How do you Apple Pay?
And you're right. How do you digital? How do you digital anything?
How do you Venmo?
How about this? How do you buy an airplane ticket?
You put it on. It's all on the mattress.
You have to drive to the airport and buy it, right?
These are our first world American problems.
Right? I know, exactly.
But they're not listening to us in the bush.
Let me just swing by the Mattress of America real quick. I'll pay you off.
Hey, thank you for everything. It's always doing the job. Candace, Rich, Tim.
Yay! Awesome.
Yeah. And anything you want to plug? Your brother playing in? Doing anything?
I wish I had the details pulled up right in front of me, but he is doing a Yacht Rock lunch at Ace Cafe next Saturday.
Really?
So
a yacht rock brunch at Ace Cafe, and your brother's a DJ.
Yes, he is Captain Jerry.
That's great. Well, Candace, as always, thank you very much. It's good seeing you. And thanks for the chocolate. You're the greatest.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, 407-916-1041. Back in a second with more of the Jim Colbert Show.
But first...
Want to get rich? Of course you do. Well, Candace is here to give you a clue. These tips are for entertainment purposes and are not endorsed by the show station or company. That should cover our ass, right?
Yeah, that'll do it.
Anyway, it's time for Rich Tips.
There you go. We already did it.
Yeah.
We did it backwards. Jack, stop listening to the show and hang out with your family, buddy.
Real radio is Real Music Weekends. This weekend on Real Radio 104.1. Brought to you by attorney Mo DeWitt. Injured on the go? Just call Mo.com.
From the Goldsmith Jewelry Shop Traffic Center, shop the best quality and lowest price.
Slow traffic continues today on I-4, both east and westbound, down by the major attractions areas and through downtown Orlando. Looking at a crash causing some delays on Narcoossee. Still 3 lanes are blocked northbound near the beach line. Another crash causing some slowdowns on Colonial Drive at Bumby Avenue. And a third crash is causing some heavy traffic on Dixie Belle Drive at Gatlin Avenue. If you see traffic problems, call the SafeTouchSecurity.com traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm Samantha Canning.
This report is sponsored by Wawa. It's that time of year again. Free Coffee Tuesday for Wawa Rewards members are back. Every Tuesday, Wawa Rewards members get any size hot coffee or handcrafted iced coffee for free. Gotta have a Wawa.
If you are ready to start looking for a new home or refinance the one you're in, then you need Brad Siebert at wearenotthebanks.com. Direct mortgage lenders. We Are Not the Banks has loans for all types of buyers, good credit or bumps in your credit, and all types of loans, VA loans, conventional, even jumbo and no income documentation loans. Brad Siebert can guide you through the process. Just go to wearenotthebanks.com to get started. NMLS ID number 1169, equal housing opportunity.
Local or long distance, when it's time to move, let Cento Family Moving and Storage move you. CentoMoving.com. What's it like having next-gen supersonic Wi-Fi from Xfinity? Well, it's ready for major gig speeds. So it's fast, like riding a cheetah fast. And with 3 times the bandwidth, the gaming never has to end. Plus, Xfinity supersonic Wi-Fi has the power you need to connect hundreds of devices at the same time. Unbeatable internet from Xfinity. Made to do anything so you can do anything.
Now through December 21st, new customers can get $200 back with gig speed internet. Or get started with 400 megabit internet plus Xfi Complete with unlimited data and Wi-Fi equipment included. It's all just $55 a month for 12 months with no annual contract. Go online, call 1-800-XFINITY, or visit a store today. Requires paperless billing and auto pay with stored bank account. Restrictions apply. Taxes and fees extra. After promo, regular internet rates apply. Actual speeds vary.
Mills Air in business since 1992. That's over 30 years here in Central Florida. They're not going anywhere. Carrier factory authorized dealer. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier. Preventive maintenance on all brands, and that saves you money and can detect an upcoming breakdown. Visit millsair.com.
It's the holiday season at Wawa, and they have you covered with gift cards for everyone on your shopping list. You can find gift cards for the Wawa fans in your life or other popular gift cards like Xbox or Apple and so much more. Whether it's for your boss or your best friend, maybe it's your letter carrier, maybe it's your kid's teacher. Whoever it is, make their season bright in one Wawa run. Happy holidays from Wawa, your one-stop gift card shop. Gotta have a Wawa. See store for details.
Right now at Old Navy, get up to 60% off store-wide. Styles start at just $7. Grab gifts for everyone on your list and get up to 60% off now, only at Old Navy and OldNavy.com. Valid 11/29 to 12/11, select styles only.
Boxing returns to Orlando. The World Boxing Association's KO Drugs Night of Champions card is coming to Caribe Royale Resort on Sunday, December 11th. This historic night of boxing, part of the WBA's 100th annual convention, features top boxing talent from around the world. Europe, South America, Cuba, Puerto Rico, Africa, and the U.S. vying for 8 title belts. 8 title belts in one incredible night of boxing. Don't miss this action-packed night of live boxing. Tickets available at Ticketmaster and at CaribeRoyale.com/boxing.
O'Reilly. Improve visibility in your vehicle and save $10 on a pair of Trico Force wiper blades now at O'Reilly Auto Parts. Don't risk your safety because of bad wiper blades. Be ready for any weather. Our professional parts people will even install your new wiper blades for free. Visit your local O'Reilly Auto Parts or O'ReillyAuto.com.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
This year has been hard. My mom didn't always have enough money to buy food. Some nights I went to bed hungry and scared. But thanks to people like you, I'm looking forward to the holidays when we can have a big meal together as a family. Give the gift of hope. For every $1 donated to Second Harvest Food Bank, you can provide 4 meals for a family like mine. Help today at feedhopenow.org. That's feedhopenow.org.
Riding season is here and in 6th gear, full tilt and ready to go. Orlando Harley-Davidson has an action-packed events calendar and truckloads of 2022 models showing up every single week. From the highly sought-after Lowrider ST to the 2022 CVOs, Orlando Harley-Davidson has a wide selection of new and used motorcycles. Visit OrlandoHarley.com. Be sure to stop by the Orlando Harley-Davidson dealership located next to I-4 across from the Mall of Millennium.
The podcast, The Bible in a Year with Jack Graham, is a moving and inspiring biblical audio experience that will help you master wisdom from the world's greatest book. In each episode, you'll learn to apply biblical principles to everyday life.
Each cinematic episode is a journey through the Bible's most profound stories that will strengthen your appreciation of the Word and inspire you to keep learning.
Listen to The Bible in a Year with Jack Graham on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
This hour of programming brought to you in part by FAS Windows and Doors.
We now return to the Jim Colbert Show, already in progress.
This guy's just announced like a new record or something, right?
No idea.
Yeah, I think they did. I think they just announced a new project. 407-916-1041. Text us, 77031. Welcome back. I'm Jim. Deb's there.
Hello.
Ross.
Yeah.
He's here as well. Ken is hanging out with us for a little bit more.
Hey.
By the way, real quick, to follow up on Rich Tip, somebody did ask, what are the best ways to establish credit for a college student without a full-time job?
Ooh. So you're going to have to give a slight untruth because you need to show income. So they're going to for your household income. I will say this. We helped our kids who are 19 and 21 with their credit. And I can't tell you yet if that was a good decision or not.
Yeah.
But we made them authorized users on 2 of our credit cards, each one a different card. That was for 2 reasons. One, yeah. Well,
my mom wouldn't let that happen.
Yeah,
Okay,
same
we
here.
also
They can be authorized users, but they can't have the card.
Right.
I mean, you can put them on. You can put them on the account and just keep the card yourself, and then give it to them when they want. And they get credit for paying it.
But I will say this: that my kids are very responsible, and part of their job as being licensed drivers in our home was also to be our Uber delivery, pickup, whatever. And so it's really handy to have them have our credit card and say, just stop by, pick this up for me. And they can't say no.
Yeah, I told this before on the air. My ex-wife, when she got braces as a teenager, her dad opened up, borrowed the money as a small business, as a small loan, a personal small loan, and then put the payment in her name.
Yeah.
So when the payments were made for her braces, which were whatever it was, $1,800 back then or $1,200 or whatever,
it helped her.
She graduated from high school with perfect credit.
Yeah. So my kids now, when we had them open traditional credit cards for themselves, and they both had credit scores over 750 and were extended way too much credit for their age.
Right.
But so far, they have, knock on wood, not messed with that. And I do preach at home as much. Just what I'm saying here, and we do want them to be responsible with credit, but it is risky for those young ones. And so I do say, mom and dad, if you want to add your kid as an authorized user to one of your cards, that will help their credit. Don't add them. They do need to be an authorized user, not just a card holder.
And then you have to be very diligent because kids lose their damn minds. And the last thing you want is them out there,
but there's so many great apps with those cards now that, my husband, if you spend more, it used to be if I spent more than $25, he'd get a notification. Now we had to stop that.
I had to bump that up a little bit.
Oh my gosh!
And to renegotiate that.
His phone was blowing up all the time.
This is ridiculous. So, but he's on top of it. You were talking about tracking family the other day. Yeah, we've been doing that since 2014.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. We've been doing it for a while,
it's
too.
just
not a problem.
With all good technology comes great advances, but also helps the parents. Sure.
The other thing I just saw a second ago, just when I was kind of tooling through the news during the break, was, we've talked about this before about having separate or joint accounts as married couples.
Mm-hmm.
And I believe, Ross, you and Olivia have separate accounts, do you not?
We have a little hybrid action.
Yeah.
We both have our own accounts, and then we have a mutual account.
Right. And you guys agree on a certain amount of money that goes into the joint account every month or something, or every pay period?
Not yet, but, I know I threw down $100 into that account not that long ago.
$100, huh?
Yeah.
I'm sure.
Big spender.
Joint account for you guys, right?
Let me show you how much I get paid.
You guys are separate accounts.
Yeah, but we're not married yet.
But will it be that way when you get married?
I think we'll probably do what Ross and Olivia do, have a separate account for each for, your own expenses, and then one household account.
Separate accounts or joint? Joint here as well. Let me ask you a question. A story just came out today. Do you think people with joint accounts have longer marriages or shorter marriages?
Oh, gotta be shorter.
I guess it depends on the spending habits of the people who have them.
I think longer. For sure longer.
Yes, it is longer. People who have joint banking accounts, they're 62% of them last longer than people who have separate bank accounts as married couples.
It's trust. You can't have secrets if you're sharing all your finances.
The funny thing is, I've seen it. I've heard the horror stories of it, and I've seen some great success stories of it as well.
Nice.
I mean, one of my, you mother, a good friend of mine and his wife have been together, God, almost as long as Tori and I, maybe as long as Tori and I, and they've never had joint bank accounts, and it is not a big deal in their world.
Yeah. And I know a lot of people like that in banking that it was not a big deal. For me, I always wanted that same exact status as my husband on everything.
Yeah.
To the point where I wanted to be titled first on some accounts because they always put the man first, and I don't know, it was a thing.
I get it.
It's just, so I know a lot of women that way. It's not necessarily that, you're all about asserting your independence and being this independent woman,
but if I'm putting money in there.
I want the same titling. And,
Well, yeah. Also, not all men are the number one earners in their homes.
Sure. Well, my husband definitely is. Let me put that out there.
Well,
but
yeah, I am now. But when my wife and I got together, I mean, one of the biggest jokes was, to get a girl that pretty, you must be really loaded and endowed. But the funny thing was, my joke back was, well, she made way more money than me, so what now? She did. She was selling corporate commercial real estate and doing very well for herself.
Yeah.
Did not need me at all. And if it was the same case right now, I would have no problem with it at all. Not even the least bit. Would you have a problem? What are you laughing at?
I'm just laughing. I mean, it was just funny to me that you're like, a lot of people thought, I had a lot of money and, I was endowed, but little did they know neither of those things are true.
Right. Look, I don't mind taking a shot at myself to prove a point for her.
Yeah, I am subpar and below average.
Do you, God, what was I just saying?
But someone just texted us at 77031. We've been married 28 years and we've never had a joint account. So I guess it just depends on the couple and what works best for them and their finances.
What's the main purpose of a joint account? I would think that the main purpose is that you know how much money collectively you have together.
I just think it's just ease.
Yeah.
For me, it's just easier. I mean, you have one account to handle. All the money goes in there. You're married. I mean, when you join yourself together as a couple, I mean, for me, and again, I don't hold any judgment for anybody who doesn't do this, but for us, part of that union was also our financial union as well.
Another thing to consider also is not to be morbid, but for any reason, if one person becomes incapacitated or anything, it makes it a whole lot easier to take care of the family.
Yeah, especially if you have bills that are automatically taken out of a checking account.
But if for whatever reason your other half becomes incapacitated and can't answer those questions, but it's taken out of his account, then you don't have access to that.
Right, exactly.
Now, it's interesting. Did your mom and it's so hard to explain because your father passed. Do you know how your mom and dad did it at all?
Poorly.
Yeah.
My parents were great at it, and I know they still have joint accounts and joint everything. So I do think, did your parents do that?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, that would have been that would have been so progressive, and that would have been a very progressive idea to have separate bank accounts in a small town like that. I mean, and I think it goes back to what you're saying. There's an implied trust thing there that I think a lot of people automatically apply to that. Like there's a distrust from one person to the other financially or something.
What? Oh, well, then that would be something that would come outside of our household. That's not something we feel inside.
Oh, yeah, no. I know a lot of people, the perception of that is, I think a lot of people are like, well, one of those people don't trust each other because they're not putting their money in that account. They're doing something that they shouldn't be doing, or they're hiding money, or whatever the case may be.
Yeah, no, go ahead. Be you, boo.
Yeah, I don't care either.
I'm curious what makes it easier? A joint account?
You just know what the balance is on the money that you're dealing with for the house at all times, and you only have the one account as opposed to two accounts.
The example I gave is, let's say Olivia has a car accident and she's incapacitated and she takes care of the cable bill every month, and now you need to do something with the cable next month, but you have no access to the account. She can't talk, and you don't know if it's paid or...
barring a life-changing car accident, okay? Yeah. What? Like, I'm still... Because I would say I think that the only reason why people enjoy joint accounts is transparency and knowing how much money as a team you guys have.
Here's the thing. I don't need a joint account to know how much my wife makes. I know. And vice versa. She doesn't need to see the physical amount in the bank account. We know how much we make. We know how much is going to go to that account within probably $300 every month. So it has nothing to do with that at all. Like the transparency issue is, let me ask you, why do you not have a joint account?
Because it just seems silly. It seems like a whole nother step that you don't have to take. And not to mention that when things go south with joint accounts, they don't go like a couple feet south. They go all the way south.
I don't know what you mean by that.
it can get real terrible when it comes to if someone leaves in the relationship.
I see what you're saying.
You know,
yeah.
that it, it seems like there's a lot more at risk than to gain.
You mean when you go to check your balance and you're like, oh, hell.
What happened?
But if you're going through a situation where there's a divorce or something like that, I mean, it doesn't matter. It's going to come out in court either way. You're going to have to give the money up either way. I mean, it does not really matter. I mean, you can make yourself feel great that you can still see it there, but that money is not yours.
And also, there would never, when you have two different bank accounts, you can't have the possibility of going, hey, by the way, you spent $80 on lunch the other time, and I wasn't okay with that. Either she's telling me that or I'm telling her that.
Right, yeah.
It completely rules that out.
So that's interesting because for people who have joint accounts, that's what they want. They want those checks and balances so that your husband isn't out there having, $200 business lunches every day without with the wife knowing it. And then she goes, hey, we agreed we're paying for a vacation. Where's your half? And you're like, oh, I don't have my half. I spent, $1,000 last month entertaining clients at restaurants.
I agree with that too. It also helps a couple to stay. You should have budget goals. You should have financial goals with each other. And so sometimes maybe somebody needs to point out to you, hey, you go to the 7-Eleven a lot and spend $15. That adds up. Mm-hmm. I'm just wondering, if you're picking up that habit, you don't want to talk about how much it spends a year. Maybe that's why some people want to keep their accounts separate. I can understand that. But I think you need that check and balance. I think we all need to have somebody. We need to be held accountable by somebody other than ourselves.
It would be so weird for me to have an account outside of a joint account. It would just be odd, and it's just a cultural thing. And again, I'm not judging you for your decision or whatever.
I do think it's generational too, though.
Yeah,
when
I
you
think
pointed
so,
that
too.
out, because it's just.
I think more people your age will probably think exactly like you do, buddy.
Because we used to pay for our checking accounts. The checking accounts didn't used to be free, so that was another thing to consider. Is like, I'm not going to pay for two accounts. We're going to have one account.
And I think that there's a certain autonomy in new relationships. If you're in your mid 30s, that you don't have the same cultural applications that we had, where this was part of a marriage. I mean, marriages are so different now. The way people get married, the ceremonies are different. How they look at marriage is different.
Yeah.
And you and your wife have a very progressive relationship. You guys, we were talking before about how much time that you guys spent away from each other as a couple that was getting married. And it was even odd for me. Like, yeah, I'm going to do this, I'm doing that. And then my wife is doing this, I'm doing that. And we see each other, a couple times a week. And that's perfectly fine for you guys. Madly in love, works fine.
It's funny they say that it works fine is because that's what we're doing.
Yeah, that's what you do, right? That's how your relationship is. In my world, a relationship like that would be bizarre. For me not to be around my wife like every single day and know what's going on would be, and then doing stuff off to the side would be really bizarre for me. But again.
So do you rule out doing anything off to the side?
No, not at all. I just don't do it as much as I would before because I just don't. We just like hanging out together. We spend most of our time together. So it's just how it is for our relationship. Again, and I could look at you and go, hey, that's kind of cool, being able to go and rip it and play golf and stuff like that, and your wife be perfectly cool with it. And my wife is cool with us doing stuff too, but we spend a lot of time together just kind of being together.
Yeah, I just would never.
It's just an old school mentality.
I would never want to tell her, outside of, like a big event in the future, is that I want her to, do what she wants, and I know that I definitely want to do what I want.
Right, yeah.
Especially, and everything in moderation.
Yeah, sure.
I mean, you can't have 1,000% of that type of vibe, I think.
Yeah, no, because obviously, if you're married, you want to be around each other, you want to enjoy life together and do that. And I think for me, like from the beginning of this relationship, I've just kind of wanted to be around her all the time. Like we have a lot of fun together, so it's just one of those things where
As we get older, I think we want to stay home more.
Yeah, maybe that is what it is.
Like, as we've invested all this money in our home, it's like, I like my house now. I want to stay here.
Yeah. All right, 407-916-1041. Text us 77031. Load them up. Let's do trivia right after this.
We have a prize. Get on board at 407-916-1041. Jim Colbert Show Trivia is brought to you by Cento Family Moving and Storage. That's CENTO moving.com.
This is Clay Travis. Here's what's trending from the iHeart Sports Network.
Presented by Staples Stores. Baker Mayfield did the improbable, leading the Rams to a wild come-from-behind win over the Raiders. It's kind of who Baker is, playing pickup backyard football, drawing plays up in the dirt. Little bit of the anti-Brady and Peyton, who thrive off prep, structure, film study. Baker's a roulette guy, flying by the seat of his pants, his way. But this was Baker's best moment to me as a pro. I'm Colin Cowherd.
Staples has you covered for all your custom printing just in time for the holidays. And right now at Staples, you can save 40% on custom holiday cards and invitations. Offer valid in-store and online. Ends 12/17. Exclusion and restrictions apply. Explore more at Staples, the working and learning store.
Tools Ace Hardware has the perfect grill setup for you for that backyard entertainer for Christmas and beyond. The perfect huge selection of grill accessories, barbecue rubs, and sauces that are great for putting under the tree. Brand new grills like Big Green Egg, Traeger, Weber, or Napoleon. A gift that will blow them away. And you can get all of that at Tools Ace Hardware. Plus, you can get that grill assembled and delivered to your home by Christmas for free when you spend $3.99 or more on grills and accessories. All you have to do is visit one of their 12 Central Florida locations. That new location now open on Highway 27 and Heartwood Marsh. Or you can shop online at acehardware.com. It's Tools Ace, the backyard place.
Could you please pass the potatoes?
Uncle Bob, why are you singing?
With all the rewards we are getting, with the Navy Federal Credit Union's cash rewards card, I hired a singing coach for caroling.
But it's summer.
Since we get up to 1.75% cash back on all our holiday purchases, there is cheer to last all year.
Please stop.
These potatoes are delicious, by the way.
Get cheer to last all year with Navy Federal Credit Union. Our members are the mission. Insured by NCUA.
Hey, Orlando. Now you can get treated for everything from chest pains to ankle sprains at a third of the cost and half the time of an average ER visit. Say hello to a better emergency care experience. Say hello to GuideWell Emergency Doctors. Operated by Crucial Care, time is based on the American College of Emergency Physicians. Cost comparison based on 2016 actuarial analysis of hospital-based ER visits.
This holiday season, it's more important than ever to make sure you make your money go farther. And while interest rates are on the rise everywhere else, at International Diamond Center, we're lowering rates all the way down to 0%. That's right. Now through December 12th, International Diamond Center is offering 0% financing for 5 years. This is in addition to IDC's amazing unbeatable value prices, so you can make their Christmas dreams come true. How about an $8,000 diamond tennis bracelet for just $133 a month? Or check out a special collection of affordable and timeless classics like diamond studs, gold fashion and diamond fashion jewelry with instant savings of 20% and some hand-picked specials even marked down to 40%. Don't let anything keep you from getting that headliner gift this year. International Diamond Center has the price relief and the interest rate relief you deserve. Merry Christmas from International Diamond Center. 4 Orlando area locations. On approved credit.
You're the one who protects the flock, and that requires an eye for detail. Because when safety and well-being are on the line, it's the details that can save lives. Even when no one else is watching, you see everything. Grainger gets you, and we're here for you, and all the ones who get it done with a wide range of safety products and solutions, plus board-certified safety consultants here to answer your questions. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
When a cold comes on strong, knock it out with Vicks DayQuil Severe for max strength daytime relief. Just one dose of Vicks DayQuil Severe starts to relieve 9 of your worst cold and flu symptoms to help take you from 9 to none. Power through your day with Vicks DayQuil Severe, the daytime non-drowsy, coughing, aching, fever, sore throat, 9 to none medicine. Use as directed.
Lewis Black, Off the Rails Tour.
You're so excited you can barely get your pants on.
Saturday, December 10th, 8 p.m., Hard Rock Live Orlando. On sale now at Ticketmaster and the Hard Rock Live box office.
Hey everybody, this is Scott Brown with Edgewater Family Wealth. And Ryan, do you know what power tools have in common with economics?
I do not.
Well, we can drill down on that Sunday.
Wow, that was a bit of a bad joke.
Whoa!
Tune in to It's Only Money with Scott Brown from Edgewater Family Wealth, Sunday mornings at 7 on Real Radio 104.1. Raymond James Financial Services, Inc., member FINRA SIPC. Edgewater Family Wealth is not a broker-dealer, is independent of RJFS.
This job, we fight for as many people as we can. Sometimes people are afraid to fight the insurance companies. That's why I'm here. Injured on the go, just call Mo. Mo DeWitt. Offices, Orlando and Tampa.
This earful of Real Radio is brought to you by RC Hill Mitsubishi, Highway 1792 in DeLand.
You're listening to The Jim Colbert Show. Also available to watch at The Jim Colbert Show on Facebook.
Metro Boomin wants some more. My mama call, see you on TV. Sunset done change. Ever since we was on, I dreamed it all. Ever since I was young, they said I won't be nothing. Now they always say congratulations.
Man, I love Post Malone. Are you a Post fan?
Dude, I've been listening to Post since White Iverson dropped on SoundCloud.
My son turned me on to White Iverson, and I started listening to that about not SoundCloud, but when it broke, my dad's like, "Have you seen Post Malone?" Because you got to see him first.
Yeah.
And then we heard the music, and then I was a fan and been listening since.
Yeah, super interesting guy. One
super
reason
sweet
why
guy. Everybody loves it.
Yeah, one reason why I really enjoyed his first single White Iverson is because he brought up the magic.
Yeah.
in kind of a cool, positive way. I was like, finally.
Yeah, you watch this guy before shows, he's like in a tent hanging out playing acoustic guitar barefoot. I mean, he's just a cool dude, man. Everybody loves him. Posty. Everybody likes Posty. Hey, by the way, if you want another idea at a great Christmas gift, I do have our Jim Colbert Show spices available right now. We have a link at Jim Members on Facebook and on the Jim Colbert Facebook. Not Jim Colbert Show, but on my personal Facebook page, there's a Venmo link for $25. You'll get all 3 seasonings, and I'll send them to you as well, all for that one price. Again, that's at Jim Colbert Show or Jim Colbert on Facebook or Jim Members on Facebook. You can click right through. Got a couple orders while we're doing the show today.
Oh, wow.
We'll send the last ones out next Friday to ensure they get to you, but we're sending out orders as I get them every day. So if you want to do that, you can. Again, that's Jim Colbert on Facebook or Jim Members on Facebook. The link is right there. Welcome back. I'm Jim. Deb is right there.
It's like you're Santa.
Candace is hanging out with us, and Ross has the sauce jar.
Candace, you know what to do, right? Here we go. Chugga, chug, all aboard.
Chugga, chugga.
Choo choo.
Look at it clack.
That is so good, even though I messed it up.
She had a scab, and she killed it.
Yeah. I have a $50, $50 buddy, for a Wawa.
That's pretty darn
a
good.
$50 Wawa gift card is chilling in the sauce jar. If you've never been to Wawa, then you're missing out on a large part of your life. Because they have everything. They got gasoline to dank sandwiches. Come on now.
Coffee and soda.
Join the Wawa movement, man.
Yeah, they have good coffee.
And that is your sauce jar, which is always brought to you by
Cento Family Moving and Storage. They have fully trained expert moving crews that are adept in packing your stuff, handling your furniture, safe driving, customer service, so much more. Oh, hey, speaking of more, mention the Jim Colbert Show, and that will get you a discount. So book them today at centomoving.com. That's CENTO moving.com. Ross screwed it up, but back to you.
Thank you, Deb. I appreciate that. Ross, who goes first today? Let's get this right.
Let's welcome Julie.
Julie right there on line tool. Julie, how are you?
Awesome. Thank you.
Wonderful. Would you like to play a little game with us?
I would.
Let's do it then.
Want to play a game?
Julie, this is a very easy game, and I am stinking it up this week. The last 2 players have gotten it on the first try. I hope you do not.
No.
I'm joking. Very easy game, but a question here for you. 4 answers. One of them isn't true. If you can find it, I will send you to Wawa with a $50 gift card in your hand. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right, a little trick for you today. Today is International or National Christmas Card Day.
Oh,
we were talking about Christmas cards earlier, right? Here are 3 fun facts about Christmas cards and 1 lie you didn't send out on time.
Well, happens.
Number 1, the first foil stamping process was on a Christmas card in 1910. Number 2, the first American Christmas card appeared in 1875. It had a painting of a flower with a simple Merry Christmas on it. Number 3, it was the Hallmark Company that invented the folding Christmas card. Or lastly, about 60% of all greeting cards sold are Christmas cards. Which one of those is a lie?
Number 2.
Number 2, unfortunately, is absolutely true. The first American Christmas card did appear in 1875, and on it was the painting of a flower with the words, Merry Christmas. That's it.
Oh, wow.
Ross, who's next, buddy?
Let's keep this J train going.
Yeah, baby.
Let's welcome Javier.
Javier, what's going on, Javier?
How you doing, guys?
Doing good, buddy. Tell me which one of these is a lie. We're talking about Christmas cards here, brother. Number 1, the first foil stamping process was on a Christmas card in 1910. Number 2, it was the Hallmark Company that invented the folding Christmas card. Or lastly, about 60% of all greeting cards sold are Christmas cards.
Number 3.
Unfortunately, that is true. About 60% of all greeting cards sold are Christmas cards.
Woohoo!
There you go. Ross, who's next?
Made it.
Why are you... Okay, now you're rooting against him. Are you rooting for him?
I don't even know what she's doing.
I'm rooting for him.
Yeah.
He made it this far into
That's
trivia
right.
without someone guessing the answer.
Well, means I'm going to have a good weekend.
Let's fight fire with fire.
No,
Let's welcome Jim.
Jim.
That means we're going to have a good last hour. That's what
right.
that means.
Jim, what's up, buddy?
Oh, I'm ready.
Are you? All right.
Oh.
Well, Jim, you get a 50-50 shot here. Which one of these is not true? We're talking about Christmas cards. Number 1, the first foil stamping process was on a Christmas card in 1910, or it was the Hallmark Company that invented the folding Christmas card.
I would go with number 1.
Number 1's the answer, buddy. You are a winner. Winner,
all right.
winner. Good job, buddy. Yep, the first foil stamping process was thousands of years ago.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah, many, many, many years ago. Yep.
Oh, wow.
I think it was in Asia in again, it's like
60
the
AD?
1300s or something. It's ridiculous.
Oh, okay. Wow.
Some other thing, and the Hallmark Company is the company that invented the folding Christmas card.
Wow.
Yeah, they were placards before that. Matter of fact, I'll explain to you now. Let's learn some more things about Christmas cards before we get to Ross thoughts. There's been a steep drop-off in Christmas card mailings from 1.9 billion Christmas cards in 2012 to only 1.4 billion just 2 years later in 2014. Of course, electronic Christmas cards have taken a large bite out of the Christmas card world. I mean, they're still going to make it.
Well, I mean, not only that, think about the Christmas card you and your family sent out.
Right,
You
yeah, we
didn't
made it
go to a
ourselves.
store and
Yeah.
find the perfect box and pay $14.99. You made them yourselves.
Yeah. The best single-selling Christmas card ever was printed in 1977.
Oh, bicentennial.
It featured 3 angels, 1 looking at the reader, and 2 praying. How many copies do you think it sold?
1.6 million.
1.6 million.
Oh, I thought he got it 2.5.
2.5, Candace?
2.6.
34 million.
Whoa.
They sold 34 million of that one card, and nobody can really explain why, actually. It's just like it just kind of exploded like a very good card, and it just kind of caught on and got it went viral, I think, is what the word is.
I'm going to look it up.
President Eisenhower was the first president to send the first White House Christmas card in 1953.
Oh, wow.
And then lastly here, a few Christmas cards signed by JFK are some of the most valuable and collectible ever existed.
I can.
Yeah, he signed a few before he was killed in November, and those are worth a whole bunch of money. There you go.
Wow.
Christmas cards. Do you have something?
No.
Oh, you?
No?
All right, good. 407-916-1041. What's coming up for thoughts?
Guys, I've been looking forward to this. Hopefully this bit sticks around. It might not. I have a feeling it might cause some people to be uncomfortable.
Really?
Yeah, because we are going to get our Simon Cowell on.
Okay, we get to judge.
Whoa.
Yeah, we're going to be judging actually harshly.
All right, I can't wait.
To a new level that I don't know if any radio show's ever gone down.
All right, well, stay tuned. Let's see what kind of trouble we can get into.
For every 10,000 new followers, everyone on Real Radio gets a new puppy. Can we get an assist? Real Radio 1041 on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. Powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
From the Goldsmith Jewelry Shop Traffic Center, shop the best quality and lowest price.
Heavy traffic still reported this afternoon on I-4 in the Orlando area as you travel east and westbound between Osceola Parkway and 535. Traffic also slow due to a crash reported on Lake Mary Boulevard just west of 1792. Another crash blocks the right lane westbound on Oak Ridge Road at Millennial Boulevard. If you happen to see any other traffic problems today, make sure you're calling the SafeTouchSecurity.com traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm Samantha Canning.
This report is sponsored by Blindster.com.
Hi, I'm Kyle, and my company is Blindster.com. I started Blindster in 2010 to provide custom blinds, shades, and shutters at affordable prices. Our blinds are easy to install and shipping is free. Don't hire an expensive professional. Do it yourself and save big at Blindster.com.
Hey guys, Jim here for my friends over at Solar Bear. If you, like many of other Central Floridians, are sick and tired of paying those high electric bills, then you need to call Solar Bear. These guys are the #1 solar installer in the state. These guys can help eliminate your power bill. Solar Bear, the highest rated and reviewed solar company in the state. They're locally owned and operated. That means no subcontractors. All you have to do, just visit solarbear.com today and get that free estimate. And check it out right now. 0 down, 0% interest, and no payments for 12 months with credit approval. Say goodbye to your electric bill, but say hi to Solar Bear. Solarbear.com. Mills Air in business since 1992. That's over 30 years here in Central Florida. They're not going anywhere. Carrier factory authorized dealer. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier. Equipment change-outs and upgrades right now with up to $1,275 in rebates. Visit millsair.com.
Right now at Old Navy, get up to 60% off store-wide. Styles start at just $7. Grab gifts for everyone on your list and get up to 60% off now. Only at Old Navy and OldNavy.com. Valid 11/29 to 12/11. Select styles only.
Year-end deals are at Sutherland Nissan Orlando with 0% financing on new Nissans. Yes, 0% on new Nissans. No payments for 6 months. $5,000 over book value for your trade. Click SutherlandBuysCars.com. Then rush to Sutherland Nissan Orlando by January 3rd. See dealer for details.
Hi, welcome to IKEA and our winter celebration event.
Yeah, hi. It's been a while since I've had the whole family over, so I need a table set for 12. I need decor to impress Aunt Lucille. Oh, I need gifts for the kids.
No worries. As an IKEA family member, you can save with hundreds of offers throughout the store, from home decor to table lamps and even gaming accessories.
Gaming? Wait, did you say hundreds?
Yes. This holiday season, visit us in-store or at IKEA-USA.com/winter celebrations to start saving. The IKEA Winter Celebration event begins 12/7 and ends 12/24/22, U.S. only.
Holiday shopping is exhausting. I hit like 30 stores already. You? I went to Verizon. Oh, and? And that's it. Seriously? Seriously. I got the new iPhone 14 Pro on Verizon, plus more Apple gifts like Apple Watch SE, iPad, and Beats Fit Pro, also on Verizon. A value of up to $1,900. Seriously? Yeah, the iPhone 14 Pro is perfect for my teenager. Its new Pro camera system takes amazing pictures, even in low light. She's gonna love it. So who gets the Apple gifts? Oh, the Apple gifts? I'm keeping those for myself. Kinda like a finder's fee? More like a holiday miracle. Seriously.
This holiday, get to your Verizon store for their best deal of the year. A service plan is required for gifts. 5G phone, up to $999.99 device payment purchase or full retail purchase with newer upgrade smartphone line required. Less up to $1,000 trade-in promo credit applied over 36 months. 0% APR. Additional terms and conditions apply. Visit Verizon.com for offer details. Up to $1,900 value based on iPhone, Apple Watch, iPad, and Beats.
They're big, and they're coming for you. Tax refund advance loans at Jackson Hewitt, up to $4,500. That's big. Like our tax refund advance can beat up their tax refund advance kind of big. Up to $4,500 at Jackson Hewitt. Book your appointment today and get details at jacksonhewitt.com. You're going to need a bigger wallet. Eligible clients can get up to $1,000 in December and up to $3,500 in January. Loans by Republic Bank and Trust Company. Finance charge may apply.
You're the one who protects the flock, and that requires an eye for detail. Because when safety and well-being are on the line, it's the details that can save lives. Even when no one else is watching, you see everything. Grainger gets you, and we're here for you, and all the ones who get it done with a wide range of safety products and solutions, plus board-certified safety consultants here to answer your questions. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
When a cold comes on strong, knock it out with Vicks DayQuil Severe for max strength daytime relief. Just one dose of Vicks DayQuil Severe starts to relieve 9 of your worst cold and flu symptoms to help take you from 9 to none. Power through your day with Vicks DayQuil Severe, the daytime non-drowsy, coughing, aching, fever, sore throat, 9 to none medicine. Use as directed.
Local or long distance, when it's time to move, let Cento Family Moving and Storage move you. CentoMoving.com.
Here's a top move for hiring a divorce attorney. See how they look and handle themselves on video or audio. Chances are that's them at their best, with editing, setup, and multiple takes. The courtroom is live. Mediation is live. Make sure your divorce lawyer is going to make you look good. At Trenley Kramer Law, we handle family law and divorce. TK Law, one firm for life.com.
This earful of Real Radio is brought to you by crimeline.org. Give a tip anonymously.
Portions of the following program were pre-recorded.
Broadcasting live from the injury law firm of Kaufman and Lind studio. Your accident, your future, your attorney. Contact them at whenyouneedus.com or call pound 546 from your cell. You're listening to WTKS FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Available everywhere on the iHeartRadio app. Now #1 for podcasting. We are an iHeartRadio station. We now return to the Jim Colbert Show.
I remember when I lost my mind. There was something so present about
What are you laughing at? How bad I am at this?
even your emotions have an echo.
I don't remember my mic is on a lot.
You'll find out.
Oh, God, okay. 407-916-1041. Text us 77031. Welcome back. I am Jim. Deb is here.
Hello.
So is Ross, and Candace is hanging out for one more segment with us, chilling out, and Ross has his thoughts. Let's get to it.
It's weird.
Oh, Candace.
It's funny.
You joined us
sometimes
on a weird one.
It's Ross. Spelled like sauce.
Oh, man.
It's Ross Thoughts.
I hope this works. So, welcome to Ross Thoughts, where things get a little wacky.
Where's your camera?
A little wackadoo, a little wackadoodle. Little wackadoodle-doo.
There we go.
So, this is what me and my wife did on a bottle of wine for her big birthday dinner. All right? We talked about other people.
Yeah.
It's fun.
And we were having so much fun. Real fast, can we all agree, Deb, Jim, Candace? Candace, if you want to be part of this, you can. You're more than invited.
Careful.
But
you've been warned.
You may not want to. I don't know. So, we can all agree that no one is perfect, right?
Oh, of course.
Yeah. Everyone has their flaws. No one is perfect. So, we are going to rate people and things from a scale of 1 to 10.
What?
We all just agreed that no one is perfect.
No one is perfect.
So, no one should
get a 10.
No one should get a 10.
Okay.
So we are going to rate people
that we know?
Yes.
Come on, man.
Why not?
Come on, man.
So some of these are easy. Some of them are a little tough.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
Some of them might make you feel a little...
All right, and everybody needs to understand we can plead the fifth when we need to here.
I mean, hey, that's fine, but I think, and this happened at the birthday dinner, is that if you plead the fifth, I think it says a lot more than saying a number. It's a rock in a hard place. You can't get out of it.
You need to be very, very careful here.
I don't know. This
So-
seems like a really wrong way to spend a birthday dinner.
We were dying laughing. And yeah, Jim got a number, Deb got a number, Jack got a number.
I'm sure.
And here's the thing. It's silly. It's futile.
Yeah, unless you're the person who got a 4.
Yeah, exactly.
Here's the thing: is like, and then what makes somebody a 4? Is it just your experience?
Yeah,
Because
okay,
you
that's
might
fair.
look at that 4 out of a 10 person.
That's fair.
And then the rest of the world looks at him and goes, "What are you talking about? That's a solid 8.4."
It's fair, I guess.
So to give you an idea, is that me and my wife did this to ourselves.
Okay.
All right. I gave her a 9.6.
Okay, good move, buddy.
9.6. Still, there's some room for improvement. We're late to a lot of things, and it's not my fault. You know?
That's worthy of 2 points or 0.2 points?
Yeah, you know, there's no one's perfect. She gave me a 9.2, and I was like, you know what? I back it. I get it.
The Naples judge.
Yeah, I'm a 9.2. So what I wanted to do, and this also makes it really helpful here, okay, is that if you go quick, you can talk about it. We can talk about it. However, the faster you go, you feel the number as soon as I give you something to rate 1 through 10. You just blurt it out. Trust your gut.
Okay.
There's no wrong answers here.
Okay.
I trust my gut. It's your gut I'm questioning right now.
Yeah.
My gut.
Yeah.
Wait, in what way?
Okay.
No 10s.
Okay. No 10s.
All right, so I'm just going to start off easy here.
Okay.
Scale of 1 to 10, Christmas.
Christmas?
Christmas.
Oh, man.
3, 2,
8.
Oh.
Yeah.
You're going 8 Christmas?
Yeah.
Candace?
I think like a 9.5.
See, I got Christmas up in the 9s, dog.
I think the traffic, the expense, the pressure, those are the points that can kind of chip away at that.
Kids that can't travel, kids that won't be there, stuff like that.
Kids that care and don't care about Christmas as well. Just come on, just watch Rankin and Bass.
Oh, yeah.
It's timeless.
Yeah.
Dad, no, it's not.
You could have been a 9.
All right. Scale 1 to 10, sandals.
The resort or the shoe?
Shoe.
Wow.
I'm going to go with
I'm a Floridian, man. I got to give sandals a strong 9, right?
He's going sandals above Christmas, ladies and gentlemen.
Same thing.
Come on, man.
No, I'm going to go 7 on the sandals.
7?
I'm putting sandals in at like 6.2, dog.
It's Florida.
It is Florida, but you don't have to worry about pedicures and stuff. So,
okay,
then,
you got a good point there.
Yeah. From the ankle up, you look fine. Ankle down, it looks like hard drugs.
Right, yeah.
I've seen a couple of them toes. Candace,
I
sandals?
still think like 8.
Okay, all right.
It's not Christmas.
Jeb Bush.
Jeb Bush?
Jeb.
Scale of 1 to 10, Jeb
6.5.
Bush. Okay, so I would go 6.5, but then he had the please clap, so he's a 7.2 to me. He did the single greatest soundbite that any politician has ever made.
It is genuinely one of the most embarrassing things you can ever see on film. Please clap.
That's right.
It's so good. He was doing his whole thing. He said nobody reacted. Please clap. For the TV and stuff. We can edit it. We'll fix this in post. I'll give Jeb a 7.5.
I just the please clap just basically said, "Oh, I need this."
Yeah, Jeb has a goober effect to him. He's a little goobery. He's more gooberier than his brother.
Yeah.
And that's saying
Jeb
something.
Bush?
Like 7.
Okay, 7. Ooh, here comes that. Now we're gonna start really getting into it. That was the appetizer.
Yeah,
trust me. I understand.
Yeah. All right. Beer. Scale 1 to 10 beer. And really think about it.
6.5.
Oh, you're not a beer guy or girl.
Yeah. Thanks
Candace?
for noticing.
2.
Oh, you're not a beer person either?
Yeah, in fact, I'll change
Way
mine.
too many carbs.
I'll go back to 2.5. It's just...
Yeah, I'm going to run that at around 9.5, dog.
More than Christmas?
Christmas.
Oh, my gosh.
I like beer more than
You're
Christmas.
a mean one.
Christmas comes around one time a year. I get beer
Mr.
per
Grinch.
day.
Yeah.
Per day.
And then for Jim, beer is what makes Christmas doable.
Right.
So
Tolerable.
all right, Milwaukee.
The state or the city?
The city of Milwaukee, scale 1 to 10.
I've never been there. I'm going to say, well, a lot of beer there. I'll go 5.
5. I have been there, so I'll go 7.
You should have gone 4. It would have been
Is that
funnier.
where Laverne and Shirley is from?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so just for that, I'll say 3. Otherwise, I could care less
There
about
you go.
Milwaukee.
Okay.
All right, look at that. Shots fired. Looking at you, you Oshkosh bagosh peeps out there. Gary Coleman.
Gary Coleman?
Doesn't even register.
He's...
Yeah, rest
Show
in
some
peace.
respect. He's dead.
I know.
But I was, here's
2.5.
I'm an 80s kid.
Is that a height?
Or not his
thing?
height, Deb.
Yeah.
Oh, not his height. Oh, okay.
That's not in feet.
I'll go 5. It's whatever.
I know, man. It's hard. I'll give you some respect. 6.5 for Gary. Good man.
Responsible for one of the greatest catchphrases of all time.
Yeah, what you talking about?
Yeah.
Didn't he work at a grocery store or something?
Oh,
toward
he
the
was
end?
he did it all. He
was still trying, still hustling. I'll give him like a 7.
Yeah, it's like a mall cop.
Super tragic death.
Yeah.
Yeah, like he fell, hit his head, and then the one night stand he was with that night just called the police and was like, "Yeah, you guys got to get here. I don't want to be here anymore. I'm leaving."
Yeah. Such a shorter distance to fall. Wow.
All right, here we go.
Oof.
Oh, Candace. In the room a few hours, it's changed her personality.
God.
I gotta tell you, she's right on the money though.
Wouldn't even bloody a nose.
I had to have been up on a counter or something.
Right, exactly.
Pillowy soft.
Right.
Cats.
Oh.
Animal, not the musical.
0.
The first goose egg.
Yeah.
The first goose egg.
Cats
Not
are
surprised. I'm definitely going to go with a 9.
I'll give him 8.5.
God almighty.
All right. Okay. All right.
That's a good average.
I'm in the 4, 6 with
You
cats.
never even had a cat, dude.
I've never had a cat.
Then how could you even give them anything? They're terrible. We've had a cat.
Well, because I've kicked it with cats where I've really enjoyed it. I've
We never had
also
a
I haven't
thought
kicked
it's
a
what
cat.
he said.
Yeah, no.
I was like,
hung
what?
Out, I've hung out with cats and I've been like, okay, I get it.
My daughter has a cat and she can't stand it.
Yeah. Friends in the family.
I was going to say, is anyone surprised?
Next.
No? Okay, moving on.
Pancakes. This is a room divider here.
Is it really?
Yeah, yeah. Look, you just hear that little grunt / disappointed moan?
Not a pancake person?
They're okay. I mean, I can't tell you the last time I had pancakes.
Well, try. I like pancakes, but they got to be good pancakes.
Right.
Thin pancakes. I come thin with lots of butter and syrup. I'm like a strong 8 on pancakes.
Strong 8 on the
Coming in hot, like an
pancakes.
8 on pancakes.
So, in other words, anything that can be edible is above a 7.
Yeah, yeah.
Anything that has a soul, below a 6.
You got it, man. You're seeing the pattern. I like that.
Yeah, I think so. What was your
I learned a
Christmas?
lot.
You like pancakes more than Christmas?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, look at that. That's interesting.
And beer more than Christmas.
That's a lot right there.
I'd give it like a solid 8.5.
8.5 with the pancakes right there. There's a lot of different varieties of pancakes.
I'll go with a 7.
Ooh, are you a waffle girl?
Peer pressure.
No.
Wow. Unreal.
Yeah.
Do you like breakfast at all?
I like breakfast. I just don't tend to like sweets with my
yeah,
breakfast.
gotcha.
And now we really hit the heat zone.
I figured.
My mom.
Oh, 9.5.
Okay.
Your
All right.
mom is the sweetest thing. She's as cute as a bug's ear. She's funny.
Mm-hmm. 0.
She gives what? God bless you, Jimmy. What?
Kathy's going to call now.
Kathy's going to kill you.
Kathy's going to text. I can feel it right now.
Yeah, absolutely.
No,
Kathy, I love you.
Kathy's a 9, man. She's a strong 9.
All right. Good.
What did I say Christmas was? 9.5, right?
Yeah.
I'm going to give your mom 9.6.
All right, very good. Just above Christmas.
Weeked out Christmas. Here we go. Gandhi.
Oh, my God. Boss.
Scale 1 to 10, Gandhi.
I mean, okay.
9.5.
Really?
Yeah.
4.
I don't.
4. I've never met the guy. I don't know what he's about.
But you know what he's about.
I know what he says he's about.
You don't trust Gandhi?
Yeah, I don't know, man.
He's a shifty character
Never
for
met
you?
him. Never met the guy.
Jim kind of has a point. I'll give him like a 6.
Look at Gandhi getting a 6 from Candace. Wasn't expecting that. George Washington.
George, again. Well, you got to give that guy as high as he can get. I mean, he's the father of the country. What's the highest? 9.9. There you go. George Washington. 9.9.
All right. Okay.
I'll go 9.5.
There you go.
I'm 9.8.
There you go.
I'm going to go like 8.7.
He's the founder of the country.
But I think he had some secrets.
Well, it doesn't matter.
Problems. No one's perfect.
It's the 1700s. My
exactly.
God.
Don't listen to the guy who put Washington beer and pancakes over Christmas. That's the last thing you ever want to do is listen to that guy.
All right.
I love that bumper sticker, by the way.
Okay, we're
I'm going to take that back. You definitely want to listen to that guy.
Human butts.
On whom?
Humans.
Like,
are you a butt guy?
Yeah. What do you rate human butts? Them
very
cheeks.
vague.
For males or females?
right.
All.
Okay, dude.
All butts.
Okay, then butts are a 5.
Right down the middle.
Right down the middle.
No pun intended.
Splitting the difference.
I like that joke. I'm going with a 5 too.
5s all around?
No, I think a 3.
Oh,
Not a butt person.
Not an ass girl, huh?
Hey, but look, if you tip the 3 on its bottom, it looks like a couple of butt cheeks.
Look at that.
Well played.
All right. This next one's going to be personal. The next 2 are going to be personal. Larry.
Oh,
the
on.
person that works 12 feet from
now
where we are speaking.
This is a tough one. Because Lori will steal your food.
He won't steal
The
it.
hell he won't.
No, he'll beg
Larry,
you for it.
No, he won't. He will steal it and then ask for forgiveness. Shifty. I knew it from the day I met him.
And we know how you rank food.
6.5 for Larry.
Ooh.
Ooh, harsh. Eesh.
When's the last time Larry brought me a pizza? Or a peanut M&M? Or a drink? When's the last time Larry walked in here with something for us to eat?
He did rank
when that
Larry
happens,
higher than Gandhi.
his score goes up. Until now, no thank you.
Yeah, you're right. It did rank him higher than Gandhi.
Right.
You can't take anything away from Jim's list except that he really doesn't like anything living.
I got good news, bad news, Larry. Jim gave you a 6.5. That's the good news. The bad news is that, you did better than Gandhi, Bill. So think about
What
that.
are you giving him, Ross?
Who? Larry?
Larry.
I'm going to give Larry a 6.9.
There you go.
In fact, I'll go 7 because he bikes. He's like,
He bikes,
he's an
not
older
bike.
gentleman who goes ahead and
Yeah.
still is on top of fitness.
Yeah, you can call it that.
Where are you at on Larry?
I'm going to give him a 7.5.
Okay.
You
never met
walked
him?
past him a few times.
Yeah,
but
just say-
I'm going to
just-
say an 8.
Just say 4.
There
Oh,
you
you're
go.
saying
I
Four's,
know.
4's fine. 4's more like it.
And to wrap this up, to make it as personal as possible, who other than our program director,
Oh, wow.
Oh,
Jack Bradshaw.
Oh, yeah, baby.
He's not here.
But
Scale 1 to 10.
definitely listening.
1,000% this guy's listening. He already texted me. He saw me fooling with the camera because I couldn't get it to work.
He
goes,
did not
he goes-
text
He
you.
goes, I'll get you a new camera tomorrow.
He did not.
I'm like, that's why I said that on the air. Go back to your family. What are you doing?
Yeah. How do you think I found her intro on
Right,
his
right.
computer? It was Jack.
Yeah, he's listening.
Yeah. So
All
Jack Bradshaw, you're listening. We're about to scale 1 to 10. I already have my Jack answer.
Let's
Okay.
hear it. You go first this time.
8.4.
8.4.
Wow.
What do you think?
I have to go with a 7.5. I can't make him more than Christmas.
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah. And that's
I
my
went with-
final offer.
I went with 8 for Christmas for crying out loud. I can't put Bradshaw higher than
That's
Christmas.
fine. I got you.
Even Gandhi didn't go. Wait, no, Gandhi
I got
did.
it.
Yeah, Gandhi, I think.
Oh, I give him a 9.
9?
Yeah, Jack's a good guy.
I guess we know where Jimmy's going. Are you going back toward the 3s, the 4s?
Love you, Jack. I know you're listening.
Where'd Gandhi fall?
You gave Gandhi a
like a 4.
I gave him a 4.
Oh, you gave him a 4. Jim.
Who gives Gandhi a 4?
I know who gives Gandhi a 4.
The same guy who gives Bradshaw 2.9.
Those are your Ross thoughts. I'm out. Peace.
I just got a text. Oh, and I can't say what it
All right,
says.
407-916-1041. Back in a sec with more of the Jim Colbert Show.
Coming up tonight on Real Radio at 7, it's a corporate time with Tom and Dan. Brought to you by Gringos Locos. For locations, go to gringoslocos.com and securedroofingandrestoration.com. Visit their website for your free estimate today. At 8 p.m., it's Bungalower and the Bus. At 9, we all find out what the hell is Angel listening to. Tonight on Real Radio 104.1.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
Heavy traffic still reported this afternoon on I-4 in the Orlando area as you travel east and westbound between Osceola Parkway and 535. Traffic also slow due to a crash reported on Lake Mary Boulevard just west of 1792. Another crash blocks the right lane westbound on Oak Ridge Road at Millennial Boulevard. If you happen to see any other traffic problems today, make sure you're calling the SafeTouchSecurity.com traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm Samantha Canning.
This report is sponsored by Discover. Some banks can make it complicated to redeem credit card rewards. But with Discover, you can redeem your rewards for cash in any amount at any time. Talk about amazing. Learn more at discover.com/redeem rewards. Terms apply.
Man, the holidays have arrived, and I'm here to take some stress away when it comes to buying something for that someone special in your life. Got to go see my friends over at Goldsmith Jewelry Shop right there on Lee Road. Been doing it for a long time. Their team and jewelers have been friends of mine for over 25 years. All the people in my life that mean anything have a piece of jewelry from Goldsmith, especially my wife. Her wedding ring came from here, and I'll tell you why I love these guys. I literally said, I want something classic. I want it to look like this. I want it to be like from the 40s. Boom. First try. Nailed it. That's why they've been going strong for over 35 years. That personal service you just can't find anywhere else. And they have everything you need from diamond studs, tennis bracelets, designer names, engagement rings, something for every budget, best quality for the lowest prices, and fast free shipping as well. It's goldsmithjewelry.com online, and you can find them right there on Lee Road at 1212 Lee Road. Always tell them I sent you down.
Victim of a slip and fall? It takes one phone call to take back control of your life. Anajar and Levine will fight to get you the compensation you deserve. Call me, Mark Anajar, for a free consultation. 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
In office, Orlando. Ad paid for by the Sentinel Group. Attention Marines, military personnel, families, and contractors who were stationed at Camp Lejeune. Were you present at Camp Lejeune between August 1953 and December of 1987? You may be entitled to significant compensation. For nearly 34 years, those in the Marine Corps' base Camp Lejeune were exposed to contaminated drinking water, resulting in devastating injuries, including several forms of cancer, adverse birth outcomes, Parkinson's disease, and more. North Carolina's procedural laws have prevented victims from getting the justice they deserve, but passage of the Camp Lejeune Justice Act of 2022 would allow you or a loved one to file lawsuit seeking compensation for illnesses and injuries linked to the toxic water. Call today for your free consultation. 800-561-1201. Let our experienced attorneys fight to get you the compensation you deserve, and you pay nothing unless there's a recovery in your favor. Call 800-561-1201. That's 800-561-1201. Again, 800-561-1201.
Right now at Old Navy, get up to 60% off store-wide. Styles start at just $7. Grab gifts for everyone on your list and get up to 60% off now, only at Old Navy and OldNavy.com. Valid 11/29 to 12/11. Select styles only.
Monster Jam, as big as it gets. Coming to Camping World Stadium March 4th. Brought to you by BKT Tires, Circle K, and your local Ford dealers. You have to see it live, so lock in your seats today at monsterjam.com.
Business owners, this could be the most important 10-minute call you will ever make. You may be eligible to receive up to $26,000 per employee through the Employee Retention Credit for overpayment of payroll taxes during the pandemic. Omega Accounting Solutions is a trusted business advisor that works with integrity to maximize your ERC refunds. Call Omega now at 800-300-9ERC to discover how much you can get back, or visit OmegaTaxCredits.com. Take advantage of the ERC Small Business Tax Credit before the 3-year sunset deadline. Filing begins to close March 31st, 2023. So find out if you qualify today with a quick, easy, free 10-minute ERC consultation. Don't wait up to a year for the ERC backlog to clear. Omega's funding division, Omega Funding Solutions, offers small business bridge loans to help you keep your business afloat while you wait for your refund. Call 800-300-9ERC to get started, or visit OmegaTaxCredits.com. That's 800-300-9ERC, or visit OmegaTaxCredits.com.
Diabetes, high blood pressure, anxiety meds, everyone's on them. If you're a 50-year-old male, maybe a bit porky, and you may even have type 2 diabetes, $1 million of term insurance may only cost you about $200 a month. Call Term Provider. Speak with Big Lou at 800-230-2777. Big Lou will find a term life policy for you even if you have type 2 diabetes, are overweight, or have high blood pressure. Term Provider has helped thousands of people like you who think they can't afford term life insurance. To buy $1 million of affordable term life for you, all you need to do is call Big Lou at 800-230-2777. Lou will make sure the scales are tipped in your favor. Call 800-230-2777. Big Lou will answer your call and work to fit you into a term life policy that you can afford. Remember, Big Lou's like you. He's on meds, too. Call 800-230-2777. 800-230-2777.
We could fly to such great heights.
With MSC Cruises, a world of discovery awaits. For a limited time, you can save up to 40% off, plus get free drinks, Wi-Fi, and more. Discover the Caribbean and the Bahamas, including Ocean Key, our private island marine reserve, Europe, and beyond. Only the sea offers you so much. Only MSC Cruises offers you so much more. To book, visit msccruises.com or call your travel advisor. Restrictions apply.
This holiday season, don't forget about you. The free iHeartRadio app is filled with everything you want to hear. And best of all, it's free. That means you can listen to this station while you're dashing out to the store because you forgot something. Again.
Gum is a stocking stuffer, right?
Or grab your headphones and escape inside a podcast for a little alone time. And finding one you love is easy. Like buying a gift card because you're out of ideas easy. Give yourself the gift that keeps giving all year long. Download the free iHeartRadio app for all the music, radio, and podcasts you love.
iHeartRadio.
You're listening to The Jim Colbert Show, also available to watch at The Jim Colbert Show on YouTube.
Oh yeah.
Welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show. Real Radio 104.1, 407-916-1041. Thanks again for tuning in on this Friday. We appreciate that like we do every single day. I'm Jim. Deb is here.
Hello.
So is Ross.
Yeah.
Candace hanging out for the remainder of the show. Thanks, Candace. Good seeing you. I wanted to ask you guys, because I've seen two stories this week about this, and I did not know this existed. Have you guys heard the story about people winning lottery money and going to get their lottery money only to find out that it is going to the Department of
Economic Opportunity.
Of economic opportunity for unemployment overpayment?
It's happened to several people in Central Florida and Florida all over.
It's happening, and like I said, two stories this week. This one woman, now again, I am going to be a little judgy here on this one situation. But
unemployment?
so here's what happened. The one guy I saw earlier, he won $1,000 on a scratch-off ticket, I think. He went to redeem the ticket, but instead of giving him the $1,000, they gave him a form from the lottery department saying that he owed $1,200 in back taxes or back overpayment for unemployment, and they were getting that money back, and they took it from him. That was what he was going to spend Christmas on. Now, again, the lottery is not a great investment. You know, if you hit, you get real lucky. There's this other case. This woman named Chandra is the one I saw today. She's a DeBerry mom, and she won some money on a scratch-off. She bought 2 tickets, 2 lotto scratch-offs, and won $2,000.
Thought it was going to be her saving grace for this holiday season.
Been a hard few months, she says. Going to be my saving grace. She planned to use the money to buy gifts for her 7 children, her 7 kids. Held on to the tickets until she cashed them in on Tuesday, but instead of walking away with her winnings, she was told the Department of Economic Opportunity records show you owe $11,000 for unemployment overpayment.
Nice, right? From a state that couldn't fix its problems with the unemployment system during the height of the pandemic, to the point the governor was snapping at reporters asking, well, have you vetted these people? Well, you were not, by law, not allowed to do that. That would be the charge of your office. It took a lawmaker's mother's money being tied up in unemployment before anything was done.
Right.
I mean, shouldn't you get a bill that let you know you're on the hook for $11,000 before you just...
Yeah, I would think that would be the case. Because here's the thing, obviously, look, I don't know her situation and whatever, but if you have 7 kids and your cake-making business isn't doing well, what are you doing spending money on lottery tickets? Either way, you win $2,000, think, hey, man, I hit it. It worked out this time, and maybe it's divine intervention. I'm going to go and get my $2,000, and I'm going to give my kids a Christmas, and blah, 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 blah. And when they go, she gives, not only does she give the $2,000, they take it, but then she finds out she owes them 9 more.
Maybe the lottery tickets were a gift.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. It could be. So with that said, the one thing I don't understand is like you said, how can they do that without some kind of warning or send you an email or a mail saying, hey, look, our records show that we paid you more than we should have. It shows that you owe us $4,000, made up number. Could you please contact us to find out what's going on?
Not only that, what kind of a crap system do they have where someone who has to file every week, right, has to show that you've called this many companies, that you've reached out to this many jobs. You log in every week, and it takes a while to rack up $11,000 unless you're bringing home a lot of bank.
Yeah.
She had to, all those times she filed for unemployment, and the state couldn't have alerted her any time before that they were overpaying her and that they needed to recalculate what she was bringing home.
And this other guy said that he didn't, they checked the account and he didn't owe him anything.
Seems like a slippery slope.
Yeah,
like
it
if
sure
we're
does.
allowing it for that, then what's next? Property taxes missed?
Well, I know that like when you owe child support, they can take your driver's license if you don't pay. But that's about it. They can't throw you in jail for it. They can throw you in jail if it's a court order and you are not paying it. They can throw you in jail for contempt of court, but you can't go to jail in America for owing money, I don't believe. Not like that. So I don't understand how it goes back to, is it just lottery winnings or is it any windfall of money at all? I mean, how would they, like...
I didn't know.
If I get a job, I mean, is it a withdrawal if I get a job? Let's say I draw unemployment. And by the way, the guy story, which I don't have up here, if I remember it correctly, he was only out of work for 3 months.
Wow.
Well, this is the problem with it. I don't think even if there is a set policy, how do you know?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, if they're not telling you, I mean, hey, here's the thing. I can't imagine just somebody being able to tell me I owe them $11,000 without proving it to me,
Without
or at least
documentation.
documentation showing me where I screwed up or where I didn't do something right. Something. So I just find out there at the window when I'm thinking I'm going to get $2,000 and go, well, not only are we taking this.
Well, what's worse is that had she not won that $2,000 and gone in to claim her winnings, when would the state have told her that they overpaid her and that she owed this money? What are they going to start, like you said, would they put a lien on her home? I mean, if the state is not doing its due diligence to let people know that they were overpaid through unemployment, then what right is it of the states to go after lottery winnings?
Well,
I don't understand how that's even legal.
And I think there's penalties and interest on that, almost like it's a tax bill as well.
But again, like you said, Jimmy, you said it perfectly. Where is your documentation?
Right, yeah.
Where is I have to have proof that I am looking for employment when I file for unemployment. I have to come up with all kinds of proof.
Yeah.
Where is the state's proof?
Yeah, and then they could just play the card of like, oh, we overpaid you.
And that's exactly
well,
what
that's
they're
on
saying.
You then.
Exactly. And they had to file every week. So how did the state wait until $11,000 was owed before they figured out that they were overpaid? To me, this sounds like a scam that's thinly covered by law.
It's interesting because we did just get a text in saying, well, a lot of these people probably knew they were being overpaid, but because the money was coming in, and they just thought maybe it was supposed to be that way, that they were overpaid and maybe knew it.
You mean like people who thought that they were okay to vote because the supervisor of elections sent them a voter ID card?
Right, exactly.
You mean that kind of confusion?
And then how could you actually tell if you're getting overpaid?
Well, Ken, we've talked about this before. How do you actually know your damn driver's license is suspended sometimes? Remember when I went through that? Like I never got a correspondence or anything. I just found out through a secondary notice doing a search online that my driver's license was no good.
You guys look at me and you go, he's not a conspiracy guy, right?
Yeah,
I'm not a conspiracy guy.
No.
I got one. And this actually feeds my little small conspiracy of
hit
knowing.
Me with this. I can't wait for this.
It's just that when the powers above us go ahead and give us just enough things, little speed bumps, like, hey, don't forget about that. Don't forget about this. You also have to do this. And if you do that just enough in this weird balance, I think everybody just becomes super timid and very easy to control.
Hey, we talk about it all the time, why people don't fire an attorney that isn't working well for them, or
scared,
because you're scared. Like Ross just said, it intimidates us.
Yeah, I am in a perpetual state of paranoia of owing somebody something, government money. Every now and then, I'll just have a couple beers in me and just go on the web. I'm like, did I pay off my car? I haven't had a car payment in years.
Right.
And I'm still looking up like I'm good, right? Am I good? I am always afraid of owing somebody money and, more importantly, not being aware of it.
Let me give you how bad it is for us. Like, we had a weird tax situation for the last year and a half, and our tax bill this year was a little ridiculous. And we paid it, and we're like, okay, well, we'll just bite that bullet. We'll pay that, God bless America type thing. Let's go.
Yeah.
And
enjoy the road.
All right, enjoy the road. And 3 weeks later, we both of us get another bill for $272, and they explain in the letter what it is. You know what our response was? Just pay it. I mean, what am I going to do? I'm going to fight the IRS for a $270 bill?
Yeah,
I'm going to pay that bill. But look, should I pay that bill? I don't know that I should or not. But all I know is this: I ain't effing with IRS. You know why?
Because it's the IRS.
I've effed with them before. Let me tell you how much fun that is. It is zero. On Ross's scale, it's below zero.
Why would you do that?
Well, I didn't mean to do it. I mean, there was an employee tax thing that wasn't handled properly early in my print shop days, and it ran crazy for a year and a half. Again, going back to what you were saying, didn't know any of this was going on. And a year and a half later, when they audit my business during a normal audit, they find out I hadn't been paying a certain employee tax correctly, $16,000 that I didn't even have a quarter of at the time. And they came to my house. They came to my print shop with a chain. They weren't even close to effing around.
No.
They're like, Mr. Colbert, we did not create this situation. Can you pay us?
And what's amazing is the lack of empathy on a texting service at 77031. Those people knew they were getting paid too much money and thought it was going to go unnoticed until now. Bet.
Well,
just like Jimmy. I mean,
you don't know that. But
don't know that.
You don't know any of that.
Hey, the articles are available. You can probably contact him through social media and throw your vitriol their way.
And,
That's crazy.
And it's it doesn't get lost on me that we live in a time where communication is the easiest by far.
It should be.
Easiest in the multitude of ways to communicate with somebody.
In human history, this is the best time to contact somebody.
you can't get it easy. You can't. There are 7 ways to get a hold of me.
Yeah.
7 ways.
You know what? There's too many ways to get a hold of me.
I know, exactly.
Twitter, Facebook, my phone, email.
Yeah. Just any... I just don't understand. Like I said, I just think that they do just enough. I think the government does just enough to make us get a little stressed out and be like, oh, yeah, my license. Oh, yeah, my tag. Oh, unemployment.
I agree.
I would love to think it's that controlled. I think the fact is what Deb said earlier. I think it's just such a big machine that it can go wrong for months before anybody knows.
Well,
that's what I think.
I still, I would like to think that, but I also remember back in the early days of the pandemic when it had been revealed that then Governor Rick Scott's goal when he was revamping the unemployment system was really to make it as cumbersome as possible.
Yeah, so that people didn't take advantage of it.
So that our numbers would be, artificially underreported, and it would look like, hey, everyone's just working here, when that wasn't the case. And that was such a huge problem for Governor DeSantis when he's trying to fix the problems with the unemployment system in the middle of a pandemic. Remember, there was
How
a
much
bit
money
of that.
was spent on that?
And then you had a bit of sniping between the governor and the former governor, and then suddenly that just stopped happening. So this system was set up to fail you. And this just goes to show that it continues to fail.
Yeah. And somebody also texted and said something about why are you collecting unemployment if you're working? She owns a cake shop. So when the pandemic hit, people as a rule weren't buying really nice cake because they were locked up in their house and not getting married.
I think Fauci told us that.
Or celebrating birthdays or anything like that. So as a custom cake maker, her business went down. She was obviously probably relying on all of it. And with 7 kids, by the way.
Well, who knows what she's doing now, but someone just said my friend's daughter kept receiving the checks after she got a job, and he told her to put it in an account because they are going to come back for it someday.
There you go.
So you're receiving checks because, again, it's the same POS system.
But that's the oversight we were just talking about. The machine being so big that even if you do get a job and report it, it doesn't even make it through the system for 3 months. You know what my accountant told me? He told me when we were getting all this stuff done and waiting for a check back, because we did get a check back for one aspect of our taxes. When we filed it, we had an issue with it. We had to refile it. He says, look, I'm going to tell you straight up. I had somebody that filed their taxes 9 months ago, and it hasn't even been looked at. You legit could be a year out from seeing a conclusion with this because they're inundated with requests and with work, and they don't have the workforce to keep up with it.
Oh, until you owe them that money, then suddenly they can find the workforce to come and get it.
Part of this was us owing them, but they were still, again, when the money was coming back, he said, you just simply don't know when it's going to get there. And we got lucky. We got it pretty quickly. And when I told him, he was flabbergasted. Like he could not believe that we'd received that service that quickly.
I just want to see the department. I would
it's
love
right
to
over there.
Yeah.
It's bleak.
It has to be.
Well, it's right.
You walk in, it's just like a one dirty, old, broken washing machine.
Let me tell you what it looks like.
What?
It looks like any government building. It looks like your driver's license office. I mean, the new ones are actually kind of nice, but it's very bleak. Have you ever been in the Space Center?
Yeah.
Okay, you've been into the inner.
Yeah.
So all those classrooms look like they were built in like 81 or 77 and then forgotten. That's what the IRS looks like.
All right, well, that's our first problem. It's got to be a little bit more charming.
Yeah. And everybody,
give me a courage poster.
And everybody else, when you get there, they give you a shot, and that is your personality that they inject into you, and it is just a very, it's just exactly what you expect. It's almost like robotish. It's androids. They have set answers they give you. They don't vary from the talking points of the situation because the last thing they want to do is make anything personal, and that's the first thing anybody that's looking at a tax bill wants to do. Is, blame it on that person sitting in front of me when they just represent a much larger entity? Not fun. I strongly suggest against screwing with the IRS.
Well, yeah.
You know what I think would change this whole thing is just like a water slide at a government building.
Yeah.
Just
like a bounce house?
Yeah, something fun. Every time I go into a government building, you know what's the first thing I look for? I'm not making this up. The little gel pad for the receptionist's wrists for the mouse.
What's that called?
Yeah. I don't know.
That ergonomic thing.
Yeah, the wrist couch.
You know what they have? When you're in a bad situation when you walk in and you see that same clock that was in your school.
Right. Yes.
The big one with the white. I mean, it's just like when you go to the store to buy it, it just says clock. It's just an old clock.
And it's 5 minutes off.
Right, yeah.
It's like, we figured this out, man.
Right.
Atomic clocks have been around for a while.
The red one kept... Nothing, I can't say that.
Yeah.
All right, 407-916... ooh.
Hey.
Ooh, hey.
My wife sent me a picture of herself a little bit earlier.
Well, thank you for sharing.
Not that bad. God.
Well,
Way worse.
Just one.
All right, 407-916-1041. Text us 77031. Load them up for last call. We'll do that next.
Real Radio is the news junkie.
He said, "Can you please return the $1,800 that I mistakenly sent to your account via Zelle?" If the person on the other end doesn't do anything, are they in trouble? Like, if I accidentally send C-Lane $2,000 via Venmo, try it out. I'm not.
I think that's a good point.
I'm not taking part of this experiment.
The News Junkie. Weekdays at 11 on Real Radio 104.1.
From the Rude Air Conditioning Weather Center, powered locally by Ferguson HVAC.
I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Brooks Garner with your Fox 35 Central Florida forecast. What a forecast it is. And it's easy to remember. Every day, highs around 80, morning lows around 60. There will be some patchy morning fog around, but the sun comes out mid-morning and it'll just be beautiful during the afternoons. This pattern will hold until this time next week when a big cold front comes through. That'll change everything. We're looking at morning lows in the 40s with highs only in the 60s for a couple of days by next weekend. For the Fox 35 Storm Team, I'm meteorologist Brooks Garner.
This report is sponsored by Kin Insurance. Orlando weather calls for sun and a 100% chance of better home insurance. Check out Kin Insurance. They can get you the right coverage at a great price in minutes. Get a quote at kin.com, where you're not just family, you're kin.
Hey guys, living here in Central Florida, it is so important that your AC company is there for you at all times. For me and for Ross and hundreds of Central Floridians, that's Mills Air. These guys have been doing it for 30 plus years here in Central Florida. Let them take that information and that experience and put it to use in your home. Their techs are awesome people. They can service all the brands. They know it inside and out. Plus, they're Carrier factory authorized dealers, and that can get you up to $1,275 in rebates towards that brand new Carrier unit. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier and certainly turn to the experts at Mills Air. They're family owned and operated and ready to help you today. Schedule that appointment, 407-277-1159. Online, it's easy. It's millsair.com.
When your guests bring their endless appetites, Kroger Delivery will make your dollar stretch further with great prices on your favorite holiday foods. Our refrigerated trucks and professional drivers deliver your groceries just right, so the celebration can keep going and going. Shop now at Kroger.com. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
Enjoy $15 off your first 3 delivery orders of $35 or more. Offer valid with digital coupon while supplies last. Restrictions apply. See site for details.
They're big, and they're coming for you. Tax refund advance loans at Jackson Hewitt, up to $4,500. That's big. Like our tax refund advance can beat up their tax refund advance kind of big. Up to $4,500 at Jackson Hewitt. Book your appointment today and get details at jacksonhewitt.com. You're going to need a bigger wallet. Eligible clients can get up to $1,000 in December and up to $3,500 in January. Loans by Republic Bank and Trust Company. Finance charge may apply.
We conquer cancer. For the mom-to-be who is out of treatment options. For the doctor who has a brilliant idea but needs research funding. For the people who faced cancer head-on and climbed incredible heights while they were with us. For the children who celebrate the end of chemo. We conquer cancer for all who have been touched by it. Conquer Cancer accelerates breakthroughs in research and care for every cancer, every patient, everywhere. Join us at conquer.org.
The hugs, the joy, even the sleepless nights. Whatever you get from parenthood, you always want to give your children everything. And the UNest app makes it easy to save for their future. The UNest app puts smart investing tools right in the palm of your hand. Plus, you'll grow your UNest account with every purchase you make from over 150 top brands like Disney Plus and DoorDash. Start building your child's financial future. Download the UNest app from the App Store or Google Play. See terms and conditions at unest.co. That's UNEST.co.
They say a good craftsman never blames their tool, and the best always choose the right one for the job. For the builders and makers of this world, nothing beats knowing you've got what you need to get the project done. Northern Tool is a problem solver's paradise. And with savings of up to 50% off and great new deals dropping every week, we've got the perfect gift for all the solvers on your list. We're made for this. Come see us in store or shop online at northerntool.com.
I'm Rebecca. I was injured in a car accident and hired one of the big TV law firms. They sent me to an injury clinic that I felt just wanted to make money off me. I needed an attorney and doctors who cared about me. I called attorney Glenn Klausman, and he helped me get the best doctors who really helped me. I was extremely pleased with my settlement. He also got me $10,000 for vet bills for my dog that was injured in the accident, and he did that for free. Call attorney Glenn Klausman at 407-917-1718. That's 407-917-1718. Glenn Klausman, Office, Winter Park.
We're ready for you at Village Medical, now accepting new Medicare patients right in your neighborhood. Experience personalized primary care from a care team you can rely on, with convenient same-day appointments, virtual visits, plus weekend and evening hours at select locations. Schedule your Medicare annual wellness visit today. Go to villagemedical.com/getcare. That's villagemedical.com/getcare.
Get your home ready for the holidays during Conn's Big Holiday Sale. The savings are just too good to miss. Plus, we've got next day delivery. That means if you love it today, you can get it in time for the holidays. And get this, whether you have good credit or you're building credit, Conn's has payment options for everyone. Make the holidays perfectly you with the Big Holiday Sale. Shop in-store or at cons.com today. Some restrictions apply. See store for complete details. Big Holiday Sale ends 12/24/2022.
This earful of Real Radio is brought to you by RC Hill Mitsubishi, Highway 1792 in DeLand.
The Jim Colbert Show returns now on Real Radio 104.1.
I was watching with one eye on the other side. I had 15 people telling me to move. I got moving on my mind.
Welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show, Real Radio 104.1. Jim, Deb, Ross, Candace here. Candace, thanks for driving up. We appreciate that, as we do always. Candace lives in Jacksonville.
Yeah,
so
man.
About an hour and a half drive to get here. 2 hours?
Hour 45.
Yeah, all right. I don't want to hear any more about it.
Okay.
All right, 407-916-1041. We do have one line open for last call. If you want to grab that one. And Angela is on the line, so we will get a drink.
Ooh.
We will get a drink today. So if you're listening up and you want a good cocktail idea, listen when Angela is brought up. She will give us a little cocktail. She does that on Fridays. She's sweet.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, she's great. I think she just bought some spices from me, too.
Oh, I'm sure.
She's the greatest. I would have given them to her. Now I wouldn't, though, because I have her money. Everybody understands that.
But listen, if you haven't gotten your spice set yet, I gave one last year to my future father-in-law, and he loved them. Every single member of the show has used them.
Mm-hmm.
Jack has used all three of them on popcorn.
Yeah. The beef one is very, very popular. The pork one is popular. Chicken is all good, but the beef one is really good. Beef is very versatile. It's just a rough mix of some spices that do very well on a bunch of different proteins. The pork one, though, is the most interesting one.
Yeah.
Because it was specifically designed to create a savory rib. Is really why, because I like savory ribs. I don't like them like barbecue-y like that. And the stereotypical barbecue-y. I like them more savory. So they're real earthy and sagey. And that's my favorite. I like pork like that, but it works on everything. But they're all good. They're very versatile. $5 a bottle, and we'll ship it anywhere in the continental U.S. So it's a $25 order, and it's a great stocking stuffer. I have about 50 sets of them left out of the initial order when we sold them through Ace Hardware. And if you want to grab one, Jim Colbert on Facebook. You'll see a Venmo thing there with a photograph. Also, Jim Members. If you're a Jim Member group member, you can get them there as well. Just send me the money, and I will send you the spices. The last order goes out next Friday. That's how we can guarantee delivery for Christmas. So again, we would love to have an order from you, and we'll get them out. Another order goes out tomorrow. So again, that's Jim Colbert on Facebook or Jim Members. Both of them have the link up there for sure. What's going on this weekend? What are you guys doing?
Going down to the Keys.
Yeah, you got a wedding?
That's right.
I've been to more weddings this year. Your wedding, my daughter's wedding, and Jake's wedding. 3 weddings this year. That's like a record.
Well, we're more likely to go to the weddings of friends now than like Rossi's in that wedding.
Yeah.
The next stage is going to be baby showers and baptisms,
Oh,
right?
man.
And then he'll do the first day of school thing and then the graduation thing.
Yeah. My wife scheduled a cookie or baking thing with some friends, and they're all coming over to the house.
To bake Christmas cookies.
So yeah. So it's cookies, all kinds of stuff, right? So it's my daughter and 2 of her friends, and then somebody else. And then Kelly, Code Black's wife, And I was like, oh, man, I'm going to go rip it or, tee it up or something like that. And my wife was like, no, the boys are coming over too. And I'm like, oh, my God, really? We're all going to bake?
Oh, it's so much fun.
Yay. Who's happy they're not Jimmy this weekend?
I guess we'll sit there and do that then.
Do you have a
Have fun with that.
preferred Christmas cookie?
Man, I got to tell you, those little Serbian cookies we made, those Vilanitsis, are so freaking good. But for me, I just like butter cookies, like during Christmas. Just like not sugar cookies, but like butter cookies,
Butter
almost like, what do they
cookies.
call them? Like
Shortbread.
Shortbread, yeah.
Yeah. Just
Shortbread
butter
cookies are
and
great.
flour
That's
and
it.
butter.
Oh, God.
I like
Flour.
rum balls. My
You
mom
like
used to
rum
make
balls?
Rum balls and yeah.
What about you, dog?
Peanut butter blossoms.
Peanut butter blossom's a good one.
Yeah.
What's it? Buckeyes are another one during this time of year, right? It's a little cookie with a Hershey's Kiss pushed in the middle of it.
Oh, those are the one I've always
Yeah,
called
yeah.
peanut butter blossoms. I've
Oh.
never heard them called Buckeyes before.
Isn't there a cookie called a Buckeye? And
I thought the Buckeye was the
His little
like
thing in the
candy
middle.
that's chocolate with peanut butter in the middle.
Maybe something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, peanut butter blossoms.
They have them at Cracker Barrel. The Buckeye.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, I will dominate them.
You like those things,
I
huh?
even have a preferred way of eating them.
Yeah. My all-time favorite is chocolate chip. I mean, just a really
yeah.
well-made chocolate chip that's
Nestle Toll House.
crispy and then gooey.
See that peanut butter blossom? I like leaving it stranded on that peanut butter cookie island.
Uh-huh.
So I'll go ahead, I'll eat the surrounding real estate
Mhm.
of
Yeah.
the peanut butter
Oh, yeah.
blossom. And then I'm like, you poor son of a bitch.
Yeah.
Look at you all by yourself.
That's how I eat the peanut butter out of a Reese's cup. I
Oh, you
bite
nibble the edges?
I bite it and I break it in half and then tongue the peanut butter out.
All right.
Gosh.
You just tongue blast peanut butter cups?
Yeah.
Sounds...
I don't know, but Candace is looking at you in a whole new
It
light.
made me blush.
Hey,
You got a very happy
what you
wife.
doing?
Very happy wife.
That's why she sent you those photos.
All right, 407-916-1041. Deb, who do we have to thank today?
Well, we want to thank Corona Cigar Company. And don't forget, if you have someone difficult on your holiday list, either for Hanukkah or Christmas, don't forget Kwanzaa, the CAO gift travel humidor
Oh, my
plus
God.
10 premium cigars, only $72. And Corona Cigar Company will ship them anywhere for free.
I told you it was such a good deal. I thought it was a misprint on the price. That's how good it is.
Exactly.
I'm not kidding on that. I mean, if you go to my Twitter account, Jim Colbert Show Twitter account, you'll see the pictures of the box there. It's a humidor after you get through using the cigars.
Exactly.
Like a really cool travel humidor that would carry like 10, 15 cigars.
It's like a box of chocolates for a
Yeah.
cigar
Oh,
smoker
yeah.
because you got the little card,
Oh,
you've
so
got
nice.
that beautiful display of the cigars, then you got the humidor that zips when you're done.
so good.
Also want to thank Amy Drew Thompson with the Orlando Sentinel. Don't forget to check out her restaurant reviews for your date night this weekend. And last but never least, Candace Rich and all of your excellent advice. Really, it helps us and it helps the listeners.
Sure
It's
does.
really,
They love it.
It's awesome.
Good job. Sauce, I know no comedy, but if people want to find out where you're going to be, it's Ross Paget Comedy on all social media platforms.
It's spelled like sauce. Give me a follow. Live your best life. Woo!
Did you find out when that date was for your brother yet?
Oh, I know it's next Saturday. I just didn't know the times.
All right, next
I'll tell you-
Saturday.
I will tell you in just a minute.
That's okay. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
Are you guys ready?
Oh, yeah.
Ready.
Oh, yeah.
Mike, last call.
Mike Buzzer Larson here. Ross, stand by. Jim, do you know how a deaf gynecologist gets through his day?
No, I don't know how a deaf gynecologist gets through his day, Mike. How does he?
He reads lips, Jim.
Oh,
He reads
God.
lips.
God, get out of here. Time for a break, Mike. Party Mom, last call.
Oh, that was so funny, Mike.
Yeah, I know Candace and I rolling with laughter.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
But here I go. Bear with me. Here comes Party Mom. Here comes Party Mom. Right down Mary Jane Lane. I'm bringing bongs and Christmas songs to listeners along the way. I love real radio. It makes me laugh when I get to listen to you. The Jim Colbert Show, excuse me, is Party Mom's love, and all of my love to you. Merry Christmas.
Oh, thank you so much, Party Mom. Appreciate that very much. I was
Merry
waiting for
Christmas. Hope you feel better.
I was waiting for the smoke weed every day.
I know. I guess because she can't.
Angela, last call.
Hi there.
Hey.
Ah, yeah.
Well, guess what, guys? I'm actually in Orlando this weekend.
Very nice.
Wow.
For a very special event. So I've got one for you that's just okay.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, good.
All right, so first you're going to get your shaker, fill it with ice, and you're going to get 1 ounce each of pineapple juice, orange juice, blackberry liqueur, banana liqueur, light rum, dark rum, and a couple splashes of grenadine. Give it a good shake until everything is well combined. Dump it into any glass that you've got. Give yourself a floater of 151 and enjoy yourself a rum runner.
Hey! That is awesome.
Hey, have a good time tomorrow night. Mind yourself.
Oh, yeah, it's going to be great.
Yeah, it is going to be great. That's the Angel. Good job. All right, Big T, take us home. Last call.
All right, we're here. We are on the edge. We are on the precipice of Just Okay 7, and I want all of you out there listening right now. You got to get out there because it is going to be absolutely crazy. You will never know what's coming. It is going to be
That is true.
out of your
That is true.
mind.
Thank you, buddy. I appreciate that very much. Just go OK7 tomorrow night. If you haven't gotten your ticket, it's realradio.fm/justokay, and it is a balls out party.
And it may just be just that.
Exactly. Hey, guys, thanks for tuning in this week. We appreciate that very much. We will see you Monday for sure on behalf of Deb, Jack, and Candace, and Ross. We'll see you Monday. We follow the News Junkie. They follow the Monsters of the Morning. After us, it's Tom and Dan with the Corporate Time and our friends from Real Laughs and Bungalow on the Bus. And What the Hell is Angel listening to? We'll see you Monday at 3 for more of the Jim Colbert Show. Until then, have yourself a wonderful weekend.
Happy Friday. Bye.
I do ginger brandy.
A Corporate Time with Tom and Dan is coming up next on Real Radio 104.1.
From the Goldsmith Jewelry Shop Traffic Center, shop the best quality and lowest price.
Still seeing some slow traffic in Orlando this evening as you take I-4 eastbound westbound down by the major attractions areas and through downtown Orlando. Still looking at slowdowns due to a crash reported on 436 between Oxford Road and Redbug Lake Road. Another crash still causing problems on Narcoossee just south of the Greenway. Another crash causing some slow traffic on Rio Grande Avenue.